I'm a yapper, so.
She finna get a bunch of yappers.
Give it up for the yappers.
Shit, y'all ready?
Everybody sitting here.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Shit.
I'm ready to do it.
She a yapper, so we here. So today we here with the founder and host of ATL Hotspots, Crystal White.
Give it
Give it up for Crystal, man.
She already told us the certified yapper.
Certified yapper, man. So let's just pop this off. How did ATL Hotspots start, man? Give us the background to how this even began. What you got going on?
In the end of 2020, it was when TikTok first started. Like, people were doing dances, and I'm like, I'm not. I thought it was similar to like Musically. I don't know if y'all know that app.
Yeah.
So I was very opposed to like getting on there and recording, but I'm a video hoarder. Like, I have Google Photos. I have literally photos since like 2015. Probably will have yourself? More. Yeah, like I record a lot of things, and so I came across a foodie page, and I was like, they were just recording stuff too, and I'm like, hey, I could do this and like share a rating or whatever. So at the time, I was in a relationship, and we would like go to different restaurants, but I would record the things that we would get, and I would rate it, and we had like a list that we were sharing on our phones in the notes, and like I just was going to random places and like posting them. So yeah.
So this was a group idea. This was doing your ex's idea.
No,
I was saying I don't want to be messy.
No,
let me not be messy. Is he still on the page?
You might see a hand if you scroll all the way down to the bottom. You might see a hand or two, or like
how did he
open
feel
the door
about that?
I feel like it's typically a woman's idea.
Yeah, it is. He would never have recorded.
So you were like, let's go to these places.
He was most likely probably paying for the stuff, and I was like,
right.
Does he ask you for? So does he? You think he'll come back and ask for any type of compensation?
No. He actually has me blocked.
What you did? What you did? Hey, West past the one?
Yes.
What you did?
I didn't do anything. No, I genuinely didn't do anything. Shit. I think it was like a thing where like we're not together. He probably don't want to see my face. Like now my videos are.
My boy,
I understand my boy.
Did you start going viral while y'all were together, or did that happen after?
It started picking up on TikTok, but on Instagram, no. Like I think by the time we started dating, it was like at 10K on TikTok. Maybe
that's decent.
Or maybe it had gotten to like 50. I don't know.
That's solid.
So how? I want to know how that blew up. Like, what was the process? Was it a long time? How many restaurants did you go to? Like, what?
I think I wouldn't say it was like a viral video, but the one that got the most engagement when I first started posting was it was a place in Atlantic Station called Pig and a Pearl. Do y'all remember that?
I do.
It was on the corner.
Yep.
And I think what got it was that they had bottomless mimosas. And like people were commenting like, oh, did they have this? Did they have that? Blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't viral, but it was like, I think I got like 2,000 likes on it or something like that. And then I was like, okay, I could keep doing this. Let me be consistent. But like you know how TikTok work. Like you can get 40 likes on this video and then
2,000 on that one. Yeah.
That's actually the first restaurant I like went to when I first touched down to Atlanta. Because I have like a god uncle here, and he was like, "Oh yeah, let me take you to this spot. Like that's one of his favorite spots." That's wild.
Yeah, I've been there before. They had great breakfast.
Oh, it's breakfast.
Nah,
it's not there anymore. It's like a crab something in there.
Yeah, I remember.
It was a crab shack.
It was everything though, right?
Yeah, but they used to do
I remember going there for dinner.
I thought it was like a barbecue place.
That's what it's
maybe it's
like, right?
maybe it's a different spot.
Like a barbecue spot.
It was.
Well, it had. I went for breakfast,
remember.
but I thought they had like brisket. And
yeah, they do. No, they have all that, but they had like a Sunday brunch menu.
Yeah,
they got some shit, something like that in North Decatur too, right? Or am I tweaking?
Where? Oh, you probably talking about Fox Brothers.
Nah, it's like a pig something, and it's by like a Jenny's, huh?
Pig and chick.
I don't know. It might be.
Chick.
I know it's pig. It's something with pig in it.
But that's
he telling you, man. You know my boy know, guys.
Yeah, you right.
Pig and
chick. My fault.
I know.
You right. My bad.
Pig and chick be busting. Ain't gonna lie to see.
So when you did that though, when that first one blew, did like all your other videos start blowing afterwards? Did you like realize I should take this serious, or was it still a game at that point?
I kind of think that was like the point where I was like, I need to be consistent because that can happen often. So I kept posting, but I don't think all my videos were getting like, because I still didn't have that many followers.
What did consistent look like for you? Like how many times were you posting or reviewing content?
I was getting to the point where I was like, I gotta post at least 2 to 3 times a week, like every other day. I need to be posting
of a new restaurant.
Yeah.
And
so like I used to harass him like, we gotta go somewhere else.
Oh my gosh, about to be messy again.
Was you doing like a talkover? Is that what it was?
No, I wasn't. I was not doing my voice or anything. I was using the fake voices on. Actually, so funny thing, my friend went with me to the collab I had right before this, and she was like, I want to go back and see your first video. So she scrolled all the way to the bottom. The footage is so bad. Like, it looks nothing compared to now.
Damn.
Some of them didn't even have, like, voiceovers. It just had words, and it would be, like, one little pan video.
Pan.
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
At what point did it start becoming a job? Like, when did you actually start making monetization off of it? Or?
Well, I feel like it was a job before I started getting paid because people start asking me, can you come out? Can you come out? And I'm like,
damn,
I can only do so much. Yeah, they were asking like, hey, come by.
On some what's his name?
Keith Lee.
Yeah, on that type shit.
Well, not that. They just wanted to showcase it because I feel like my page never has been like, let me rate it. Like it's. I give an overall rating, but I kind of hate that too because it's like. I don't know.
Demean nobody.
I'm not really that type of person. I'd rather just highlight the great things.
You don't want nobody to lose business.
Yeah, but
she's so sweet.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't really. If I feel bad if I give somebody a low rating,
that's
like,
have you ever got backlash for?
Yeah, I actually did one video when I Hattie Marie's. I'm sorry, I got a name drop. That place.
Name drop.
That restaurant is the barbecue restaurant that's like super viral and. Everybody kept going to it, but I went and I was pissed. I'm like, I do not like this food, and I posted it, but I felt bad afterwards. I'm like,
for being authentic.
Not
kind of food is it?
But it was barbecue. Like the size
like,
did not have. It was not hitting for real. And maybe they've gotten better, but I just couldn't understand. Like it started to make sense because I think they were like getting celebrities to come out and like. Okay, maybe this is why they're viral, but I just couldn't get into the food. But I still felt bad for like going on there like bashing them completely.
So you felt bad.
I didn't have any.
You felt bad
great
for
positive.
being honest about something.
It's not about being honest. It's more so like
you're talking down on someone's business.
Yeah, it's like some people might like it.
Yeah.
And that maybe they like. Everybody's not gonna like what you like.
Yeah, true that.
So who am I to be like this restaurant sucks? Like that's why.
I doubt that you just said, "Oh, this place sucks." Or is that what you did?
I kind of
we're gonna
like
pull the video.
The vibe of I think I deleted it actually, but I feel like the vibe definitely gave. I hated it. Like I didn't say anything positive about it. I know for sure.
Sheesh.
I know you didn't want to name drop, but how about you tell us what's the place in Atlanta that's over, or what's the place that's in Atlanta that's really popular but you think is overrated?
Restaurants or like
anywhere to eat, like eat wise, somewhere that people.
I mean that's kind of hard because I feel like. My thing with Atlanta is not that the food is overrated. The pricing just doesn't match the quality. So it's like if I come to a restaurant, I want to pay, and that's majority of restaurants. I can't really put one because it's like.
So majority of restaurants in Atlanta are overpriced.
No, I literally just
not like Atlanta, overpriced, but it's like if I'm coming in, I want the customer service to be great. Like I've had places that I've gone on my own, and it's just like. Golly, it's $30 for a breakfast plate, you know, and y'all know, some of the food is actually good. It's not the food that's the problem. It's just like, okay, can we find a little balance here?
Yeah.
Like,
that's
so
Atlanta shit.
Here's a question because I know this is like big when it comes to food, and I'm big on this. I don't like going places that serve hookah. So if it's a food spot and they serve hookah, a lot of time it doesn't equal. How do you have you made that kind of assumption or realization like if they're serving hookah, the chances of the food isn't the same. It's not as good. Because
I'm on the fence with it. Because I'm not gonna lie, like black people do mess up a lot of establishments with the hookah stuff. Like, it's really
say that.
That's real.
Like nobody wants to come into an establishment and have smoke all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, what about the family friendly restaurants?
I'm loud ass music too.
And I'm only on the fence because it seems as if hookah attracts a certain type of people. There are people in Atlanta that I know that will not go to a restaurant unless they have hookah.
I do too.
And it's like, y'all, we're taking we got to go to restaurants to just eat sometimes.
Exactly.
It don't always have to have hookah. But then you have restaurants like Pasha or like Mediterranean restaurants that's their culture.
Well,
so
that's
like,
that is true.
It can be very nice, you know, but I think hookah itself just attracts a certain type of people, so they try to like mess up that image of like it having hookah there.
People going to the club.
I never thought about that though when you brought the Mediterranean spots, because Mediterranean spot that is part of their culture and their food. It does.
Like,
I haven't had that.
They don't look at hookah like we look at hookah.
Exactly.
Different type of culture.
Right. And y'all know where it started? Do y'all remember House of Hookah? Like we were in there.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought of when you said that.
Yeah. So like House of Hookah was like a place where everybody just sat around and did hookah, and like we were addicted to that place. Like we couldn't even get in on some nights.
Yep.
And I think after that, like everybody started including it in their restaurant.
House of Hookah started the trend.
Of hookah, yeah, because I've been smoking hookah since like 2016.
That was the only place I knew for real.
Yeah, like nobody else was serving hookah until like they saw how addicted everybody was. Like we gotta go back and get the hookah. I don't know what the turning point was, but
Mediterranean, they're typically Albanian, right? Or am I making that up?
So I would say like Pasha. I know the owners of Pasha, Parabistro, and Adania, the one that just opened, and another place, and they serve all types of like it's Turkish, Lebanese, all of that.
Okay,
so all Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
I was gonna say when we were like in Amsterdam, the people. That we was.
I don't know.
That we got the restaurant.
I know
the first one.
That we got the fucking
the kebab.
The first one.
Yeah.
What told us to get out because we was that's Mediterranean.
That's Mediterranean, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kava's Mediterranean.
Yeah, that's
okay.
So
they tried to kick us out for being black.
Yeah.
It didn't.
No, wait, you talking about in Amsterdam?
In Amsterdam, the first spot we went to was a Mediterranean spot where we tried.
Talking about late
night? Nah.
Oh, you talking about the very first spot?
Yeah,
they was not fucking with us.
Both during.
I know what he's talking about.
I was like, it was so bad I wouldn't eat. I was like,
the dessert spot too.
It was a dude. He was like, I don't like you, and I'm like, I like me.
He said he don't like you.
Yeah, he said I don't like you. He said I like me, and then this boy goes USA. I'm like, bro.
No,
that's
Fetty,
crazy.
Fetty would piss me off, bro. I be trolling, bro.
Fetty really fucked us up because remember it was on some like he messed up the order. Like he asked for like chicken. They said like beef. He's like, no, I wanted chicken. The nigga like tossed like
he was mad,
bro.
Yeah.
He like tossed his shit,
and
then
picky.
he was like, get the fuck out. And we were like,
I didn't. It was so bad.
Do you think it was like a cultural thing though? Because I feel like
they don't like Americans.
They don't
like Americans, but also like a lot of things that we do, they view as rude.
Yeah,
that's true.
Like,
that's fair.
If you asking for something else, they probably like, who the hell you think you are?
There was another place we went to like that. You tried to ask questions, and they were just like,
no.
What do you want, bro?
No, Fetty. No, look, it was Fetty. Fetty fucked us up twice because Fetty like a picky eater.
Yeah.
So nigga, he got it like, what's in it? Like,
yeah.
They're like, nigga,
like,
I'm not gonna lie. If I go out of the country, I'm more like lenient. But here, I'm taking it. Take it back. I don't want this.
Yeah,
like,
that is why I didn't order. I was like, I'm gonna sit outside.
Yeah.
Nah, cause he a picky eater too.
I'm a picky eater, and I saw bro respond. I was like,
I didn't start talking shit till I saw my kebab made. Once I saw it was made, then I started talking shit.
He saw it was made up. Boy started yelling.
I mean, even when y'all go out of the country, like I'm very germophobic. But they cook with their hands.
Yeah, they
like,
no gloves.
That was Fetty's biggest thing.
No hair, no nets.
Remember that
like,
burger
let me
spot
not
we went
see it.
to?
Let me not look.
He when I say he was
picking up them
like terrified. He was like, petrified. He like, nah,
dog. Off his head.
Hey, he put his like, yes.
We're looking at this nigga like.
God.
What's going on?
Hey, but we still ate that shit, man.
No, it's like you have no choice because they probably doing that if you're not watching them.
Yeah.
So,
they don't give a fuck.
Are you gonna starve while you out of town?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that shit was crazy.
Nah, that shit hilarious.
I had a question about when we was talking about culture with hookah being like Middle Eastern culture. Is there a point when another demographic can adopt a certain like piece of culture, like how
saying like take
African
it,
Americans are
we
doing with
took hookah?
Like,
are we able to do that?
I don't think so.
We are, but now I feel like because we've taken it over, it has a negative
connotation.
So we can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want. I feel like it's cool to do hookah.
Okay.
It's just like usually when you see hookah now, it's people standing on the couch. You got hookah burns in the couch because people drop the hookahs in the place because they get too drunk. Because you got hookah and you got bottomless, and then people twerking in the section, and the hookah fall over, and they not trying to pay for it. And now it's like you making these people think we can't him.
We give all the opposite stigmas of hookah. Like we party, people say it's just for women, but the real hookah, it's like it's a manly thing, and it's like a business type of thing too.
Yeah,
it's business.
Like they'll do business,
like cigars.
It's like cigar and like a.
Do y'all think it's positive for our community?
No.
Is hookah positive for our community? I don't think it's positive for any community.
Also, first of all, the hookah that is made in the lounges, again, is not the same that they make in the Mediterranean.
It's probably a lot stronger.
It's a lot different.
It's not even not stronger.
Probably
it's like they just throwing some shisha in there. It's not even actual like pure shisha or like the premium top shisha. Yeah, it's like they just throwing it in there. Some girl that just probably learned to make hookah at her house is making your hookah and it's burning.
Crazy random shit.
You choking while you smoking on it. Like no, health wise, absolutely not. It's not good for you.
Is that why they be saying it's like 1,000 cigars? 1,000 cigarettes.
I thought that's because one hookah session is much longer than a typical cigarette session. Like you're gonna puff that like 10,000 times in a hookah session.
Yeah,
that's not like each puff.
Health wise, smoking anything is bad.
But if you smoke a hookah the same amount of puffs as a cigar or cigarette, it's not as bad. It's just you do more typically with hookah.
That's true. I can see that. I can get that.
I don't own a hookah either. I don't have one at home. Partly because I'm
Shorty's be having that hookah to go.
Man,
like
building the setup.
That should be crazy.
But I am the type to be like, bring your hookah if I'm having some. I know people like hookah. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I don't really want it in my house. Because then it's like, am I gonna smoke it by myself?
Yeah.
Nah,
I'm not that addicted. Yeah,
that's how I feel about like food. Like if I buy a whole bunch of shit, bro, and that shit just in the house, and I'm like, I bought it for a lot of people. Like say if I throw an event. And it's just hella food at the crib. I'm like, damn, I gotta eat all this.
I guess I gotta eat this.
Yeah,
it's like you gotta, I guess I might as well.
I'm gonna happy as hell to see them left over.
I feel like I would make an excuse to
eat it. Yeah, like I paid for it or I'm cooked it.
Yeah.
Man, to be honest, I don't even know how to hit the hookah, bro.
Me neither. I've never done it.
Do y'all think it's feminine though? Like, do y'all feel like it's a girl thing?
It depends on where you're at. Like, I don't look at it as feminine, but I think as a culture, like black culture, it's more for the women. Than
If I'm in a section,
I do have a problem with a man that's fiending hookah though.
I was about to say that's
fiending is crazy.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, can I get the hookah?
Right.
Like if I walk in a club, I walk in this thing and I see like 3 niggas sharing a hookah.
The color. No, what gets me, bro, is the colored tip, bro. Like when niggas got like yellow on the end, pink and blue.
Yeah, see,
highlight blue.
I mean,
I'm
were
like,
they supposed to be black?
Yeah, nigga.
You know,
they even make them.
They even have
Neutral colors. You just don't like all the balloon colors, dog.
They got black and they got
mad niggas around the hookah.
They have candy tips too.
Candy tips.
What that mean? They edible?
Oh, Fat Man.
Yeah, they do.
You can eat the tips.
Yeah. It's like,
pause,
but like it's like you kind of like sucking on it at that point. Whoa!
I don't think you can pause her.
Before you even start, before you can continue going,
you can't pause her.
It's not about pausing her. I'm pausing him.
Hey,
y'all ain't hear him?
What did he say?
He said you can eat the tip. Like, whoa.
Is it edible? You said candy tips.
Hey, it is. It's like a lollipop at that point.
Fetty, you got a bottle opener?
I have a bottle opener in my room.
That means we need another bottle opener.
Oh God, that bit not being found.
Don't know where that is.
Don't know where it's
somewhere, bro. I'm just not getting up to find that shit.
He don't know where it is.
That sound like you don't know.
He don't know where it is.
Back to the damn episode. Let's make a new question. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So the first video that you realized you was like, oh, I can probably do this for a living or make like money for real, like next step. Like we know the pig spot was the first spot where you was like, okay, I can lock in and get more likes and get my page out there. But what was the one was like, oh, this is really like real?
It wasn't really a particular like video. I think when I felt that is when I got invited to when they opened the Shake Shack at Piedmont.
Oh yeah,
that was like my first like brand thing that had reached out to me, and I'm like, at that point, I'm still not thinking about money. Like I'm like, I got invited to this. I'm like happy to be invited to like a big name. And I met some other creators there that have been doing this before me and like was talking to them. And I'm like, I kind of got the vibe that they were paying, but some of them, I ain't gonna lie, they don't be wanting to share.
That they
like,
paid to do it.
Yeah. So I actually, I have a friend, he's Vibes in ATL, Jarvis. So shout out to him. He's very friendly, like as a creator. And we went to an event, at this particular place, and they asked everybody to come out. They was giving like $175, and I was like, that's good. Like at that point, I think I was only charging like $50 a video, and I'm like, $175, I'll take it. And so we start having a conversation. He's like, oh nah, they paid me this amount, and I'm like, huh? He was like, yeah, I negotiated higher, and I was like, okay. And so he started giving me the rundown about like, this is what you do, like this is how you can monetize this, and like make, you have a certain amount of following now you can start like leveraging that, so
know your worth.
Yeah, exactly.
So what does that look like when they hit you up and they want to pay you for deals? How do you structure that?
I have like packages now, so they'll hit me up and I'm like, okay, do you want this posted on here in TikTok or whatever? And so they'll choose a package. Some brands like that are bigger name brands, they'll come with the pricing, and it's usually like double than what I charge anyway. So they'll like be like, hey, we're willing to pay this amount, this is our budget. And I'm like, cool, like I accept it, or I can negotiate it. And then they'll have me sign a contract, and then
So have you seen,
I'm about to say, at this point, is it all people coming to you as far as the work that you're putting out?
Most of the time. It depends. Like so I don't usually use my name for a lot of stuff, but if I want to do an activity and they haven't reached out again, I'm like, hey, can we do this in exchange for this? And I'll like go do the video. So, and they'll give me like free tickets or something, or like.
Is that your full-time job now? Is that all you do? No.
I have a 9 to 5.
Then you also do this. So this is your side.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Okay.
So
what you do?
Is the food included? I'm sorry. Is the food included in the packages?
Yeah.
So like whenever you go, they pay you and you order whatever you want to review.
Yeah,
and they gonna make it look the
like
best.
I actually tell them, what do you want to showcase? Because like I do give like creative direction. Like, stop giving me lamb chops. I tell them like I get lamb chops at every restaurant. It don't matter how much glaze you put on it.
Right.
I get a lot of lamb chops, fried snapper. Like, people know what that tastes like. Like, change your menu up. And I'll tell them like directions like that. If I don't really have anything in particular that I want, I'll be like, just give me what is popular, or like what you want to showcase. Like, some will be like, hey, I got these new menu items. Can you come back out and do a video for my brunch? Or we just started brunch. Can you showcase our brunch? And they'll like just bring the stuff out.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What I was going to ask was, have you seen, I guess, like the projected demand that your videos bring to a restaurant? Like, say if you do a video or whatever, they'll be like, oh, we had 300 more customers this week.
So they don't get that specific, but I have had like, I'm actually cool with a lot of business owners, and they'll hit me up and be like, oh my God, we've been busy for the past 2 weekends. Like, they see it, because it's not you can't put a value on it, because one, they usually have multiple creators coming out, and you can't really gauge who came from who page.
Okay.
Two, I guess like, some people save and share the video, and they won't go that particular weekend. So what I tell them is like, for my pricing, I can guarantee that you'll break even at least. Like, I don't guarantee anything, but I'll guarantee that, because somebody like, just like I just said, the pricing of food, right? If I post a video, like let's say I'm charging $500 for a video, and they're like hesitant, and they're like, oh, I don't know what the, whatever.
The market value.
Yeah. And so I'm like, you'll get your $500 back. That's like 5 people. People are
not even.
People are easily spending $100 when they go out by themselves.
Like 2.5, 3 people.
So it's like you're gonna get your money back. Yeah. So it's like,
that's
I don't know.
days.
And even if they don't go now, like right away, and I tell restaurants, like, don't always think my videos are gonna go viral, because they're not. Like, you need to look at the shares and the saves and the views of like how many people are actually seeing it. Because if they save it and they go next month, you don't know they came from my page.
That's true.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Are you able to charge like by your current views and followers? Is that how that works?
That's right.
No, I do a flat rate, because I don't really. I feel like that's still kind of like guaranteeing.
Because you're saying I get these amount of views, so you should get these
amount
of views.
You're at least gonna. I'm absolutely sure you're gonna break even. Like, there's some people that be like, I got this from your page, and some people come to the restaurant and don't tell them they came from my page.
Right.
Yeah, so
you feel like you charge too little?
I'm
thinking about $500. I'm like, you got what, 100,000 followers?
Well, here's the problem, and I'm not trying to bash black people, but like,
they ain't trying to pay.
They be like, I don't want to pay that, or there is some type of like, with bigger brands too, they prefer to. I know y'all hear it. Like white creators get paid more. Like it's
That's just what it is.
like they charge thousands of dollars and they don't look at them crazy for charging that. So it's like it kind of sucks, but you kind of gotta like.
Yeah,
I was just about to ask.
Get in where you
can
fit in.
Majority of the owners be black that you work with?
Not majority. I think I do half and half. I feel like most of I have more relationships with black owners. Naturally. Like they actually get to know me and will hit me up or text me or whatever. Like be like, hey, can you come out next weekend? I'm like, sure.
Have you thought about expanding to different cultures to maybe make more money? To monetize? I
kind of do. Sometimes they'll reach out, but like sometimes they don't want to pay.
Oh, okay.
They don't want to pay.
Because they see like you're black.
I mean, not really, but like sometimes they're mostly like smaller mom and pop, and they probably can't afford it. And like in some like cases like that, I'll work with people on the price. Like, okay, you know, I see you're struggling. Like, I kind of feel bad, but I still got to get compensated for my time,
right?
Like in some sort of way,
right?
So, what about the discount codes? Did that go away to where you will be able to like track your data analytics? So, like, let's say when I post this video, being able to say, all right, cool, now whatever plate that y'all looking for me to actually market, whatever service y'all looking for me to market, upcharge it more, but then tell them that I have a 20% discount to where now when they go and they use
that way they can track
what came from your page. So now you can actually demand.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Even with that,
well, that was
great idea.
free. So thank you.
He said, "Now how do I get compensated for my services?"
I'm gonna say like even with that though, what happened is they still hit what you market because your number one marketing is you're going to make back what you get. What you give me, you're gonna make it back. You guarantee that.
You actually have
you'll still be able to guarantee.
Yeah.
If 20% off will still be a guarantee, and it ain't gotta be 20. It can be 15. Or 10.
I haven't really thought about that. Like there has been cases where they've given me a code to mention in the video, but I haven't asked. You don't be doing metrics. I kind of just go based on like what I can actually see and control. Because then it's like also like what if the business, not that I don't trust the business owners, but like what if they don't like tell me the true amount of like how many people are using.
That's real.
Like that gives a lot of their.
I ain't think about that.
Yeah, and I trust them like in most cases,
but you can't really see.
You can't really see. It's not something that you can share. Yeah. So.
Well, typically, like when you give out codes, you can see as a code giver who's using your code.
Yeah.
Or put that into the actual contract as well.
Like they gotta show. Yeah.
So
you have to be able to show me the analytics that the traffic that I drove to your actual channel.
But I see what you're saying. They can still lie.
They can lie.
I mean,
I mean, it's just I feel like that's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
I guess with
I agree.
As like this being like I haven't thought about that because it's like more of a side thing, and I didn't ever anticipate this page getting this big, so I don't really have everything figured out. Yeah. Like I sometimes don't even like have contracts and stuff like that on my part, and that's something that I do need to like implement because people have been trying to play with my money or treated me a certain way or like they're being rude and stuff. I have dealt with situations like that, and it's like I don't care because this is not my and it's a bad way to look at it, but it's not my only stream of income. So sometimes I'll be like, I pick and choose my battles for certain things, and I'm just like, okay.
You're not looking to push it further now that you see the
eventually I will, but I haven't thought of that. Like I have the same guy that I mentioned, Vibes and ATL. He does it like full time, and I see how great that's been for him since he's been able. And it will help me as far as like timing, because then I could go to a collab like Tuesday at 12, but now it's like it limits the times that I can actually go out to restaurants because I have a job. So.
Are you not working from home?
I am, but it's still I'm in accounting, so I don't really like have to.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so I go in the office one day a week. Okay. They're very flexible, but I also don't I try to honor my time because they're very flexible as it is when it comes to my personal life.
Do you think you could exponentially increase your income if you were to drop the job, jump off the porch, and do the food full time?
I think so, but I'm scared. I'm a big overthinker. I'm not a risk taker. That's not my.
That's what I did.
You've gotten here without it being a risk taker.
Yeah.
Your job not taxing you like that. Keep your job.
Yeah. No, and then also it's
working
a
from
lot
home.
of stuff that go into that. I love knowing that I'm gonna make this certain amount a month from working, and like that security is what keeps me with my job. Like,
I think you should keep your job till your side hustle is making like triple.
Yeah, I agree. I wish I did that. Nigga, when I seen the threshold be met, nigga, I was out of there.
Yeah,
and I wish I didn't do that.
Do triple.
But then it's like I can't really say that because if I quit, I probably would be making triple if I'm able to hit.
That's true.
2 or 3 restaurants a day, or like.
Right. It just depends on your risk tolerance. Like you said, like if you have a bag and you like, I can go 6 to 12 to 18 months without worrying.
Yeah. Maybe if I save it up, and then like.
Yeah, that's why I said have a stack so you're good for a while. And then you jump.
Yeah, I did this shit all wrong. Like literally, whenever I bought my next property. And I projected the cash flow out, and I was like, "This is gonna meet what I'm making now." I quit. I was out of there.
It kind of makes you want to go harder, though. Like I feel like it changes your mindset. Like right now, I'm not gonna say I don't take it serious because I still run it as like a great business, but I probably would be like hitting up people. I'm like, hey, can I come out again?
You would
like
1,000%.
You have to change your mindset.
Do you think the industry is saturated? Like, is there room for more people to come in and do that, or is it like a lot of people?
I do think it is, but let me tell you the problem with influencing. I feel like sometimes it could be like crab in a bucket mentality. So like creators are not helping creators. There's only very little creators that would do what Vibes and ATL did for me. Like when Jarvis was like, hey, this is what you like. He giving a breakdown based on the amount of followers he had. If it had a lot more structure to it, and like all the influencers were like collaborative, like, hey, this is what I charge. Okay, you got this amount of followers. I'm gonna charge this amount, so that we both can eat in that area, and we both can. Because now it's like if everybody wants to go viral nowadays. And it's like a smaller creator can come and go to a business and that video can randomly blow up. They don't have the consistent traction or nothing. But when businesses see that, they're like, why am I going to pay this person? So it kind of it makes it harder for larger creators. And like, with that being said, people can come in and do it. But I feel like if there's more structure to it, then everybody can benefit.
You're saying people don't currently have structure, so it's hard for everybody to come in because
it's like everybody because you got the creators that want to go viral. That's their forefront thought. I want to go viral, so they're doing anything. They're going to all these things for free, and they're posting for free. Similar to how everybody starts, but I had a turning point with somebody came to me and told me you could be charging. They don't know that yet. So they have 40K followers and they still probably not charging and they're pushing these businesses. And so the larger creators are I don't want to say struggling. They're going to go to the smaller people. Yeah. And then I guess for the business, I wouldn't say good thing because it is what it is, but they don't know if it's going to go viral. They kind of just banking on it. But it's it doesn't cost them anything because I might as well give this person a service for free.
I would say as a business owner, it makes sense logically for them to go to the people who just don't know no better. And that's just any industry, any business. Yeah. If I can get over these people, why would I go pay you type of thing? And I mean, it's not the greatest mentality, but at the same time, they trying to save dollars.
We definitely need more mentorships and any type of field of creating, because I see the conversation on TikTok all the time about even black creators versus white creators and how much they're being paid on beauty or lifestyle, and it's dang,
so black people be gatekeeping. That's what
a lot of times, because I really would say
that's anything.
I'm saying
it's with anything
that's competitive. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like we've been like that for a minute.
Well, with food,
but don't even just say us. You feel me? Because certain other demographics, they might be a little bit more willing, but at the end of the day, it's competition.
Right.
When we in business, when we X, Y, and Z.
Well, I don't
stick together.
I will say that because the chances
Yeah.
of a white creator telling me what they charge versus their white counterparts is they're not telling me. They will tell them, and they'll they put each other on. They're like, hey, this event is today. You want to come with me? Or they're not you know how many businesses have told me such and such wanted to post before you, so they beat you to it. It's not a competition. It's not a competition because it's you can go before me, post that video, and I can still get more engagement if I post it 3 days later. It's not a competition. You know how many restaurants are in Atlanta?
Right.
So have you gotten turned down because somebody else?
I've never gotten turned down. I think when people start the conversation and we start getting to scheduling and payment or whatever, then they probably just won't say nothing. But one thing about it, they'll always come back. They always come back. It's like you just kind of gotta
charge.
You gotta know you
they
do.
come back.
It's like I'm only coming if you pay me right now, and I'm only coming if you pay this amount.
Right.
That's simple.
What's
like
the craziest deal you've seen
for me?
For you or for anybody that you know personally?
I don't know. Like I don't know. I feel like I would have to think about that one.
You don't gotta say if it's you or somebody else. You could just say the deal.
I don't remember the amount of like money, monetary, or are you just saying? Like,
yeah, I was talking monetary.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't think of one.
She doesn't want to disclose that information.
No, not for me. No, I would say that if I didn't want to. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like you would probably say it.
I don't know.
But you don't gotta say if it's you or not as well.
Yeah.
yeah, I was just wondering what like
I'm wondering
what would be considered like, oh shit,
like a good deal, like
that's
good
a
ass.
good ass deal.
Well, I would say one of my friends, he does like lifestyle travel food, but he got an offer to go to it's not monetary, but it was Ethiopia. They were basically asking him to go on Ethiopian Airlines every month to a country, and like
Damn.
everything would be paid for.
So every month he would get a free flight somewhere through their airline.
Yeah.
And they wanted him to
Just
record the
showcase.
process
Yes,
of that.
exactly.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Right.
That's monetary.
I was gonna say that's monetary.
It's like some stuff like that is give or take. I would absolutely take that and be like,
right.
You ain't gotta pay me that. Like that's you're hitting all these like
That's
countries.
Racks.
Yeah.
That's racks right there.
So
They taking care of your trip.
It sounds like this just kind of opened up a new avenue. This might have to be cut out the video so we can expand on it, but creating like an app for content creators to be able to actually
come together.
You know what I'm saying? Like an open table.
Like a Reddit type shit.
To discuss what you've been making?
No.
Like what's
as
been
far
going
as
on?
for you to actually be able to track your data analytics. So when she posts a video, to be able to say, all right, cool, now go to this site and pay for it here or use the QR code here. So you can be able to track it like you say, so it could hit the pain.
Do you not think there's already things
I'm pretty sure there is one.
Yeah, I think there's stuff like that.
But no, actually, I don't think it's like one that's like that. But I do get a lot of emails asking me to try out their apps about like trying to, not necessarily in that sense, but like to put, I guess, a directory for restaurants that are looking for creators and like y'all could come out. I don't know if it has a feature like that though, so that might be something different.
On the cultural piece in terms of like putting people on, this is not even really a question, but I can say that even in my own experience when it came to investment banking, it was like, and it was an African man that put me on. It's like I reached out to a lot of, you know what I'm saying, African Americans that were high up in investment banking, and then I remember this nigga name because it was like one of the reasons why I was able to get up so fast. But his nigga name was Yinka Akineme, and like shit, I emailed him and he hit me back and he interviewed me like on the spot. And then like I was able to get 4 more interviews, and it was like, damn, like it took an African man, not to say we're not all black, but you know, he was an African man instead of someone like us. And we be gatekeeping.
It just depends on, but like also I think that's what helped me to be where I'm at. I am, because I'm not a gatekeeper. There's a lot of people that you will post a restaurant on their page and they won't tell you where it's from. And it's like, why? What do you get? Like you ever DM somebody and you like, where are you at or where you eating? They act like they don't see it.
Yeah,
like,
don't worry about it.
Or like, what are you wearing? Where you get this dress from? And they're like, don't want to tell you. I've never been that type, so I feel like that helped me get to where I'm at.
That's correct.
And if somebody asked me like how you start, I would tell them just like I'm telling y'all, like the steps and like what I wish would happen if I was in that place. But like, yeah, there are a lot of gatekeepers, especially in Atlanta. I think it's an Atlanta thing too.
I ain't gonna lie, it's an Atlanta thing.
Yeah. How you gonna gatekeep some tacos you didn't even make? Like you hurting the business.
They trying to be cool. They don't want no one
going
going to the spot they go.
Yeah, and they don't want it to be.
Before I get mad.
Nah, man.
No, like even when I go to collabs and I post like a clip on my personal page and people ask me, it's not like I'm like, no, because I gotta post my video. Like I'll tell you where it's from. Like I'm not tripping, you know.
I think that's a universal law though. What you put out, you gonna get back. So
Yeah,
that's true.
You're
gonna get what you want back. I don't know. Shit, what's one thing that people wouldn't think is common as a food influencer? Like, what's something that would shock people that you got to go through? If there's anything you can think of.
I don't think it would come as a shock, but as a woman food influencer, I get. Sometimes I go to some restaurants and it's very uncomfortable. Like a lot of times I go to places by myself, and like one time I won't say the place, but I actually had to call my guy friend up there with me because I'm like, this dude acting like he about to like eat me off a plate right now.
Wait, is it like the owners or people that be there?
It was the owner. Like, first of all, I'll tell you the story. So I got to the restaurant.
This opportunity.
And
right.
No, I got to the restaurant, and first of all, he wasn't in the restaurant. He was in the back in his truck. So I called. I'm like, I went in and I told the girl like, hey, I'm here for such and such. She's like, oh, I don't know where he's at. I'm about to go to the back and tell him to come. So then she goes back there, and then she comes back to me. She's like, oh, he said come back there. And I'm like, why am I going to his truck in the back of the restaurant? So I walk over there, and he's like, oh, get in. And I'm like, why? Like, I need to do this video. So then he gets out the car. He comes inside. And then he makes a comment like, why you ain't tell me you look this good? Or like, it was a very uncomfortable thing. It was a very uncomfortable thing. So then it was like he was like looking at me a certain way, and I'm like, hey, I called my friend, I'm like, can you come up here please, like to act like you my man or something, because it was very uncomfortable. I have like even with giving my number out, it's like I don't know, or if I'm working with a lady restaurant owner, she could be super mean or she could be super nice. Like it's as an influencer, it just depends. Like if they don't know what you look like, because for a minute I didn't show my face, so a lot of people didn't know if I was black or white or I look a certain way, and they figure it out, and they're like calculating this stuff, and like I'm like, damn,
I'm paying her.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Or like, so when are you gonna post? Like you can tell by the questions that people ask. Like I don't know if it's like from experience with other influencers, or like you don't trust that I'm gonna do my job, you know? Or can I see your video before you post it? I don't let people see anything. Like you trust my content because you see it. Why do you need me to send it to you? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, it'd be like resistance to like a paying you up front type of thing? Like they be like, because don't they already see your content?
I think I don't deal with that as much as with the amount of followers that I have now, but there are still people that are like, you know, I don't know, like, can I see the video before you post it? And it's like, you already know what my content looks like.
Right.
The only time I will send a video before I post it is like if it's like a contract that exchange. Because like some companies, you can't use certain words. You can't, you know, if they want you to advertise something and like you actually have like a hashtag ad on it or whatever, they have to review the video. But like any other time, it's like, you know what my stuff looks like. You don't really need to, I don't know. But that's to answer your question, that's probably like, some people wouldn't know that. I know I get a lot of assumptions. Like I do this full time. Like they assume that your time is just like, you have so much time to do. It's like, can you post at 12 o'clock on a Tuesday? And it's like, dude, I'm at work. Or like, you know, I'll make it work, but golly. So.
I feel like that's probably a very common thing of women in any business. To be honest. It doesn't have to just be food.
Exactly.
Men gonna try you and women may hate.
I go to these, sometimes I mean, it doesn't matter because you can look busted at the gas station and the guy will come, but I don't really go, I don't really go looking a certain way, but I keep a level of professionalism with everybody. And it's like, I would like that back, you know? This is business. So.
But you've been doing it for a while. Do you think that, like, have you found any secret formula to going viral?
Posting?
Or anything that you've
no. Before I would probably say I used to pay attention to what days my videos did better. So like I kind of know that, but there's no specific formula because the algorithm is different.
It changes. That's why I was wondering.
TikTok doesn't push, like even my videos, they don't push them. Like you have to catch it at a perfect time. I don't know the timing anymore on TikTok. Instagram, I know like it changes based on like what else is going on. So like let's say a game is on or Super Bowl weekend. I'm not going to post a video on Sunday at Super Bowl time. Like people are likely, like I think about stuff like that. Or I think my time I usually post is like around 8
p.m.
Yeah. partly because of my schedule, but also because like people are on their phones and
They're getting off work.
Mm-hmm.
They chilling.
I've seen people post very early in the morning, but that probably just works for their page. And like I've seen
in their
like,
content.
Yeah, they like post at like 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. and it'll build over the day. So it kind of just depends on your.
Gotcha. Yeah, because we've been posting a lot this last few weeks. I haven't seen a time that's superior.
That's just
to
stood
others.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more so just
It's just
The video.
It's also consistency. Like
Right.
that's what works for
For
me.
sure.
It wasn't a specific like post this day. Like I
Mhm.
told you, I was trying to post at least 2 or 3 times a week, and that didn't matter what day.
Yeah, I
It
feel like
was.
with the way algorithm work now, you could post at 3:30 in the morning.
Facts,
Yeah.
facts.
It's gonna reach. The
I've
target
seen
audience.
people I've seen people post really late at night, and it'll like blow up
Right.
Mhm.
early in the morning.
Right.
So it's not a specific formula. You just gotta keep posting.
Makes sense. Consistency is the formula.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, US, you had a question? Did you?
No, go ahead. You can-
So I was gonna ask you. So like, what would you say is like a perfect first date idea for
First
guys?
date.
Yeah, like getting into the dating gender dynamic.
First date in Atlanta.
First date. Give me first date
Well,
in Atlanta.
first-
You would be like, ah.
Okay. Do you want me to wait
nigga
till
not
you
even
get over here?
This thing gonna come with food.
How I ask her a question and you talking about let me answer.
What is this?
I don't.
It's a pancake from a restaurant.
Oh.
This nigga D West said, why?
Come over here, this dry ass half pancake.
He probably about to be. He probably be like rated. He probably wants y'all to.
Appreciate you, bro.
I'm saying you are ungrateful.
In the syrup.
I feel like he about to.
Why yours bigger than mine? My fault.
He said, what he say? Why you give me the what?
He said, "Why your
Mine is
pancake bigger
bigger
than
than
mine?"
Okay.
Genetics. bro.
Okay. That is funny.
The reason why I'm doing this is because we got Crystal on here. She goes out, she tries a bunch of different restaurants.
In the mic.
My bad. So we got Crystal on the show. What she does is she tries restaurants, bro. She goes to places and she tests the food and see what it's talking about. Y'all lucky. Y'all getting this for free. This is buttermilk biscuits. Where I got these pancakes. I got a whole.
Have you been there before? Have you been
Have
to
you been there?
I
Buttermilk?
have been to Buttermilk.
You have? Oh, my bad. I haven't been there. I didn't know if you've been
No,
there or
it's
not.
fine.
I heard it's
mean,
fire.
It could be different now than it has been.
Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. Just say
Nah,
thank you, bro.
appreciate it.
Jeez.
Appreciate the pancake car.
Bro, so what's the
Hungry at nigga.
D West over here hating.
Appreciate the car.
I just knew the next question was gonna be a mouthful. I ain't gonna lie to you. Pause
Wow.
for sure. My bad.
That's all y'all do all day is pause.
Let me
Pause.
pause. We pause everybody.
Yeah, I pause everything.
It just lighten the mood a
It
little.
like it makes life fun.
Hey, all right.
It's good, right?
It is good.
I give it an 8.
You give it an 8.
Oh, damn. 8 straight.
Based on what?
Let me eat my shit before y'all niggas.
Crispy edges.
How it tastes?
Yeah.
Man, D West is the main nigga.
I'm saying, nigga just said, "Oh, on how it tastes." Nigga can't be no food critic.
Duality.
He's
It's all about
he's a
perspective.
negative optimistic.
I think some people like the gray.
that works a
versus
little
like
better.
black and white.
Buh.
A negative optimistic. You're a positive
Ain't nothing
pessimist.
about me negative.
You call him a negative optimistic,
Like, come on. Like, what are you even saying?
Nigga said a negative optimist.
Positive
and he's a positive
pessimist.
pessimist. Hey, these niggas got a million different ways to call you something. Like, yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
Right.
Y'all like me,
Exactly.
just say that. I'm just saying.
Pause.
Niggas love to talk about me.
Oh, bruh.
Just saying, bro. Just saying. I'm just
Princess.
going off what I hear, bro.
What you call him? What you call it? What you call him? What said?
Little mama.
Little mama.
Little mama.
That's little mama West right there.
Sticks and stones.
Sticks and stones.
Sticks and stones. Nigga. Anyways.
We still
All right, back to the question.
still-
Ask
still
a question, but I
business, or-
forgot. the
Hey.
question.
Yeah, we,
Okay, so if he were attracted to a guy, and this was the perfect,
He
the
painted
perfect-
a picture.
the perfect first date that you would sit in awe and be like, oh, okay, like I can date this dude, like I can be for real
in Atlanta.
in Atlanta.
I'm like, okay, because I feel like a lot of girls don't like to do everything, and I'm
That's fair.
down to do everything. Like, A first date shouldn't be too crazy though, in my opinion, because it's like I feel like a first date, I would say, is the belt line. Like, maybe walk the belt line, go to a couple restaurants, probably get ice cream after.
Get caught up.
Yeah. And I feel like that gives you time to actually talk to them. Oh, but the belt line be having a lot of people. So if you got a lot of people you talking to, maybe that's not a good idea. But if you walking down a belt line, they have restaurants, hawkers, and... Hawkers.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Hawkers goated.
Yeah.
I never been to
Hawkers.
Hawkers goated.
And then right across the street is Jenny's. So get some ice cream. And I feel like that's a good first date, in my opinion.
Can we rewind real quick?
Yeah.
Because you said if you have a lot going on,
a lot of motion,
the belt line shouldn't be a place for you to go.
You know what I mean? Well, I know a lot.
I was about to say, has that happened to you?
No. Well, I actually have walked in, but I don't care. Like, I know I don't be talking to a lot of people at a time, but I've seen people that I've talked to before on the belt line, or like they friend, and I know they gonna go tell their friend like, "Oh, she dating somebody." Like,
so
we talking like we in elementary school nowadays.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, people. I've actually seen other people do it. Like, I know this girl talk to some other dude, but I just seen her on that belt line with me, which is nothing wrong with that. But people, you know, people be talking and
we can't be friends no more.
So knowing the dating scene in Atlanta and just how it is, what's too much? What's considered too much at one time? Dating.
Well, I was saying, you saying like
how many people dating? How many people at one time is considered egregious?
Egregious.
Hey, that boy.
I'm just asking because we know how it is in Atlanta.
For y'all, I think it's a different. I don't know.
It's a different ballpark.
Y'all are usually going to be the ones paying for the dates,
right?
So
okay, you looking at it from like that.
If you're paying for a lot of people, like you probably gonna only want to be taking at least 2 to 3 people serious. 3 is a lot.
I agree.
Like. You don't, and like I said, it's not cheap. So if you're actually actively dating somebody, you're going to be spending time with that 1 or 2 people. I feel like I'm a lover girl too, so I can't talk to that many people. I might like all of y'all, and y'all all can be my boyfriend. But like, no, I think I like stick to one person at a time. But guys, I feel like 2 to 3 is cool.
2 to 3.
But you got to know when you got to cut the other one off. Like, you have to make that decision very fast. You can't just be leading them on for 6 months. Like,
I was going to say, how much time, what time is fair for you?
Time. I want to know what is the actions that would be, that you feel like, so some girls would be like, okay, having sex with, when you start having sex, the other person cut me off. Or some people might be like,
I mean, that is fair, because also, like health. I don't want to know that you're doing all this with other people. But if you're, I don't know. I feel like time frame. After we go on 2 or 3 dates, you know you want to talk to me. Or
so
not.
Cut me off after 3 days.
Yeah. If you make it that far,
3 days is 3 days.
You need to be real.
That's kind of
that's dangerous.
Yeah, like, I know from a first conversation if I'm gonna take you serious. For me,
I agree
after
with
3
that.
days, you know.
If something come out your mouth and I'm like, oh no, his mindset is crazy.
I agree with that.
Okay, but so what if?
But look, hold on. But I'll try you on that. There hasn't been enough resistance or enough seasons for you to have to cut off other people for exclusivity.
But
I agree that I think in a first conversation you could tell if you're interested. Okay, this person's elevated in this way, but I feel like there hasn't been enough real events for you to maybe peep how they are emotionally in certain.
Well, I'm not saying I have to agree with everything you do on the first date, but like, let's say we're having a conversation and like it's a heated discussion, but like you don't agree with what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'll cut you off for that. But it just depends on the topic that we're talking about. Like, let's say we're talking about something serious, like sexual abuse, and you're like, well, why she dress up like that? And I'm like, now I know how you think. I don't want to talk to you because, like, what are you talking about? That's crazy. It has nothing to do with what you're wearing or what else do guys
That's
do?
valid, though.
That's valid. That's very much.
I've had people just do a lot of like you meet. I go to a lot of like I don't go to clubs. I go to like social parties and stuff, and like you know, you meet people there. Some people just be talking. Like, they don't really want to talk to you. They just like, oh, how you doing today? They drinking and they're like, and I'm like, I know this is not going to be
I think 3 dates is plenty time to tell if you want to be there or not.
Okay, but what if
I
somebody...
I didn't disagree with that.
Like, there's been times where I'm texting somebody and they have not asked me to go on a date, or they don't know how to plan one, or they're like, oh, where do you want to go? And it's like...
I mean, they
to
might
be fair to them, you are the foodie. Like, you the food person.
No.
That's
That's so piss poor.
That's such a terrible...
I do not.
That's a terrible...
And that's even more of a reason why you need to think out.
They should go on her page and see what to go to.
I know you've been here, but
I'm not saying I do.
I feel like
that actually makes it easy.
That's more of a reason for you to think out the box, though, because it's like, obviously she always eating. Maybe she want to go somewhere else.
Right.
You know, like,
I was just about to say,
everybody, eating is not always the only thing.
I agree.
I was just about to say, do you even prefer eating as dates, or do you prefer more activities?
I hate eating as
dates? It feels more like
I agree.
It feels like we're interviewing, and it's like very like awkward.
Right,
like you ever paid attention to a restaurant? You could tell them they are on the first date.
It's an interview process.
Yeah, I don't like that.
What do you like? What are you good at? It's like
you have nothing to reminisce on and talk about. Like, let's go
do something.
Let's go go-kart racing.
I'm trying to see if you can pick them knees up.
Let's go to the park. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm trying to see
no,
how
for
you
real. I mean, and there's a lot of there's so
yeah, we going on the mountain.
Exactly. I've had people ask to go to like Stone Mountain, or my friends. I ain't never been to Stone Mountain with nobody, but like they'll be like, "Let's go to Stone Mountain." Okay, like that's
fire
cool.
date.
I mean, you probably won't be able to talk that much, but
going up that damn hill.
So that time frame thing, it ebbs and flows. It's too.
So you want the action?
It's the actions that make you be like, okay, we're serious.
We need to lock in.
We need to lock in. That's
time
is still involved.
Honestly, time is involved, but also I feel like men drive the.
I was just about to say,
yeah, they do.
Like if you meet with me this week and you like, I want to see you again next week.
For
like now I'm like, okay, he's serious, but like I also don't mind if like, okay, we ain't been out in a while. You want to go somewhere in 2 weeks or something like that, like. I don't feel like it's a problem with that, but I think the pace is set by the guy, so that would be my, like, how I would determine it. If I'm only hearing from you once a month to do something or like hang with me, then I'm probably gonna not be interested.
Do you get turned off? But so you said when there's a longer time, but what if like a nigga trying to see you every day? You would probably get turned off too.
No,
I think
it
it
would
depends
feel like
on
the man
who
is
it
not
is and
doing
how he
anything
goes
in
about
life.
You right.
What are you doing that you want to see me
and
every
how
day?
he goes about it too.
Yeah,
it's all about delivery and who you are.
Well, you said for you, it depends on what.
Realistically, I can't see somebody every day. I'm too busy for that.
That's true.
But it's like if you are able to see me every day, you're not doing enough, in my opinion.
That's real.
That's real. Unless we live in the same house, like you got to be doing something. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, that's a good. Does that make it hard for you to date since you're such a like active, busy person? Do you feel like men have to be as active and busy as you? Or?
Like I'm dating somebody right now, and it is not a problem. Like we don't live near each other.
Is he a hustler like you?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to say like I'm a hustler.
You hustling?
No, I feel like
you are definitely hustling.
See, here's the thing: when I like somebody, I make time. Like you would never know that I'm super busy because I make the time if I want to see you, or like if I want to be with my friends or whatever. Like I make the time to do so. So even when a guy be like, "Oh, I got a lot going on," like that's BS.
That's a turn off for you.
That's a very big.
I guess I was see if it makes men a lot more less qualified since you may.
No, it doesn't. Like, just because I have a lot going on, I don't have that. Like, I do want you to have something going on, but you don't have to be busy. Just
have goals and aspirations.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm very realistic about that.
I was going to say,
some
feeding
girls
off of
be
that.
like, you need to have this amount of money.
Right, that's why I was asking.
I'm not like that.
For sure.
So, what if they do have a lot going on like you do,
and they make the time?
But it's about the spontaneousness. Are you a spontaneous person?
Yeah.
Because a lot of women like I want to have something to look forward to. I want you to plan X, Y, and Z, and then whether like, okay, I got a free moment, I got a free few hours. Let me call you earlier in the day. Are you free between 4 and 5, 4 and 6? Let's go out to eat.
It depends on if I feel like if we're exclusive. Yes, I like the spontaneousness, but. Sometimes spontaneous can come off as that you're not like planning anything, or you just it didn't work out with this person, so you trying to ask me to go somewhere with you now, like that.
It
can come off like that. So
I've never thought about that. I've never been in that situation where it's like somebody decided not to like come out, like to go out, go on a date.
I've heard of it and done it.
So and I just replaced her with somebody else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it can come off as that.
I've never done that one. I would just go by myself if that's the case, or I just wouldn't go at all.
They know who they are.
Go at all.
So do y'all?
Oh, I definitely go.
For the guys, do y'all take y'all people to the same spots?
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man, listen.
It was one point in time, like all throughout college, the first 3 dates were the same for every single girl.
Because as a nigga, if you find a nice smooth spot, you be like,
yeah.
I'm trying to take
and then
you
look, you can project, like you know exactly what you're gonna spend.
Yeah.
So you know exactly what you need to have to go.
Less thought process. You can
that's
be more aligned with
exactly.
the person.
That's even more of a reason
on.
why I need something planned and different. Don't take.
But look,
I don't need nobody taking me.
You're
to
not gonna know.
You took me to somebody else.
You're not gonna know.
Ignorance is bliss.
You're not gonna know.
Well,
you're not gonna know.
Well,
this your routine.
Well,
I promise. Nigga got this shit down.
Is this my first time?
Let me introduce you to this spot.
Right.
Look,
They know him on the first name
I used to do
basis.
this all the time. I got
Exactly.
my homeboy told me about these like a couple of different things. So like for the guys that are balling on a budget right now, you feel me? When you're in college, Tuesdays, AMC, $5. That's the first. That was probably first date. Tuesday.
Right.
That's a terrible first date.
I think
movies
is terrible.
Look,
No.
You can go to Jenny's, hit Krog Street.
Exactly.
Hit Krog Street.
That's what it was.
And then boom, go from there.
I didn't
can't even. Okay, I'm not against movie dates, but it should not be the first date.
No, but all right. So look, this how you do it though.
I see what he
going. We would go to Kilwins at Atlanta Station.
Right.
So you walk around Atlanta Station, you're eating ice cream, you're talking, getting to know each other. That's cool. We're having a good time. And 9 times out of 10, I like to watch movies. I'm a big movie guy. So if I would do it, Avengers is coming
movie
out.
guy.
You feel me?
I'm a movie guy.
We go see an Avengers movie or something like that. Boom.
I feel like movies are for like when y'all are established.
Yeah, y'all are.
I agree.
It is, but when you're balling on a budget,
I see how he going.
If you ball on a budget, you should.
Okay, if you're in college,
it's a $5 date. That's what I'm saying. I'm speaking on college. This is not now.
Yeah, college is.
This was my.
It don't need to be your first date.
This is my first 2 dates in college.
You can't talk in the movie.
Right.
But that's where
you just sitting there watching the movie with a stranger. It's like, okay, you enjoying it because you a movie guy. Like she don't really care.
Hold on. If she likes me, she's gonna enjoy it too.
Then you gonna try to.
She don't know if she like you.
Then it's like,
how many girls did you in college? How many girls did you just walk up to and like, oh, let's go on a date? Like you met them right then.
Oh, I feel like in college guys had no like.
We didn't do that. Like
they don't ask.
Yeah, you feel me? We didn't do that.
Who didn't?
You ask girls on dates.
Yeah, we're talking about you, nigga. You're talking about you.
Know your audience, man.
So
where were y'all taking girls on dates?
Before they even go there.
T-Mont Park.
Before we even go there.
Let's walk around campus.
I mean,
no, Dining Hall.
No, I did walk in the class.
Dining Hall.
Let's walk up to Dining Hall.
Okay, no.
Y'all play about going to goddamn
Dining Hall.
Actually, it really don't even count because I feel like y'all play football, so like girls would do anything.
Bro,
give it up for
I'm not gonna say no names, but when I was a resident of y'all, I'm like, this girl folded his clothes. Like
you was, bro. Hey,
Crystal knows too much.
I know too much. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Listen.
They bringing y'all food to y'all room. They doing it all wrong.
I ain't getting out 1 minute, 1 second of playtime, but when I throw that motherfucking Georgia State football shirt on, oh my, bro, I'm telling you, bro, shit, I swear to God, bro, nigga didn't
tricking off
that
the Georgia State gear.
You was wearing it in class.
Play with them for the 0-2 season.
I wasn't even there for the bowl game.
You was there for the 2-10 season.
Bro, I put that shirt on, bro. That blue. They seen the blue, the Georgia State football. Like, oh,
they like, yeah, they asked me
you
questions.
play football? You're in the nigga, I said, yeah.
Bro,
Not to mention, I worked at the front desk a couple times too. I seen people that wasn't my
too much, bro.
I seen all, not just y'all, but like the girls don't do anything. They see y'all playing football, they like, ooh, gotta get him. Like,
But
y'all really didn't have to do much.
even with that,
good
though,
times.
do we consider walking around campus a first date?
No.
All right, so that
You said
Bro, when your pockets are
if we walking
when your
up the-
pockets on zero, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
In college, anything.
I'm about to
That
tell
sounds
you,
yeah,
that's what I'm
that
trying
sounds
to tell
very
you.
romantic. Like,
College,
let's go around the campus. And,
I ain't gonna lie, that's sweet.
yeah, I think
That's
I
sweet.
think that's cool.
I appreciate that.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That worked for me a couple times. You hating ass nigga. Nigga, come on, son. I know what I'm doing here.
Don't know what I'm doing
So
here.
what
Look,
happens
yeah,
when
yeah.
you walking
I'm
around
not
campus
hating.
and you see other people you talking to?
And
Like,
that's the thing.
You act like you don't see 'em.
I ain't
I ain't gonna
Y'all
lie.
act like y'all don't
but
see
it,
them.
but I've never gotten caught. I've always been the one to see, but I've never and peep, but I've never got caught.
That
like,
you know
oh,
of.
knowledge.
Like,
To your
let's
Like
go-
right, like
Oh,
let's
to
make
your
this
knowledge.
flash.
Hey,
Your
to
knowledge.
your
Like,
knowledge.
Let's go to Anna
That
Hall.
you know of. That's
Hey,
what
but
I'm
listen,
saying.
I feel like with me, what helped me so
I
much
would've brought it up.
is that I had a lot of female friends.
Yeah.
And so even if I
You just
seen,
lie?
I wouldn't lie, but they would like, if they didn't see us holding hands or nothing, they would just assume that that was my friend. So because I had a lot of friends, it was like,
I think so.
I think
think so.
they just were just
They
a
didn't
little
do that.
naive. That's okay.
They wasn't even naive.
wanna
They
say-
just didn't
oh.
let this man know that they caught him
Yeah.
outside with
no,
another
nigga,
chick.
we like, we
Some
would like,
girls-
I would
Some
say,
girls
hey,
are
Right,
okay
and they
with
would-
that.
I
I
would
was
speak
like,
to
who was
them.
that? Who
They
was that you
ignored
were
it.
walking with
But-
today?
Exactly. They
I ain't
ignored
never
it.
seen you walking with her before.
I was like, oh, like,
Hit him with the question.
okay, but is that,
Don't
am I-
interrogate
okay,
me.
If I say, okay, let's say I haven't had sex with that person, right? Let's say, like you said, we're talking, they're on the list.
It don't even matter, dog.
If I say we're friends, am I lying?
It don't
It's
matter.
not that you're
Technically,
lying,
yeah,
bro.
because
How?
you're pursuing this person.
that doesn't.
Are you?
but
Do you
that's-
pursue
I'm
your
not.
friends?
I wouldn't.
You don't-
use,
you
I
don't-
wouldn't use the word pursue.
And it, you
I'm
know,
seeing if we're
I'm
feeling
walking
it out.
around with a guy and it's my friend, you'll know that this my friend. Like you're
Mhm.
gonna absolutely know
That's a
it's a
fact.
friend.
That's a fact.
Well, in
I feel
college,
like-
everybody was my friend
Exactly. You gonna lay
until something happened.
That's a red flag.
That's crazy.
That's a red flag.
That's a
I said it,
flag.
bro. We're
And
talking
we
about
have
10
it
years
recorded.
ago.
And that's getting clear.
Hey, you know me. Hey, I'm not like
I fuck with
brother
it.
man.
I fuck.
Hey, I'm on there.
Stand
Yeah,
10
put me
toes.
on there.
Stand 10 toes.
That's so funny.
I want to
Stand 10
recant. I want to
toes.
recant my statement.
Okay.
So it wasn't about me getting caught because I couldn't get caught. I was only talking to one person at one time.
Oh yeah, sure. We can go with that.
Hey, and that's
Nobody-
getting clipped.
I don't believe. I don't believe.
Person.
First of all, you couldn't even say it with a straight face. And no,
But we gotta believe you when you said, but you can't believe you. when I
Yeah.
said.
Let's be
First of
real.
all-
Hold on.
Nigga said, looked at the camera like, by the way, like,
And by the way,
I was talking
do
to
wanna
one
throw this
person.
in here.
Right. I just want to recant my statement that
Shit.
I was
No.
talking to one person.
My boy,
Niggas be
my
capped
boy
out.
is
I
over
don't
here
know why y'all
trying to
be
save
capped out.
face
Niggas be
on the
capped
road.
out.
You feel
No.
me?
Nigga, I'm saying, what you saving face for?
Right.
I was
Listen.
in the fucking field, nigga.
Yes, no, he was in the field.
It was a joke, brother.
He was in the field for sure.
Dre was a frontline soldier.
I ain't
Oh,
gonna
man.
You say you was in
That
the
was
He was
it.
in
field.
the field.
Hey,
He wa- I
they was
told
in the
you.
field.
Hey.
They stayed on my hall. You
Word.
too. And I'm
Yeah.
like, they no.
Hey.
Wait, he
Nah, Wes.
He was on that?
He
What year was that? Was that when we
He
roomed?
was
Was that when we
in the
roomed
room.
together?
Yeah.
You was
all
across the
three
hall.
y'all was-
Yes,
That
they
was a
all-
good year.
all
I
three
tweet.
y'all-
That was a good
I
year.
tweet.
That was
Yeah,
a
I
good
forgot you
year.
was my
Yeah,
roommate.
that was the year you crossed.
Yeah. And
Wait, you was
y'all
on, you
used
was
to-
on already that year?
Yeah,
I
she
do
was.
remember that.
We were
Yeah.
building A, right?
I was
I do too.
Steve.
I
It was
remember that.
Steve.
Oh,
Like,
damn,
it was
my
the
bad.
first floor.
That was a crazy year.
Yeah.
Nah, that was a great
That was a
year.
year.
That was a crazy year.
That was a
Niggas
That was a room.
Nah,
It
niggas
was.
went
That
up.
was a room.
That's
And
Niggas
y'all
went
used
up.
to have
Away.
part. I remember. I don't know if y'all had a party on another hall, and I was on.
We had a
duty.
party on damn near every.
And I had to go stop the party, and it was
Oh,
like,
you ain't never
y'all,
stopped
and
at
I
the
was
bar.
like,
Yeah, I don't.
It
I
was
don't-
something
Nah,
that
that was
I
the young
knew.
niggas. That was like
Yeah.
TG and them. They
That
used
was
to
my
be
hall.
in-
Yeah, they had a
No,
party.
I remember that because that
It
was
was
my
like, yeah,
hall.
and I was
Mm.
like,
I remember
golly,
that
like
one.
I gotta go stop a party, and I was at the front desk.
We
I
didn't throw
saw all
parties
people
in the
go up
commons.
there.
We threw parties outside. the
Y'all
commons.
did, yeah.
Yeah, that was
True.
TG room. We was. Going
It was
crazy
a
at TG
party in
room.
there. I'm like, oh my god, like
Yeah, they used to have that shit trapped out.
Hey,
That was the young
Eskimo-
niggas.
Hey,
That wasn't
look,
us.
I'm gonna tell y'all though, them Eskimo production parties,
No, those are all legendary.
Yeah.
legendary,
Those are all legendary.
legendary, and the big ones for birthdays, legendary. When they come back, don't miss.
Yeah, now we're gonna start throwing more like structured events just because
Yeah.
we're good at that.
Yeah.
That's part of what we're gonna branch
yeah,
out
people
with
be
this
coming
stuff.
out for y'all too. So
Yeah, nah,
They
especially
do.
as we blow this.
They do.
We
Nah, I
appreciate
ain't gonna
y'all.
lie.
Clap it
They
up for
do.
the people.
You know what it is? Because
fact.
we making a good time. We let people
Yeah.
come. We don't charge nothing. We always
Right,
gonna have refreshments and food and everything,
Food,
like
yeah.
drinks. Like just pull up.
Pause. Flag on the play.
What's the flag?
We're about to start charging you.
We may start
as
charging.
you should.
That was the past.
That was the past.
That was the past.
That's
We are adults now.
Yeah.
We're charging.
But I wanted to ask.
We're not gonna break the bank.
Unless you're beautiful, you might get in for free.
No. No.
If you talk to me, if you talk to me, you might get it. You talk to him.
Hey, all the girls gonna be like, how can I get in this?
You get a drink.
Talk to me, you might
Fuck
get in.
that.
You might
Everybody
get in.
charged.
Charge everybody.
Right, nigga.
You feel me?
Over with.
If we gonna charge my brothers, man, we finna charge the girls.
$25. You got $25, baby.
Nah, I got you.
I might give you. I'll give you a discount though for sure.
Pull up.
D West gonna pay for it.
So look,
Well, I
I'm gonna
got
tell
you,
you,
boo.
every girl that gets in the party because of D West, let me know. We gonna make sure we charge him. Yeah, the money coming.
You just talking.
We gonna charge you, bro.
He said,
It's
"I'm
a
not
case
paying."
by case.
It's a case by case, bro. The vibes bring the vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Come on now.
We know that, but
Nah.
sheesh,
It's
we
a
can't.
case
We
by
can't
case.
sit here and
Everybody
say we're
ain't
not
gotta get
charging.
charged.
We sit here and tell everybody.
I said
we're not
very
charging.
specific persons.
Yeah, we don't.
If they come to me and they don't meet that quality, I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna let them know they don't meet the quality. You feel me?
I'd rather.
The quality.
It would be a lot.
That
category.
door like,
Listen, this is what I'm saying.
she an 8, is she a 9?
I'm like, you baby,
You
you
might be a 7.5.
No,
So
you
I
might
need
be
that
a
25, baby.
Hey, no, the family. Hey, look, the family
Crazy,
guy.
bro.
Hey, that family guy.
Right.
Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin.
Nah,
That's crazy.
I'm saying
nah,
is,
let's keep it hot. Let's
You
keep
don't
it hot,
tell
bro.
the
Hey,
world-
that
you
is
don't
Pretty
tell
girl
the
privilege is
world.
very real.
Just-
He gonna
Yes.
have a
Pretty girl privilege behind
the
closed
skin
doors. We
tone,
don't put it out
hair
there 'cause that
texture.
doing.
What? So like, what do you feel gives you the ick? Because I feel like that's big and that's trending.
talking
Every
about
the ick, bro.
every I feel like every woman they be like,
I have a
I
lot
got
of
the
icks.
ick.
That's a
I
real
got the
question.
ick.
I want to know.
Okay,
Yeah. So give us the
are-
icks.
All icks are not cutoff worthy though.
Okay.
There's a class.
And if I like you, I might let a few icks.
A few.
pass.
That's why.
Would
I
you
think-
let a
that's
few
why I
cut
think
off icks go?
Icks aren't
Top 3
real.
icks.
Icks
No.
aren't real.
I agree.
Five.
It depends on who it is.
What is
I
it?
agree.
If I see your butt crack when you get out the car, automatic ick. Like
Okay.
what you?
Yeah.
I did not want. It's like
that's what I'm
ill.
big
Like
That's real.
You know,
um.
I think icks come from women dating niggas they don't like.
I agree.
Mr. Fo-
No, there's some stuff that like if I didn't know it was an ick and you did it and it just made me like, why did you just do that? Like, I saw somebody on TikTok recently. She was like doing a video and she like held her perfume to the camera and he did it too, but he held it there too long. And she was like, why are you holding it there too long? That was an ick.
Mm-hmm.
Like stuff like that, you don't know it's an ick until it happens.
God forbid he holds his hand up a little.
Yeah.
God forbid, right?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't cut you off for that. I
I'm
would be
saying
like,
if you
why
like
did
him, you're just gonna
do
be like, you just
that?
gonna-
No, one time.
Pusher.
Oh, we were at the
I ain't gonna lie, that's up.
we don't gotta say no names, but we was at the Cinco de Mayo shit last year, and I think Nadia was drunk, and it was like a random dude was trying to press her, whatever, and you know, I guess she thought he was cute, whatever, and then me and you were finna walk off, and then like everybody was pretty much finna walk off, and then like leave Nadia. Shorty was with me, and you know, this nigga Nadia, that's my friend of like a decade. So like I'm like having a lot of concern, like bro, we finna leave I'm not finna leave my drunk
She's
friend
drunk, yeah.
with a random girl, da da da. And then like later on, I'm talking about this probably like 6 months later, Shorty was like, I'm not gonna lie, like you showing that much attention and care for her like gave me the ick.
Oh no,
That's called
too
insecurity.
much.
I was like-
That's called insecurity.
I don't need
like,
my man to be an asshole because that means
You
you're not a
feel
good
me?
person.
That's insecurity, bro.
Like
That's what it
I
was.
wouldn't trip
A lot of
about
niggas
that.
do
I wouldn't trip about
Can we
that.
reverse Uno X? So if that's something that gave her the ick, can she get cut off for that?
He
Yeah,
gave you the ick that she got.
she
the ick
can
from the
because
ick.
then
I
that
got an
means
ick from your.
Yeah, it could have gave me, but she
Honestly-
didn't tell me right there on the spot. Like I said, this was
Oh,
she told me like after we were already done.
honestly that's cut off worthy because that's a red flag. That means
Yeah.
she gonna be tripping about everybody.
Like
that you
that's
look
what I'm
out
saying.
for.
I think she took my care
Flag.
and my enthusiasm, whatever, for my friend as me liking her.
Yeah, it's insecurity. That's what that is.
That's
That's all that
insecurity.
was.
Yeah,
Nah, but so look,
shit, we can clip
I
that
know,
too.
I know.
I got you.
Put me in there.
Put it on
Put
there.
I
Put him on the clip for the advertisement.
Yeah, chest out, nigga.
I fuck
What the
with
fuck
it.
we talking about?
Nigga got his taco meat out talking this shit.
I fuck with it. I fuck with it. I fuck with
That
it.
is
Damn
so
it.
funny. No, I don't even think I have a lot of icks though.
Crystal already answered the question, but as men,
Y'all
do we have icks?
I don't
Yeah,
have
do
an
y'all
ick.
have
I
icks?
just be
I was
like,
gonna
bro, that
say.
just blew me.
Yeah,
though.
let me know
that's
what
an
y'all
ick,
got. to
though.
do.
That's not an ick,
What's
though.
your ick?
What's your ick, Dre?
What? I got a lot of them.
All right,
Okay.
go ahead. Listen, go
I got
ahead.
a lot of them.
Listen, I got a lot of icks.
It be a lot of little shit that be pissing me off.
All right,
Pop your shit.
what's up?
I know y'all
Alright.
gonna say the wigs.
Hey,
I
I ain't gonna lie. When I
lie.
if I-
Yeah, on the
God
wigs.
damn
I don't be
it.
wearing wigs.
Oh, like
Okay.
that,
I
that
can
grit,
see
that
the-
grit lock.
the shit lifting, or I could.
That
or I
shit is an ick for me too, and I don't
I
like
can see
girls.
the grid
Why
lock
your
on that
wig?
bitch. I'm
That
like, what the
grid
fuck
lock?
are we doing here?
Ooh, I hate the grid
You
lock.
telling me you didn't see that shit in the mirror
Why you
before
go-
you stepped out the fucking
Lock
house?
the
this morning?
coordinates on her shit.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like you did a little bit better. Like
Or that shit be sitting on their head like a helmet.
Yeah.
I don't like when the
you could
baby
plot the
hairs be the
coordinates?
same length as
Yeah.
their eyebrows.
You
The
don't
baby
like too
hairs
many
be like,
baby
right?
hairs?
No.
That's-
They be down to their fucking eyebrows, bro. I be like, what you doing with that shit in your
They be looking
phone,
like
bro?
I call that the Jalen Hurts. You know how he got all the extra hair at the top before his braids.
Yeah.
That's what that is to me. I call it the Jalen.
That should be crazy to me. I wouldn't even call that an ick. It's just I just be like,
That's not it. But I'm saying that's not it.
You wouldn't
ick, though.
approach somebody that had that.
I mean, if she was cold enough, I just tell her to stop doing that.
Oh, okay.
How you gonna tell her to stop doing something?
Just like that,
Or you-
stop doing
Stop
that.
doing
what are you
that
doing
shit.
with your hair? You can do
Nah, I
other
ain't gonna
stuff
lie.
with
The
your
color,
hair.
the
I
colored
think
hair
that-
be throwing me off.
I think y'all should be more.
I like the
honest.
color.
Oh yeah,
Thank
nigga.
you.
I think girls would stop doing a
1000%
lot of
honest.
things if y'all
I
told
agree.
them.
You doing a lot of.
But they
I
try to
agree.
act like it's not for the men, and they do certain
Right.
things
For
because
the
they think
man.
men
Right.
like it, and it's like if you say it's ugly,
Nah,
I've
like,
always been
color
the
hair.
same
Color
with how
hair.
you feel.
It depends
Gotta
on the
stop.
color
I like
hair.
color hair.
I like color hair if it's done
Really?
right. Hell
If
yeah.
it's done right.
like
Yeah.
colored as far as what? Are we
Like,
talking about?
I'm thinking like
blue,
red,
pink?
blue.
Oh.
Red? You don't like red?
But you don't
Nah.
like red.
I ain't gonna lie.
Shit.
If
I like
red is
Shorty
so
can pull off
good.
blue, I'm fucking with it.
You know what
Shorty
I'm
can pull
saying?
off
It's
red.
I'm gonna tell you the blue.
Red
It's
is
gotta,
okay.
I'm particular about that blue. The blue's got to be that dark blue. It's like almost.
This
It's
nigga.
close to that black.
It could
I
be
need
light
that
blue.
cobalt.
Oh, like
I don't care.
yeah.
Oh,
what
I see
color
what
it
you're talking
is.
about, though.
Yeah.
Close to the black. I like that.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Color
so-
hair, that shit gotta. That shit.
I ain't
You
gonna
just
lie. If
prefer
you look
black.
good enough and you know how to put that shit
Black.
on,
Just
Black-
don't pull
any-
up on me with no green.
Shades
hair.
of brown.
I pull up with the cosplay shorty.
Shades of brown.
No cap.
I'm telling you.
No cap.
Cosplay.
I don't care.
What we dressing up at?
I can see blonde or silver.
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 That's the green.
I've seen
like
some women pull off.
The gray hair is
Yeah.
cool, but that's like not as
I seen
normal
some
as.
fine green.
No, that's what I'm saying.
There be some
Silver,
like light
I
blue
seen
that
some-
be like borderline.
I seen silver that's been put
I like
on.
the light blue. I like the
Okay.
light blue.
But
Super light
also,
blue.
you gotta know what
Your
color
skin
goes
tone.
Your skin
Yeah.
You got to know yourself.
Because
Right, that's a
You
good
gotta know
point.
yourself.
That's a good
because
point.
I've never
some of
thought
y'all
that
know y'all
deeply.
shouldn't be wearing these blonde wigs.
Mm.
And
It is-
know what you
That-
looking
No, that's a
So-
fact.
so wait,
Skin tone
is-
is important.
Is that a like? Was that a?
that an
Sometimes
ick?
it is an ick because
You know what?
Like,
Actually,
if it
yeah.
don't,
Drake,
if it
keep
don't,
going.
if it don't
Yeah,
go
keep
together,
going with your ick.
if
Keep
it don't
going.
go together, like you know it don't go together, and your friends ain't your friends because they see the shit.
They let you wear that.
No, that's
They
the
let
thing,
you
bro.
walk out.
Y'all,
Hey.
I think y'all be just too nice. Like, yeah, that does look good on you, knowing damn well that.
And that's
shit
why
don't
female
look
friendships
good.
don't last.
Nah,
Y'all-
man.
No, my friends will tell you I'm the most probably
You honest?
blunt out of my group. Not as far as appearance. I don't really have to worry about my friends.
And you've had some real friends for a while, huh?
Yeah.
There you go.
Now you have had some
There you
goated
go.
friends.
There
though.
you
Yeah,
go.
they're
That's what it come
like-
down to.
You have some goated friends.
They wouldn't do
Y'all
all
got the
these
same
colors
crew?
y'all talking about. They don't do that. My friends don't wear wigs, so I've never had to tell like somebody, "Hey, yo." Well, some of them do wear wigs, but they don't look bad.
Yeah.
If you do it right, wigs are fine.
Yeah,
if you do
but
it right,
like
it's cool.
I haven't really
Running
had
from
to
a
like.
wig.
I don't prefer it.
I don't
but
think I'm.
you can
I don't
wear
think
a
I'm
wig
going
and
up to
look
a
good.
woman that's wearing a wig.
If they're doing it right, you're not even gonna know they're wearing a wig.
I've done it once.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Not if they do it right,
Not
bro.
if you do
I ain't
it
gonna
right.
hold you.
Some wigs are it's hard to
Some
tell.
It's
you
hard
can't
to tell.
tell.
It is hard to
Um,
tell for some of them. I've done it once though, and I wasn't a fan of it. Yeah.
But also,
Big-
like, I think y'all be having a problem with what they look like without the wig too. Like
That's
if
more
you meet them
important.
with
Like
the
if you
wig-
if you
Yeah.
find without it and with it, do what you want.
Yeah.
But
You feel me?
I think
But
only
if you
time I
ain't
go up
fine
to a
without
woman
it,
is
then I'm
typically when they're wearing their natural hair.
it's normally like
Really?
you can. Sometimes you can kind of get a tell.
in Atlanta,
I said the only time I'm
it's
going.
probably like 10%, maybe 5%
don't
of
wear
people
wigs.
that don't
Yeah.
wear.
That's true.
weave.
But I think, but like you
That's
said
what I'm
though, I be very brutally honest because it's like
I do too.
when I first go up to them, typically they have their natural hair, and then when they throw the wig on, I be like,
Nah.
I've taken.
I don't like the smell of it.
I don't
that
either.
too.
Like,
And I think
after you don't put.
I think
Wait, what
I think
does it
like say
smell
like say
after
when I
you don't put heat to.
yeah,
to
it smell like
weed,
somebody put iron on clothes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't like that.
All the
Like,
time.
Yeah.
You don't want to lay up
we
with.
like-
Yeah, you
right,
don't want to
if I'm
lay up
laying
with.
back
weed.
behind
You don't want to
this
lay
is
up.
my
Exactly.
face and I smell smelling.
Exactly.
I'm more
Like
speaking
that.
on just the visual. When it comes to laying up, yeah, I don't want that in my
Right.
face. I don't want that in my face.
y'all,
Nah,
not y'all.
I ain't
So
gonna hold you.
They ain't lying.
what's your?
Yeah, keep going,
your
Drabo.
wigs?
Oh,
Fat man.
I got a lot of eggs.
Keep going, nigga.
Okay,
Next one,
list them
bro.
all.
Next one.
What's another one? I could say not dressing according to your body type.
Mm.
I feel like
Like you-
That's
feel like
real, that's
appropriate
real.
for everybody. Like no matter if
That's
you're
real.
a man or a woman, you should wear stuff
That's
that
true.
accommodates your own body. Like if you
Right.
260, don't try to wear some shit that
Anything.
120 trying
Right.
to wear.
Like this
Right,
is
right, right,
targeted.
right.
Yeah,
That's the same thing. That's
Because niggas be wearing baggy clothes and women wear baggy clothes.
no,
too.
that's
This
the
is
same
targeted
thing
to a
with
certain
men though. Like if
demographic.
if you're muscular, you shouldn't be wearing
super tight
skinny,
shit.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
Nah,
like
that's
that.
real.
Then your
Like
butt
Shannon
look
Sharp.
big. I don't like
Like
that.
Shannon
Why your butt look so bad?
Why is your nipple be straight though?
Nah, he be wearing that Lululemon shit. That nigga be
He do. Okay,
They might just see the size up.
My bad.
The size up.
This shit look crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
My fault.
Wait, what?
It look painted. What?
Niggas ain't trying to catch a pause.
Right.
Niggas ain't trying to catch a pause.
I don't know what's it. I'm there. Hey, look. I heard that. Huh?
Yeah, niggas ain't trying to catch a pause. That's funny.
Yeah, he's trying to make sure they ain't on him. That's what it is.
That is good.
On God.
That's all it is, bro. It's cool.
I ain't mad
That's-
at it.
I don't really think men have as many icks though. Men
I
are more
agree.
accepting.
I got one.
Mine are more like.
Go ahead.
I don't like red lipstick.
I hate red lipstick. I ain't gonna hold you. I
Why
don't like
don't
red
you like
lipstick.
Shit.
You like red
See,
lipstick?
I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, we gotta.
the older
There's
I-
a lot of shades though.
She gotta do it right, bro.
No, I know he's talking
I
about.
like,
like-
I like,
there's a
glo-
lot
I
of
like
shades.
glossy lips. I like
Now,
glossy
granted-
lips.
granted-
I don't like that matte on your shit.
Dry.
That
The
talk-
matte, okay,
talk
that
on your
matte
shit.
red rojo type shit.
Niggas
No,
said rojo.
I ain't
But-
gonna lie.
Like
It-
a darker red.
I ain't gonna lie.
exact. If it matches
It's like-
more your
Honestly,
It depends
you
on
only
the
should be
girl,
wearing
bro.
that in
It depends on the
certain
girl.
settings anyway.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
depends
honestly,
on the girl, bro.
my favorite lip combo I like to see on women is the lip gloss with the brown pencil
The
outline.
lip liner.
That motherfucker undefeated,
The
cuz.
Kim Possible motherfucker.
I was thinking about
The Kim Possible motherfucker.
I'd be
That's
like,
some Disney Channel
ooh, just talk to me.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
That's-
The black outline. That's what she used to do that, right?
Kim Po- yeah, she go.
Yeah,
and Kim
that's
Possible.
Yeah,
That's that shit.
Lip
Nah,
gloss.
it's not about the
Okay.
black outline.
I know what you're
It
talking.
don't
I know what
matter.
you're talking about.
Black,
I know
dark
exactly.
Like a
Brown
dark,
with
exactly
dark
talking
brown.
with
and then
lipstick,
put the
and then
gloss
they
on
put
it
the
too.
gloss
Right,
and
I'd
put
be
the
like,
gloss
yo.
on top.
Yeah, that looks good.
I'm trying to think if I have a real ick. I think my only ick is like stupidity. Like if you're just dumb.
Oh, dumb
I'm
girls.
gonna be
Yeah.
like, bro.
That's the egg for me too.
I'ma
Like,
just
I
be
don't like
like,
talking to
bruh.
dumb people.
I'd be like, why the fuck did you even think?
Like, dog, I can't.
What was your
fuck with
thought
that.
process behind that, Shorty?
That's an ick, I guess. Other than that, it's just like, am I attracted to you or not? You feel me?
Yeah.
My nigga
I
got
don't
a
know. I
professor
don't really
ick.
have a lot of
Professor
guy
ick.
icks. They only just
Nah, for real, bro. I hate that dumb shit.
Nah,
I really don't.
Wait, hold on. What you say?
I preferably want my woman to be more tapped into me, honestly.
Right.
Bro,
Yeah.
me too.
Hey,
Oh,
another
God.
is that indecisive shit.
That's
that
they
can't
gonna
be.
be-
an
they
ick.
gonna
That's
be
not
indecisive.
fair.
I ain't gonna
lie.
No.
Not to
That's
be.
I ain't gonna lie. That's supposed to be our
What
job.
you
We're
gotta say?
supposed to
Women be-
decide
You
that.
supposed
Women be
comes
doing
with the
that.
territory.
I have
That come with it.
confidence
Comes with
about
the
the
territory of
end
women.
That come with it. Yeah, I was
Comes
gonna
with
They
say.
don't even know what the hell they want to eat, bro.
Right.
Comes with
right.
the
That come with the
That
territory.
come with it. That come with it.
Nigga, I
can't escape
say-
that.
I can see how it's
argue.
frustrating,
Yeah.
but you can't say that's.
It is
ick,
annoying.
bro.
I've gotten into really bad arguments about
Bad
being
arguments.
Like,
indecisive.
bro, like just pick. Like, what you want, bro?
Hold on, you indecisive?
I don't know.
Or you
No,
decisive?
but I'm like mindful. Like I don't know. First of all, eating is.
I was
I
about to
look
say,
at it
indecisive.
differently. So it's like I really don't care what I eat
Mm.
sometimes, and like they may not want it, and I'm like, choose what you want, and I'll find something that you want, and then we'll go back and forth, and then they get mad, and I get mad, and we arguing about food.
But do you feel like
That's
it's
insane.
controlling though? If I be like, okay, like we gonna get this.
No, you don't have to say
What
it
you
like
do is you
that.
just give them
can
the
be
option.
like,
All about
hey,
delivery.
I'm hungry today. This is the
110%.
kind of stuff that I want. Do you want some of that? Like, you
hit
give
it
me options. I have no choice but to pick one of those.
Options.
Some girls might be complicated and be like, I don't want that.
I don't want none of. And you keep giving them option after option.
Yeah.
At that point, I ain't gonna lie to you.
yeah.
Okay,
At that
now that's
point,
annoying.
at that point,
That's
I
annoying.
just shut up and let her have it.
Right.
Nah,
What do
I-
you want?
Now you just not gonna eat because I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go get what I want.
Exactly.
And you said you didn't want nothing.
You let them believe they're not gonna eat, and then you go do what you go do, and then they'll probably figure
I feel like when
something
you got an
Yeah.
indecisive woman, you just gotta make all the decisions till she get annoyed.
out.
I'm not even gonna let you make decisions. Type.
I'm not.
Type.
I don't like people telling me what to do. So that wouldn't work for me. I'll be like, who said I wanted that?
Where was your
But-
decision?
but wait,
You
wait,
didn't
wait.
make-
It's all
hold up.
about
Make
it's
up
all
your
about
mind.
delivery.
Okay.
To me. If you
It
say it a
is.
certain way, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But, like, if you,
Everything
like,
is.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah,
Everything
like just say it in a nice way.
All
and
right,
I'll-
so if he tell you this what we eating today, and you like, oh, I don't want that, but in the back of your head, that's what you want.
What?
That's what you deal
I
with.
understand
Huh?
what he's
No,
saying.
it's not what I'm dealing with.
Or that's him.
What you deal with?
Hey, or that's him.
No, that's not. That's not.
Niggas-
I was just.
Wait,
asked-
wait. The last part you said what?
Yeah, you
So it's
threw me
like,
off.
I'm saying.
Go ahead.
so
bro.
look,
But it's how I was raised. Like my dad has always taught me to do stuff for myself. Like he's actually, well, I don't know how to change a tire, but he's taught me. Like he's tried to actively teach me that, so I wouldn't need to like wait for
If
somebody
it was the
to
worst
help.
case scenario.
Yeah, like worst case scenario, or like cutting grass and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like things that are typically men activities. He's like, no, you can do it too. Like, and I feel like that's how I am. Like, I will do it myself.
I personally find the best women are the ones that are raised like that.
That's saying that's the best thing. I think what's big, what like hurts, what can hurt a lot of women is, no disrespect, it's the mamas and the aunties, because they've been hurt so much, and so they kind of like project the hurt that they've got onto the daughters. It's similar things for men when it comes down to us being outside and messing with a bunch of different women. Like, it comes from like the older generation just putting like what they went through, the problems that they had, and they like putting it towards you. Like, I don't trust that man. You feel me? You can't trust him. Yada, yada,
or sometimes it works the other way. Like, some parents moms wish they were married, and they'll like tell their daughter to tolerate a lot of more things, or like try to automatically be like, oh, did you get an attitude with him? Like, no, I don't want to be in a situation with this person. So no,
that's real.
That side isn't spoke on as much.
I was gonna say
it's not, but that is part of it.
Exactly.
It's
like
not.
a lot of people like
end up in some bad situations because of
or like, let's say a girl gets into a relationship with a rapper or an athlete,
right?
And they making all this money. That mom might see that as like financial gain. Like, you better do whatever you can.
Stay with
sit down and shut up. That
would never work for me.
Michael Irvin was talking about that.
You have,
he was like a Hall of Fame receiver, and he was like, the way I keep my women is I take care of them and they mama and they grandma. Then when I mess up, they mama like,
they like, you better
stick with him.
Hey, that's
for real.
Hey, you get cheated on a couple times. Okay,
they be like, keep him around.
Yeah,
you take care of him.
He take care of everybody. You're good.
Exactly. So I don't know. I was never raised that way. I get comfortable with doing stuff by myself, and that is the hyper independence.
Yeah. She using the word right because
do you want to be?
No, I'm saying for her, she may not actually be hyper independent.
I don't think I would ever depend.
She know herself.
Like, okay, let me.
I think she's speaking.
She know herself.
I'm not saying she doesn't know. Obviously,
I would say if a man came into my life and he was like, "Okay, you don't have to work," I would not. Right. I would not say I won't work. Like, as much as I say I hate working, I would not just not work.
Would they not?
Because I've seen that situation turn.
Yeah.
I'll be real though. Yeah. I don't think they're telling you just to not work. They're saying you don't have to work in like a 9 to 5.
Well, there
big
are
job.
some guys
so
that's like just take care of the house and the kids.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work.
But then,
so if you wanted to do more, they wouldn't let you do more. Is what you're saying?
They wouldn't be mad at this page that you got. That could be.
No, so if I kept my page, that's something different.
And I think that's where they're getting at. Like, you can keep that aspect, the fun things, the things. Right.
But if it's like, but like some women will take that as like, okay,
don't do nothing.
Do nothing.
Yeah, that's bad on her behalf.
I think most men look at work as you doing something that you don't want to do, but you have to do it.
Yeah.
So when we say you don't have to work,
like
it means
my 9 to 5.
Right. This doesn't mean don't like explore your passions and interests. It's just like you don't got to clock into a job that you don't like.
Now, if you said that, I'll be like, okay, cool. I would I feel like for the right person, I would allow them to thrive in that. But I do feel like I still am working through like, okay, sometimes it don't have to get done at that one moment. Like, if you want something done, like just wait, or like patience and stuff with that. Like, I feel like as long as I'm working on that,
you have to be proven that you can put your guard down to allow that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It has to be for the right person. I'm not just doing that for anybody, or like somebody I'm just talking to.
That makes sense though. I think it's better to be that way than vice versa.
Yeah, that's true. Because I feel like some guys don't lead with the right stuff. Like, first of all, Atlanta's dating scene 0 out of 10.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, we can.
Talk about it.
It's 0 out of 10.
How is the Atlanta
I don't know.
dating
Y'all probably
scene?
don't know this, but I like even through college, I never had a boyfriend. I just dated, and it's like
we peeped.
And it's like I never like actually had a boyfriend, and part of the reason why is because every guy, they're like very, I don't know. We're in college. You can find people that are ready to commit, but it's like it's college. Like,
has it been a distinct difference between college and post college as far as the 0 out of 10 that you say?
No, because I feel like some guys are in too deep with their
last relationship.
No, not last relationship, but in too deep in the streets. Like,
okay,
they get a rise out of like being outside.
Love the game.
Yeah,
love the game, love the hustle.
There's women that'll drop anything to come to them. Like, they have multiple women that do multiple things for them. They love that life.
And you're looking for someone that is not into that life.
Yeah.
that's looking for one woman, and is that why you say it's zero? Because not a lot of men want that, or is it because of
I
like
think
what
a lot
you
of
go
men
through?
like discipline. It's not that they don't want it. I think they like discipline. Like it's a lot of beautiful women in Atlanta. They go out with their friends. They get a little drunk and they like.
There's
I've seen it.
I've
I've had people that are like engaged or married try to talk to me before, and it's like you have your girlfriend on your page. Like it happens a lot. It happens to my friends, and it's just like.
So you say that's the main issue of dating in Atlanta, that men are
they like discipline.
they're dating.
They have a lot of
multiple
options.
women.
I'm not mad at that.
The ratio.
Can you get mad at men for that though? Because like if you look around, there's way more eligible women than there is.
It is in Atlanta.
Men.
There's way more eligible.
Way more,
sure.
bro. So it's like if you're a man that can cop something, you probably can cop multiple.
But
So it's like
okay, I'll ask this to y'all. Is there one woman that you've already dated that you're like, dang, I wish I had that back, or like that person was like my person? Y'all don't feel that way?
I think if it ends, then they weren't your person to begin with.
No.
Okay, but like, what if it was because of you that it ended?
Still,
It's never
even
bad.
when
It could also be bad.
It's never you.
A woman, if a
Also,
woman likes you
right
a
person
lot,
at the
she's
wrong
not gonna
time.
break you up.
Because and I don't think this is like a flex. Like people always come back, and I feel like men gonna come back.
That's why I don't go back.
Same.
Same.
But
Same
there's
for
a
us.
lot of
I mean, but it's
people that-
dependent about what they.
Every woman I done never.
There's a lot of
comes
guys
back.
that be like trying to come back, and they're like,
I hear that every
I'm
day.
different, and I'm this, and I'm that, and I miss this.
And
or-
women say they're not
Hey,
gonna
Wes.
come back.
I've never met a
Always
woman
be
that didn't
one.
say that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
But
saying.
every girl I've ever dealt with has came back.
Agreed.
That is
Every
Agreed.
Women come back to y'all.
Yes.
Yes,
All the time.
everyone.
Yes.
Every
one.
Yeah.
Every single fucking one.
Nah.
On my life, bro. I swear to God, on my life.
I
wouldn't say
there's
everyone.
one
I was gonna say,
person
I'll
that-
say, look,
I'd
I'm
say
gonna
it's
keep it high.
everyone.
I have
85%.
one. There's one.
I'm
girl
saying
that I
everyone.
dated. There's one girl that I dated that did not come back, and she's been dating. But she got in a relationship right after we broke up, and she's been dating the same guy.
Do you miss her?
Miss
Yes.
is crazy.
He does.
So yes.
He misses her.
As soon as you say that,
To be honest,
Cause like if she
Every
hit
girl
you up
I've
today,
ever-
would
every-
you take her serious? If she
Nah,
hit
probably
you
not.
up,
Probably-
okay.
probably not.
Wait, say that again.
She
Answer.
said
Oh,
she
answer.
hit me up today. Would I take her serious? And I said probably not.
Oh.
Just because
Take her serious.
I wouldn't do it right now. No.
Have you
I'm trying to think
have
about
you-
me.
Have you ever dated outside of Atlanta?
Uh,
Like, do you date people outside the city?
not intentionally.
No.
Mm.
I feel like, actually, yeah. Oh, yes. I dated somebody that was in Alabama, and he
Floodgates
was the
open.
worst person in my life.
Damn, for real.
So it's not
He was
Atlanta.
terrible.
I would have thought they would have been.
But I met
solid.
him in Atlanta, and
Um,
he lived there, and
Worst
like, that's why I
person.
said not intentional.
What made him the
Person in your
worst?
life.
Yeah, that's
Y'all,
That's a
this man,
hell of a statement.
He put you through it, huh?
Yeah, it was like he wasn't very honest. I'm an honest
Mm-hmm.
person, but no, actually, I'm lying. The worst man.
Yo,
The
No,
worst
that's
man.
crazy.
honest person or
Going
not?
from-
The
going
worst.
from
No,
I'm honest to
no,
I'm
not saying
lying.
I'm
It's
lying about
crazy.
me. I'm
I
saying
get
I'm
it.
lying about him.
Oh,
he
I'm
was
just talking
very.
trash.
He was
I'm talking
too
trash.
honest. Like, you know how guys. Well, y'all know what y'all do. Y'all tell the truth, but y'all don't tell the whole. Like,
You
y'all
lack
tell
out
the
certain
truth
details.
enough
You
to
leave
make
little
this girl
details.
feel
You know.
comfortable to think that you're like this honest person. That's what he was a con artist for sure. He
manipulative.
was like very manipulative. He was like, I don't know. I can't.
It was working on you for a while till it wasn't.
It had to be.
It was working. Yeah, I actually, I've never wanted to like smack somebody in my life like a man.
For real.
Put
Really
my
wanted
hand,
to
I wanted to
smack
put my.
her.
I wanted.
You was
to
trying to put your
hands
hands
on
Did
her.
this come from infidelity, or did it come from just?
It just like dishonesty, or like you know how like guys be like, I got a lot going on, but you know it's not that.
Right,
Like, it's
right.
like I'm smart
I
enough
feel
to
you.
know
I feel
that,
what
but
you're
it's
saying,
like
yeah.
you're such an
Okay.
honest
Okay.
person that
Yeah.
I'm thinking that you telling the truth
Yeah.
and you're not being honest.
So did
and
you
then,
tell the truth or not?
No, I'm saying so like he tells the truth about everything. Like, oh, I was this person in the past. Like he even told me that he had multiple girls that he talked. This was a red flag on my part, and I know this is a red flag now. So when you hear it, just understand I know that. He was like, oh, I've had girls like, you know, I've ghosted a lot of girls, and they come and see me in public and threw drinks on. He had drinks
Okay,
thrown on
whoa,
him 3
what?
times. He told me this. He's like, yeah, but like I'm changed, and like you know how dudes
Drinks
are,
thrown
like,
Wait, why they threw the? Did he tell you
I
why?
ain't
they
never
threw
had
the-
a drink.
Because
thrown
I've
on me.
never had
he
nothing
was
that
like
happen for real.
he's a bro. He's manipulative. He's like a person that'll like make you feel like we're locked in type of deal, and like we're only
Exclusive.
talking, and he'll like hit you with some lie, or he'll just completely ghost you. That's what he did to them, and they saw him in public, and they're
Oh,
like,
he sold
you
the
know,
dream.
you know,
Dream
I've
sellers.
been
Great
texting,
salesman.
calling
Salesman.
you,
Dream sellers.
yeah.
He's a salesman.
And instead of being honest
Yeah,
and saying
salesman.
like I don't want to
West.
talk to you anymore, he's that type.
Is he successful?
God damn it.
He is.
He works in sales.
No. I
What
don't
does he
want to
do?
say he does sales and he has like
You-
his own like side business, but
Makes sense.
he was like,
he knew how to sell. He sold y'all the dream.
Exactly.
He did a good job. Y'all fell for the genie.
It happens to us all.
We've been so.
There's a lot of.
I've never been played that hard in my life.
But hey, wait.
He got me so good.
But, all right, so
what will make the dating scene ideal? Because I'd be wondering, is it the selection, or
it's not? It's like I think people should be honest about what their intentions are. There's a group of people out here that want to talk or date people with no strings attached. So just say that,
right?
But I think people act like a certain person and then they're not honest. Like, I'm really just in the streets right now. Like,
you don't be.
Shit,
have you met men that have been honest with you and then you're like, you know what, I like what you said, I'm gonna keep fucking with you?
No, I would never keep talking to somebody that tells me.
Never say never.
So the only, and it's not right, but obviously psychology speaking, there's conditioning. So if a man is always honest and he don't end up getting what he want, he gonna eventually learn to have different tails, have different nature, have different behaviors.
I think a lot of men just learn to lie because they don't get what they want being honest.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. That's
not saying
wow.
again.
But
Not saying
I'm
it's
not saying
right.
it's right.
I mean,
she just
I'm not. This is not one sided. I feel like
we're
women
talking about
do
two
it
different
too.
things. Though.
Yeah,
women do it too. So it's not
For
just
sure.
one sided. Like I
Yeah.
feel like women lie about who they are too.
For sure.
But if he's not lying, about who he is though, because like he told you who he was.
He really did.
He did not lie about who he
No, but she said at the beginning, she was like, I know, like, this
I
is a
know
red
it
flag
was
now.
a red flag.
Yeah,
but
I
it
know
was
that.
like,
But what I'm saying is, so like, what?
I think he
what
was
was the
honest
thing?
about everything beyond that. Like, he was very vulnerable.
He told you about what he wanted
told
in the
about
future.
everything. And like,
is that a bad thing?
It wasn't
though?
just that. It's not a bad thing, but it's like, I'm also like I'm too understanding sometimes too. Like, if you tell me something, it's like,
man,
I don't know. You tell me something, feel like you working through it, and I feel like I try to help you get through that. And so it's like, not necessarily in a sense of him being a
I get
red
what
flag,
you're
but
saying.
if like you like, yeah, I really want to focus on my business, and I'm like, okay, let me help you get there. That's how I am.
Is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing, but some people take advantage of that. Like he did. He literally took advantage of that. Literally.
My boy had you running the business.
Yeah, like no, I've helped a lot of people do a lot of things, and it is what it is. But hey.
So my question is, you said that you talking to somebody right now.
Yeah.
How's that going? Did you meet him in Atlanta?
I met him through a mutual friend.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the best.
Yeah, and I've been asking my friends like, "What's up?" Like I put my friends on all the time. I got friends, 3 pairs of friends that are
they was holding
locked
him for,
in.
Let me tell you, they was holding him for their sales.
But this particular, it was a guy friend. He always holds these like events, and I met him there. And we were in the same party like multiple times. So he never asked me for my number until like a certain, like he never tried me. He never was too pushy. But it's going good. Like he's very understanding, respectful. Like he's not like,
look at the smile on her face, man.
I don't know. It's like, yeah, he's nice.
Shout out, dude.
But I mean, he has flaws too. But it's not like
we all
do.
Yeah, we all got flaws. So we don't know where it's gonna go, but we'll see.
And how long has this been?
That was my next question.
We started talking in September.
Oh shit!
Oh,
okay.
So y'all borderline on the stage.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's how you.
Wait, so y'all exclusive?
Make it hot in here, ho.
Y'all exclusive?
Be in that kitchen,
She's like, I'm in the hot seat for real.
So y'all exclusive?
On my end,
she said, "I think so."
I think so.
I hope so.
And that's getting clipped.
That's funny as fuck.
No, I think so on his end. But for me, like I'm so busy, I can't manage multiple men anyway.
Yeah,
it's not
I
gonna
feel you.
work.
Nah.
Cause like imagine trying to go on a date with one this day and then I only got Sunday available. Like nah, it's not gonna work.
Great project, man.
But y'all had more time when y'all were in college.
That's true.
And y'all had.
It was also just an easier game.
It's easier game to
true.
play in college. Like
literally,
The bar.
get on the elevator,
the
nigga.
bar was there.
The bar was at the floor in college.
it really was,
bro. If I'm on an elevator with a girl by herself, I got Georgia State football shirt on.
Oh man,
it's a win, huh?
It's a win.
It's a kill.
Oh, you got an Instagram, and y'all only have to be like, you
Pick her
got
up
an
and knock her
Instagram.
No, I'm getting a number. And
You got an Instagram.
some shit might happen that night. Like
Nah,
real shit.
He said that.
He's a
night.
bad man.
Hey, I'm coming back.
I just thought of an ick. Like when somebody's trying to talk to you and they be like, "Ooh, you look," like they just start just instantly
you look like you don't communicate type shit.
Or
something like that.
no, yeah, or you too fine. Why you too fine to be alone? Like that's.
Yeah,
ugh.
I
That's
don't
like,
understand that.
That sound like
I never
old
said
head.
no shit like that in my.
You
Yeah, that's
too
what I'm saying.
fine to be
Old
like,
head.
Oh, God.
You'd be
Okay.
surprised how many young guys.
Young niggas
She
say
call them
that?
kids.
For real?
She call y'all boy kids.
After they get a couple of drinks in their system, they
Call them
saying
kids.
anything. That's it.
Too fine is crazy. You too fine to be alone. Is
Or
Yeah,
what's
I ain't
the
never
word?
said no
You
shit like that.
Like
It's common barber.
the corny lines off
Yeah.
rip, like
the
ugh.
corny lines off rip.
No.
If it's the right guy, he says
See,
the corny
I-
line, you'll go.
No. I think Instagram is probably the only place that's safe to do a corny line. If you slide in
my next
somebody,
question.
if you slide in the
My
DM,
next question. What's your favorite way to get? Well, what was your favorite pickup line that you seen in your DMs? What's your favorite way to get
oh
shot
my
on?
god.
What grabs your attention?
What's
Okay,
the
I
best
like this.
attention
I
I
grabber?
don't know
this.
if I
I like
really
this.
prefer to be reached out to on Instagram.
But if
But
it
if they
I
happens,
had
have a
to.
favorite one. I would say I've had people like ask a question, I answer it, and they be like, I gotta think of one. Y'all.
You like the voicemail approach?
I'm about to say,
Hell no.
is
Don't
it
say
better?
no.
Like,
No.
yeah.
No. Oh, no.
Good
you
white
fine
hair.
as fuck.
No.
All right,
please
wait,
don't
if you
do
can't
that.
think of an online DM, what about like an in-person pickup line?
I've always thought it's not about what you say initially. It's about how
That's
you
what I
hold
say.
the conversation.
That's
Yeah.
you know I
That's
say
what
that.
we be talking about all the time. That's why
Yeah.
I'm asking.
But I will
Right.
write you off if you say something super, super lame.
dumb shit to
Because how
begin
many
with.
people here did you say that to?
Right.
Did you walk up to
Mm.
everybody?
It's like
and
cookie
was
cutter.
Like, ooh,
it sounds too
Yeah.
good.
yeah.
Mhm.
No, I don't like that.
So then was it
don't-
lame?
Don't.
So was it lame or was it
Was it
too
just
smooth?
it's too
to where
Or
it's
the
like,
wrong
yeah,
person.
I was saying,
Or the
was it
wrong
lame?
If
person.
it's
on so
really
many people.
clever, I gotta think of an example, y'all. If
Mm.
it's super clever, then I'm like, okay, let me hear what he gotta say.
Mm.
But if
Hear this
it's
man
corny,
out.
You're not hearing him out if he ugly though.
If he's corny and
If he unattractive to you, you're not hearing this nigga
They're
out.
gonna give you a chance. Hey, most women give you a chance. Even if it's corny, if they think you're attractive, they'll
Nah,
give you a shot.
With me,
what's
it's
her thought
height.
process?
if you're a certain height,
Height just cuts.
So it
you
ain't-
off.
what's the cutoff?
So it ain't even about
Yeah,
attractiveness.
you are
How
tall.
tall-
If
How
you're
tall are
just-
you?
I'm
She
5'8".
5'10". Oh,
Mm.
5'8".
What's the cutoff?
5'8".
Probably
Yeah,
5'11".
5'8".
You can't
I-
date
I
a nigga
date-
under
I
I was gonna
date-
say-
my ex was
5'8".
the same height as me,
But even with you,
and I wouldn't do that again.
I was gonna say you in heels though. You probably looking at 5'11".
Mm-mm, we were the same height.
Coulda sworn.
Without if I didn't have heels on, yes, we were.
I was
I've
gonna
always
say-
heard that if you can wear heels and be shorter, you're good.
You're right.
Yeah.
So you probably need someone that's 5'11", 6 foot plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But I was gonna say, that's why I said 5'11".
I mean,
That's
although,
ideal.
like I said, I dated
Ideal,
somebody
guys, ideal.
that wasn't.
I mean,
He wasn't
I'm
tall, but like, it also doesn't make me feel uncomfortable if I wear heels and you shorter than me. It's just initially,
It's just not what you prefer.
yeah.
mhm.
I mean,
If I
that's
had
just
to
that's just
choose-
biological. That's
Right.
That's in your DNA.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna want to look up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
So I got a
Um,
question for the fellas.
Mhm.
What's y'all best pickup line in the DMs?
Yeah, what do y'all
Hey,
do?
how
Because
you
I want to
doing?
hear it, and then when y'all tell me, I'm gonna tell you if it was lame.
That
I don't even.
And the
I
DM,
don't
I
do
literally like-
I don't do
I don't
pickup
have
I literally be
lines.
I
like,
don't
hey,
do pickup lines. If it,
shit.
I ain't gonna hold you if
I
I'm
don't-
just like on some random shit. I'm the type to just like send a rose emoji.
I've
That's
done
it.
that before,
You
Bro,
just send an emoji and they
Just
respond.
Yes, it works.
That's what
I
I
said the
say.
sunshine emoji
It
and it
just
worked.
depends on who
So
you
what do
are.
they say?
smooth
What do
and-
you say to that?
To
with
the
the
rose.
rose
Depends.
emoji?
And then you just
Yeah,
start.
like,
Then
what
you just
does the
start.
woman
Then you
say
just
to that?
maybe
Thank
like
you,
maybe
Or
they'll
like
like
a-
respond with
Or
the
they send the
eyes.
I'll do it like
They
a
send the eyes or they
yeah.
send something back.
I've
Yeah.
done that before. Okay, I'll send the
Yeah.
eyes back. Okay.
Or like I do like
Normally the
smirk
pickup
emoji.
Or I've got
is
like
for
for
a
me
joke.
some corny shit.
For
like
me,
that.
you should cut her off for saying that shit because of
It's
what.
for
I
you.
do.
What
Or
happened?
me.
Normally, like if like a
That's why I
pickup
said it
line
doesn't
or
matter.
a
It's who
joke
you
was to
are.
come
Yeah.
in, it would be like later in that conversation.
I mean,
You might
honestly,
throw
It don't
you might
matter,
throw
bro.
something in there later
It
on
don't,
in there.
it don't
be
matter
like,
what you
boom.
say as a man.
I feel like she like the way you talk and she like your vernacular. It don't matter.
So y'all don't have
Boy,
one.
it go crazy.
I
with
put
the words.
charisma in my
I've
lingo
never-
when she fell for me.
Like
I've never
know what I'm saying?
been. I never
Vernacular.
had a.
That's fact. I put charisma in
I've
my
never
lingo
had
when
that.
she
I
fell
really,
for me.
I don't believe y'all. I feel like y'all just act.
I really
like
I'll show
I
y'all
mean,
mine.
that
I'm
is-
not. I ain't
But
gonna.
I'll
I
put
want to
a.
hear it.
Say the only nigga that probably has a
The
pickup
the
line.
homies put me on this one.
He's a DM house.
Yeah, he.
I don't be.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So is out of 10. Is that corny?
I would give that like an 8.
That's an 8.
Yeah.
Because hey, I ain't gonna
feel like
lie.
if you can get somebody's attention without actually saying something, I feel like that's cool. Like
You know what I'm saying?
like the rose or that.
Yeah,
the
it's
meme
like I'm not a
or
big
something.
DMer, to be honest.
But if you said a phrase and it was corny, it's like
you just copied and pasted this. And
Yeah.
When I was in that field, I wanted to see you face to face. I wasn't in
Face to face.
face to face with it.
Yeah, it's cool.
That
what
motherfucker
is
right
it?
there.
I'ma catch you on
80,
campus.
87.
To be honest, when it come to DMs, the type of woman that I'll be wanting to DM, I know their DMs are flooded, and I don't want to be. And I don't want to be the next nigga.
I don't want to be another
flooded,
statistic.
bruh. So it's
how
like,
do you know that?
Cause I know niggas.
These niggas don't like competition.
I know
That's
men.
why.
I know men.
Niggas they don't be in the DMs as every nigga is thinking the same way. You just don't. No,
That
it's
know
not
that
the
they-
DMs.
But now you tell
Niggas be shooting.
I'm
And
not
that's-
saying I
niggas
don't
be
get any
shooting.
DMs, but what they do now is the story likes or the
Yeah, that for
That's
sure.
always
I
been a
definitely
thing.
have
That's
that
nothing new.
approach of
That's
that.
always
I don't want to
been
like
the
your shit.
story.
like
Like
if
us
you
liking
want
that.
if you post a picture and you get in like people are liking it, that's their way of saying something. Or I've had somebody like react to my story and then I'll like the reaction, then they'll come back and say something. It's
after.
like
Now, I'll tell you what I have done before. Maybe not the story, because I know the story is a thing, and I know the likes is a thing. But you go into the, you know what I'm talking about, the little things where like you'll say it'll have dates, and it's like the not the stories, but like
the highlights.
The highlights, yeah. I'll go into the highlights if it's something in the highlights I like. I'll probably like there, and that might be a grab.
You'll like something in the highlights?
Maybe if it's worth a like.
And what they
Nah,
DM you after that?
You might start. It might trigger.
They might like something.
It's
you
the
know
first
what I
little
hate?
trigger.
The worst way is when they go through a serial liking of everything.
Nah, that's crazy.
I'd be like, bro,
Like,
we in
you
high
know the
school,
max is
dog.
3. Come on, man.
I hate that.
It's
Like
three
I've
to
had
count.
people go like
Three is-
every single
three is-
picture on my page.
I ain't gonna lie.
You just play. Look at it.
I'm not that guy. But to his point, as far as going into the highlights, that's a cheat code.
The highlights cheat code.
Because
I'll get my research.
listen.
Listen.
You goddamn,
Listen,
you don't, because you know how these niggas is, bruh. So you don't want everybody knowing who all you liking, what all you liking. So you
feel
liking
me?
the page and shit, you visible. So
Now
now
she-
you go into the highlights. You like
See, you
highlights.
thinking
catch
because
me.
you want to have multiple people that you talking to.
No.
No.
I just don't like
The
nobody in my
homies be seeing it
business.
too.
So,
They be like,
how did,
oh.
so with like,
Because look, at the end of the day, I got a bunch.
Hey,
Listen,
me and Wes
I
on
got
the
a
same
bunch
page.
of homies see somebody's page, see you in
I
the
thought
likes,
about
and be
it.
like, oh,
they
if he
want-
could, let me try her too, and then
I got a couple
They-
homies like that
y'all
too.
friends?
I don't have homies like that.
They not. I wouldn't say they the homies.
I don't
Maybe
have
I'm a
homies like
statistic. I'm in my own category.
If you my homie and you
Some
looking
of my
to see
homies-
what I
Yeah.
like to shoot on that, fuck you.
I've
Some of my
been
homies,
there.
hey,
That's
man.
crazy.
I wouldn't say
Yeah,
he's the
bro.
homie.
They use it. It's like sport, bro.
I know
bro.
some guys that I'm
It's
not.
just
I wouldn't say the homie, but I know
We
guys
might
that-
have
That's that Charlotte.
And
shit.
that
we
kinda-
might have one like
So
that.
how do y'all feel about likes in general? Like, do y'all think they're a big deal?
I don't
Or,
care that
What do you
As
mean?
far
Like,
as what?
elaborate.
Yeah.
Like, if like let's say your girl is like, oh, you liked all her pictures on her page.
That shit blow me.
Y'all don't like that?
Because I might have liked them all
That's-
over time.
I think that's a context question.
I understand.
It is.
I
It is.
understand.
But I get where
I
she's
think
coming
as a
from.
man, you should not be on that. I can see.
If you
in the
like
past-
every single picture
Yeah,
that
that's
this
wild.
girl has
What I'm
on
saying?
her page, like every time she posts
Right.
something,
I
it's
agree.
not that you got to be like intentional about like, oh, let me not like this, but it's like,
All right, so
It's
let's
Thing
weird.
is,
It is
I'm a
weird.
Blunt, I'm a blunt nigga, so like if my girl asks me why'd you like these pictures, I'm gonna say because I liked the
because I
picture.
like. Yeah, I've been there. Actually.
exactly, and that's
It was a
but
nice
a lot of
picture.
men are not like
It was a
that.
nice
They're like,
picture.
oh, I mean, that's just my friend.
It's a
I
simple
wasn't paying
answer. Why
attention.
is-
I just clicked. I might have just clicked.
But
and I
what
never
It's a-
saw
do
it.
you get from that?
Like if
I
say
like the picture.
pic-
Now what is she?
And then
say?
she gonna
She
be
gonna-
mad.
she
She's
gonna be
gonna
upset.
mad.
But like you ask
Right.
it, but then they learn not to ask dumb questions.
Nah,
You know
that
what I
don't
mean?
happen. That don't always
That's
work.
not
like
a-
that.
Right,
It don't
right,
work like
right,
that.
right,
It don't-
Or,
I
you
done
know,
took that. I done
That
tried
don't-
that.
that
It
don't
don't
happen.
always
if you
work
act,
like
no,
that.
it sometimes doesn't end well. Sometimes it ends in slam
I'm not
doors
gonna
and leaving the
lie.
house.
I'm
You
not
feel
talking
me?
about
Like
that may
That
be
goes
your
weird.
It
that may
happens.
be your perspective.
It happens.
But
But what I'm
like there are guys out here that are like thirsty, and that could
There
be
are-
a
there
nigga
is.
that's thirsty. I've
Yeah.
dated the thirsty nigga. I went through that phone in them
he
Instagram.
was going through all
He
that.
But
was
wait,
a
wait, wait,
thirsty,
wait.
thirsty.
I don't
Was he
feel like
getting
my
was he
own-
getting
I don't
played
like my
back?
own.
Oh, y'all, let me
It's
tell
worse.
y'all.
It's worse if he's
worse.
going at it and
It's
he's
worse
not
when he's
getting no
not getting
playback,
responses.
right?
That's when I was
Yeah.
like,
But
I
now
might
you-
be dating
Hold
a
on,
lame.
don't
But
skip
red
past that.
flag,
No,
though.
let her
Run through
talk.
the phone.
Red flag. The
Well,
phone.
Yeah,
let
going
her-
through
let
the
her talk.
phone.
Y'all cutting her
Hey,
off and shit.
I
Let
go
her
through
talk.
phones. I'm sorry.
Oh shit!
And she's keeping it hot.
I do.
You
I
keep
do.
it high, but
Right.
Lord Jesus,
Because
how many nights have
I
you
get
not
it.
been able to?
I have a big fear of. I have self control,
Mm,
I only do it if I see stuff in it.
Okay.
So if I keep going through your phone and I keep seeing stuff in it, I'm gonna keep going through it.
Okay.
And men are stupid. They think they delete everything. It's like
We don't.
y'all don't.
So
if you go through my phone, I'm gonna send you the bill.
When does it come?
Okay.
When does it come to a point? To
Very
how many times is you looking through the phone, seeing some shit, and then you calling it quits, or do you just always? Are you a sneaker? Do you sneak through the phone, or do you let them know that you went through the phone?
I
A
can't
sneaker
hold
is
stuff
crazy.
in. You're gonna know I went through your phone.
Okay.
I respect it when
Whether
I know. 'Cause I've
wake
had
you up
shorties
out
that
of-
would be
if
like,
I
let me
wake
look through
you
your
up
phone.
out of your sleep,
Oh,
or
you
you're
like that?
Yes, I'm going to say something because I've dated somebody and it's like these people, all these DMs that I ignore and you engaging with all these people. Hell no, you crazy if you think you're gonna be
So
with
you got
me.
thirsty
bad.
niggas that's
No.
just hunting.
And then
I
I saw that he wasn't getting responses on
That
stuff.
made it
like
even
He's
worse.
not getting
it
no
was
killing.
like-
That made it even worse.
And he
He
wasn't
just got
honest.
killed.
He wasn't like, oh, he had a profession that required him to like. He was a trainer, and it was like
Red
he
flag.
tried to use.
That is a red flag.
That's a red.
He tried to use that as an excuse, like, oh, I'm getting business. Like he would follow a girl and be like, oh, this is business, da da da. And it's like,
It's not
y'all look
business.
fucking stupid.
It's
to me.
business.
Like,
It's just not that type of business.
Exactly. So
Right.
it's like you may not be liking that picture because you want to be thirsty, but there are people that are thirsty.
I get that.
Actually, that same person. Do you want to know?
Yeah, talk your
We
shit.
want to know.
So one particular time, let me tell you, the dude was stupid, and I have a great intuition. Like I know.
Don't you all?
No, I'm serious. When I say this, I'm dead for real. Like I don't just be like, oh, let me go through his phone today. It's like something
It's a
in my
gut
body
feeling.
be
That's how.
like,
That's
go
how
through
most.
that phone.
That's how it be.
And it wasn't the phone. So
It wasn't.
I remember I kept this in my brain because he had broke his phone at one point and he logged into his Instagram on his laptop. But men are so terrible with passwords that he saved it on his laptop. And I just didn't go through it at that moment. I was like, I'm gonna use it when I kept
When
that in
you
my
need it.
head.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, it was 7:00 in the morning. That's how good my intuition was. It was like
You
go
woke
through
up
that.
just like
I gotta go through that shit because he
Woke up
wasn't
with
there.
the though?
I did,
That's
and
valid.
I,
Women
lo and
wake up with
behold,
that
at
intuition.
5 a.m. while he's doing what he's doing, working or whatever, sending DMs to girls like heart eyes. I asked
The hard eyes is
It's insane.
y'all. I asked him. I said, "So why did you?" Again, I'm like, "So what are you doing? Like, why are you sending this? Like, what is it about it that you liked about this picture?"
Mhm.
He said, "I'm not gonna tell you the girl business." I'm like, "What's the problem? Like, why are you doing it?" He's like, "She was suicidal."
Nah,
That's not-
He's hell.
He-
Hey,
listen.
Hey, buddy,
You the
buddy went to
savior,
the link.
nigga.
he's hell.
You
That
feeling
boy-
this fucking hard
that boy
ass?
say
Don't
he
save
Jesus
her.
Christ.
Yeah,
I'm helping her confidence, keeping her
I was
alive
like,
with my
I was
heart
like, you
eyes.
think? I
I'm
was like,
keeping her
don't.
alive with my hard eyes.
My
I
hard
said,
eyes
don't
is
get me
saving
wrong.
it.
I really do take suicide serious.
Nah, that's
but you
crazy.
really
Nah, but
think
come
that
on.
hard
No, that's
eyes
crazy.
gonna stop
Come
her
on.
from
That's
offing
crazy.
herself?
Nah,
Like,
right.
Bernie
That
just
was
stand in the
crazy.
That's
corner
actually
though.
funny as
Hard
fuck.
eyes is.
No, that's hilarious.
yes.
That's some
and
funny
it
ass-
went downhill after that. Like I
Yeah.
feel like that's the.
This the
when I
Alabama
do
nigga?
that. No.
Oh,
Damn.
That's
That nigga
bad.
said I was saving her life, baby.
No.
She was finna
No.
kill herself.
Oh, honestly, I'd rather see stuff like that than you acting like you're something. Like I'd rather see it and be like, okay, I get the decision
To leave
you
or not.
alone or not. But if you're like I want to be with you, and then you turn out to be this whole different person, I hate that. Like
Okay.
I don't like that. You fake, at this point.
I got you.
So
I got two questions.
okay,
First one is, what's the best time to go through the phone?
when they drunk,
When they drunk?
yeah.
All right, what if he does? What if he's not a drinker though?
How you going through his phone? You be looking at him when he put his password in? You memorize it?
Most men, I
That
tell
was my
y'all,
next
men
question.
are stupid.
Yeah,
they have the
niggas
simplest
is retarded,
password.
bro.
I have
Okay,
a
no.
friend
Their
that
birthday.
didn't even know his password, and she guessed it. It wasn't his birthday. She guessed it because he's so simple.
Men
He
are
left
simple
his
creatures.
eye. He
Yeah.
let, he, they're very simple. And It's
Yeah.
like they're gonna have a password for everything.
We do
Like
dumb shit.
yeah, they don't. And then they don't realize they tell on themselves sometimes. Like they'll bring it up in a conversation and be like, "Yeah, all my passwords are my birthday," and it's like, "Okay, now I
Dumbass
know all
nigga.
your
Idiot.
stuff
He's
is
an idiot.
so
He's an idiot.
I keep my same
But to be
password
fair,
for
you shouldn't be
everything.
doing. I mean, well,
That would be a
are y'all
red flag to me
exclusive
if someone
in
said
this-
some dumbass shit like that.
If
When
y'all-
I look through the phone,
And when you go to the phone, are y'all exclusive?
I've
Y'all
gone
boyfriend,
through phones
girlfriend?
if we're not exclusive,
I don't do the phone
but
game.
we're like dating.
I don't do the phone game.
Okay, but
Phone
so
game
how
gets to
how
know
mad
the
So
can
more
you
so when y'all
get?
physical. When it turns
yes,
physical.
yes.
Okay.
When it turns physical,
Right.
yes.
I don't even want to
Okay.
look
And
through
that makes
phones,
sense.
bro.
Because I feel like I want to
anything
know
makes
if
sense.
you're doing. Yeah.
I don't.
I'm
God gonna
scared.
tell
I
me.
did that shit
God
gonna
one
tell me,
time.
But
man.
I got my
y'all
feelings
men
hurt.
can't handle it as
That's
much.
why
as we
I have
can.
PTSD.
Y'all
Yeah.
stomach be hurt.
If
Well,
Shorty can open up and text to me, I'm gonna look away. I'm gonna be like,
Y'all be ready to
if I'm
be.
enjoying my time with
Y'all
Shorty,
wanna be a
I'ma
player.
Like, I don't even
Nah,
wanna see
I
right
No.
I ain't gonna
I
lie,
seen,
there's times where
I seen I seen a woman DMs that I was dating one time.
And I saw nothing
I'm
but blue check.
never
Yeah.
finna look
I'd
up.
rather
Listen,
the good Lord tell me when
That's
it's time
happened to me
leave.
too.
I'm not finna go look for it. I'm
No,
gonna enjoy this time.
But
while I'm
women
doing
are
it.
way more sneakier than
Hell
guys.
Right.
yeah, they are.
On God.
Hell
I
yeah,
think
they
guys
are.
try to be sneaky, but they
I don't think
slip
niggas
up.
try.
I don't think.
No, they try. They try,
Nah,
and they're
niggas
bad
just
at
suck.
it. They're
A lot of
really
men are
bad at
fucking
it.
stupid.
They're very bad
I
at
don't
it.
think niggas try.
No, they're.
Men
I
be
think
falling
niggas just
asleep
be
with their
like,
phone
nah,
open and
fuck
shit.
it.
So
They
the
might be
same guy that I
habits.
said
West.
the whole phone thing, he knew that I didn't have his phone. What you
That's me
say?
for sure.
What you do?
No,
beef
no, we
for
talking about
Hook
this.
will fall asleep with his phone open.
Exactly,
like
and
this.
men are also
Okay.
heavy sleepers. They
Yeah,
fall asleep
yeah.
while they're on TikTok, and it's like
Facts.
going, and they don't. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
easy.
all bad.
Yeah.
All right, part 2 to the question: when you do get the phone, where is the first?
The
place
first
that
thing you look at.
He trying to make
Okay,
sure
so you want to know what to delete?
No. I don't got nothing to delete. I don't got nothing to hide from nobody.
It's funny because me and my friends talk about this all the time. Like, how do you go through the phone?
I
Y'all
wanna
are
know.
crazy.
Right, no.
Hold on,
Well,
wait.
no.
Hey, wait,
Give us a
Can
prioritization list.
Can I
Give us
hear
the priority
you, like
list.
2 of the friends? Like, what's the first?
Y'all want to talk about icks? That's an ick.
That's
What?
an
If you want to go through my phone,
is an ick.
do it in my face. Be like, nigga, I want to see.
I will. I'll do that too.
I respect that.
I will.
But if you go behind my back,
I mean, you can.
No,
ask me,
I
give
won't.
it to
I'll
you,
be right by you, and you'll just be drunk. Like you'll.
nah.
I've
But
had
no,
that
no.
situation.
if you want to look through my shit, do it with me right there.
But
I
have-
respect that.
I have done it without you being there, and I know men hate that, but I'm you can go through my phone. I don't care. I don't delete anything. You'll see everything you want to see. But I'm also a very honest person. Men are honest. They don't tell you how they really are, so you kind of got to go look for it. And if you see it,
So you think there ain't none in your phone that a nigga could find out, make him upset?
there's nothing in my phone.
Nothing. Zero.
I ain't gonna lie.
Niggas will come up with something.
Y'all gonna say
Nigga
niggas
be
gonna
like,
find
man, you
something.
laughing a little
He
hard.
would
Right.
be probably mad that people are coming at me, but my responses I feel like are fair.
Why even
But
respond?
that's
Some
you.
people I don't
But
respond.
that's the
to.
thing though. They'll
Why
respond.
respond?
But
But
Why
then
respond to
also,
anybody?
like, because
Who
like
gets
I
the
said,
response?
for example, with like business, like let's say I'm texting a business owner and he's
Okay.
like hitting on me, and I gotta
Okay.
keep it strictly
Okay.
business.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
He could possibly
fair.
get mad at that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
But
Okay.
then at that
I feel like if you looking for something, you gonna find it.
I agree.
no, I don't agree.
You don't.
I've
I
gone through
1000%
phones
agree.
and it's been like not clean in the sense of he wiped it out, but like the conversations where I was comfortable with.
So you're
I
like
wasn't
good for
tripping.
Or you
today.
just
Let
didn't
me
know where
check
to
next
look.
week.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
no,
you
no.
gotta
I'm not
do.
like that. I'm not like that. I'm like
Okay.
intuition. If
He
I
really
feel
don't
like I
like that
need
shit.
to.
I don't.
He
fuck with
hates
that.
it.
I
don't
He
fuck
hates
It
it.
happened to
I
me.
don't either.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I found out I was going my shorty was going through my phone by going through her phone. I went through her phone and seen
Y'all just all toxic.
it's some dumb shit.
He said screenshots of herself.
Hey, he likes
No,
toxic shit.
she I seen. All right, so look,
You like
it
it
was
more
just,
than me.
He does.
I'm telling you.
You
All right,
like
so
it
look,
more
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's just my
I
experience.
don't think you got him beat.
Listen,
So you
I
went
don't
through
know.
her
They're
phone
fighting.
too.
He got me.
because it's something told me.
It's-
Like how y'all say it's something to intuition.
Exactly.
It
That's
was
what
God
I'm saying.
telling me.
It's nothing
And
wrong
I went through. First thing I went through, I went to her and her best friend shit, and it was literally the night before, and she sit here telling her friend, "Yeah, girl, I just be going through sad shit. He don't be knowing his dumb ass. He don't be knowing that.
His dumbass.
Y'all
I
know-
got
I
there
know-
one sleep like, hey,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you though. Let me be real though.
Right,
Let me
Go
be
back
real.
to sleep.
I would be
Yeah.
more mad at her calling me a dumbass. to
that's
her
what
friend.
I
No,
Then
I'm like,
her going
damn,
through
I
my
really am a
phone.
dumbass.
No, you
Hey,
really
how
a
you get in my shit?
Bro, my nigga read that shit.
Who you think is smart?
Dumbass. Like,
Dumbass. Who's smart?
Nah, facts.
Sick.
That's
Now that happened to me.
Sick.
Like Shorty,
fuck all
she
that.
she went on a trip. She like left her phone overseas on some shit. Bro, yeah, she left her phone. Not
Can't
left her
talk.
phone.
I've been there before.
She not left her phone, but like left in the Uber.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And so she had to come back, bro. And I kind of already knew what the time was, but I'm like, bro, ain't nothing in my phone to hide. So she was on some basically like, oh, I gotta use your phone, blah blah. So I would always give her my phone, like, nigga, just because in my head I'm like, bro, ain't nothing to hide. But like Shorty like would go back, like historical, like records, like
Because
history,
you want to know
like
why?
George Washington.
You want to know?
like, God, yeah, and go back. and go back like.
But you want to know why though?
Yeah.
Because what men do, they tend to do this. You could have had some sort of relation with this girl, and you try to act like
That's
your
exactly
friend
what
now.
happened.
And it's like, how
exactly
are you bringing me
happened.
around this girl, and
That's
you
exactly
was
what happened.
really talking dirty with this girl
Okay,
in
but-
Texas?
No, but
Like,
okay, but
you think
listen,
that's
it wasn't
normal?
dirty. So like this one girl, so this
has
one
a
issue.
point.
And you're letting me meet her too. You got me
you
fucked
a
up.
foul ass nigga.
No, that's not.
That's
I didn't let
foul.
her meet. They already
nigga
like had a
fail.
class together or some shit. And Shorty's attractive, so she was kind of already peeping her, thinking like, this seems like his type, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But it was essentially something where it was like a thought, but it never went
a
nowhere.
thing.
And the only
Why was
reason
you thinking that?
The only reason why it was a thought is because it was like when we were in undergrad, we had a date or whatever. But it was like, okay, this is just friends, because I'm like, we're not attracted to each other in that manner.
Yeah.
So then it was just friends from all them years. But like Shorty was so fucking due diligent with the shit.
Yeah.
That fucking nigga, she like, oh, this and so and so, you texted her this, and then it was kind of like, well, like we're just friends right now, and it's like she couldn't really fathom. And
I feel
again,
like
I'm not mad
if
at
you
her.
were
I'm not mad
interested
at
in
her.
this person at some point, I feel like that's foul. Because men don't like
I'm not
that.
mad
If
at
I was dating a guy and I let you go shake his hand without letting you know,
But
Yeah.
there's a
that
big
like we
difference
had
though.
a
But there's
Yeah.
thing going on, you would be pissed.
there's
Like,
a big difference.
That's fair.
I just dapped this nigga up.
yeah, like y'all take
I
that
ain't gonna lie.
way. Y'all take that to the extreme.
Nah, don't let me
like,
dap a
men,
nigga up.
I
I'll
know.
be mad as
You
hell.
over
You
it.
let me
I know I
smile in
will.
this
You-
nigga
well,
face.
yeah,
You let me
we talking
smile
about
in his
ink.
face. Are you crazy?
Now that
Yeah,
you
like,
might
do it.
might get cut off of that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
you might get
saying.
cut off
So
of
it's
that.
like that's why girls do that.
That's fair.
And now back to your
I was never
initial
mad at her, though.
question of how we do it. So I feel like the clever way, if you press for time to go through the phone,
That's for
is-
time.
The go through phone 101.
Shit, Mission
learning.
Impossible.
We learning.
Hey, this
learning.
definitely got to get clipped.
Yeah. So what we do, what I've collected from my friends and like people is that we search for specific words
Search
Yeah.
bar.
in the search
In messages or
gonna lie.
Instagram?
messages.
Mm.
What
Instagram?
type of words
Hold on,
you
let her-
search?
Instagram,
What,
you
yeah,
just
what's the
gotta-
words? What's the words you're
Yeah.
I'm not telling y'all.
Tell
That-
the word.
He'll be
Yeah.
like baby, bae. You can do like
That would never.
I don't know.
I bet you look like
That would
Goofy.
work.
Only y'all messages come up.
No, well, yeah.
Yeah, you be like, damn.
But no, or
babe.
like that's when the ancient messages come up because y'all probably was calling girls bae and y'all wasn't really taking them serious. So now I go into this thread because I'm like, what was they talking about? And then it's like that.
Not
What
baby,
other
baby
words do
word.
we use? I don't know. We do that, and then on Instagram, I think the most recent ones are like the most important in my opinion because it's
Like where it says like send to.
no,
Or you mean like
the most
stories?
recent like.
The most recent people you.
Yeah, that you talk to. Maybe like
just
I'm
in
not
the
scrolling too
DMs.
far on Instagram.
Just
Nah, I ain't
who
gonna
you
lie.
recently spoke
That
to
I
as
have
well.
gotten in trouble with that one though. The send to. So like, say you got like when you're.
When you about to send something
I'll
and
send
the
something, and the top 5 people
Yeah.
pop up.
Yeah, don't let them see a
That's
story.
another
Yeah, they see a girl.
Let 'em see.
Bro,
How many? You
oh
be
my
talking to her that
God.
often? Why she pop
Who you
up?
sending?
Yeah.
What you
Yeah.
sending to her?
Especially
Bruh.
if you deleted
Yeah.
the messages.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It's in your sent to, but it's not in your messages.
Right.
Instagram tripping, baby.
Actually,
Instagram tripping.
first of all, Instagram.
I'm like,
I think
You know the new
Instagram
algorithm
is
and
red.
shit.
I ain't never thought about that. Till
No,
I found out
Instagram
about
is
that.
definitely got to be somebody is a man that's creating the because like even the
God.
story likes all of that stuff. A woman would never know you liking somebody's story because it's like
Oh, with
you
the
can't-
changes because you can't go look. You used to be able to look at people's likes.
no,
Y'all
like
remember
no,
you
if you
could do
press
that?
the
You
like
could
on
see
the
who's
story.
currently
You can see
liking
everybody
people's
who
shit.
like-
Oh yes,
That
that's
shit
very
was
first. They
crazy.
took that off.
That shit was
That
crazy.
was
Yeah.
genius.
That was crazy.
Damn.
I would
And
catch niggas all the
comment
time.
You
too,
can't
like-
do that?
Be like Trey
But look,
Barnett. Like
It was like a
Oh,
it was
man.
like kind of like a For You page or something.
Yeah.
All the trending
you don't remember that?
I
It was
remember
like
that.
it was
I don't
like
remember
And
that.
you can see
look at
anybody
your
likes.
likes, and then you could look at who
friends,
you
your-
following, what they're liking.
Or
Yeah.
who
And what
just
they
follow
commented
who.
on.
Yeah,
It
that-
was like such and
Bro.
such just started following.
Hey, y'all want to
That
know?
was Instagram?
Yes, bro.
Imagine
This
going
shit-
to a
this shit
party.
started
It was on
like
the notifications
2017, 2018,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah,
Damn.
bro.
It was like when the pictures were still square. Like
You
could
could
see
definitely
all
you
of
can
that.
you can see
I don't
all
know.
You know what the
everybody's
trade off
activity.
was for that though? They got rid of the For You thing on Instagram and they created a recently deleted in the text message.
Yeah.
Facts.
That recently deleted, boy.
Oh yeah,
Man. You got to make sure to go to the recently deleted.
I didn't know there was a recently deleted at one point.
Nigga, I still didn't know that. There's a recently deleted text message.
Yeah.
Nigga, yeah.
Your text.
That
means you need to go delete.
Right.
He has nothing.
I don't have nothing to hide.
I don't delete messages.
I don't either.
I don't either. That's why I don't
like
I got messages from
You gonna see it, you just
2015 in my
don't see it.
phone, bro.
Me too.
Don't look
I
at my
do.
phone.
But
You're
the
gonna be
only
pissed
reason
off.
why I would delete
That's
some
why I say the
messages
same thing.
is
Don't
if
go
I
through my
run
phone.
out of
Space.
I'm not a deleter. Like I got shit from forever.
I do
So
too.
do y'all?
Yeah.
Well, when you went through the phone, did you go through the girls group message?
When I went through phones, this was like 2016, 2017. I ain't did it since, but yeah, I did all
Your
that shit.
stomach was hurting when you.
I'm like never again. Why would I do this? I'm playing.
It hurts. Why would I hurt?
The last-
I don't think I've ever done it.
The last phone I went through, I only went through 2 phones in my life. The first one I just told y'all. The second one, it was a shorty. She was older. She kept like saying like I want to be intentional. I want to X, Y, and Z. I'm like you capping.
You lying.
You lying. Like you feel me? And then she tried to one
It's
night.
not true. It's a dream.
One night she was trying to sell it. She almost had me up the river. But I'm like, you know what? One night she was crying too much about it. And then the next morning, I'm like, this one I was actually training to go to pro day and shit. I'm like, hey, boo, I'm sitting here watching this film, but I'm trying to clock my times and stuff. Can I use your phone to clock the times? She's like, yeah, go ahead. She opened it, bitch.
She rolled over.
Nigga, she was just laying on me. I'm sitting there looking through it, bro. She having the same conversation with me with like 6, 7 different other niggas.
Oh hell!
I'm talking about the same conversation, sending the same pictures.
So like, what do you do in that situation?
I just told her, I'm like, hey, babe, what's this? And she was just like, oh my God. Started crying. And I'm like, I tried to say X, Y, and Z, but.
See,
I went through one phone.
I was a bit more mature at that time.
See,
so it
don't
was
go
like,
through my phone. I said booby traps. So I'm going to know you go through that bitch.
why?
How you said booby traps, bro?
I found,
tell us.
well, I don't got it no more, but it was an app back in the day that I used to have on my phone. If you put the wrong password into that specific app trying to see what was on it,
A vault app.
like the
Yeah,
vault.
I had that.
It took a
too.
photo
I had
of
that
you.
too. I had
and
that
then I used to know how I used to
this nigga's a
structure.
professional.
No, I had that.
know
too.
how I used to structure my messages and what I used to leave read and unread and stuff like that. I'll always
You
be
can
like,
just peep into the message now though.
yeah, now, but back then you
Yeah,
couldn't.
back then
you
you
had to,
can't.
you had to tap
She
that
over
shit.
there. She over here.
Yeah, now you can like even like
she
put
knows.
it back to the blue
Yeah,
dot.
you
like,
know,
it's
that-
open.
now that's
Yeah.
spooky.
Yeah.
You can mark it back.
Yeah,
into
but
red,
back
especially
then-
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I used to have that shit too
Yeah,
though. That's
back
Like if
then,
somebody
though,
send me something
that shit
like,
was
"Hey, I'm trying to talk to you," and I
Right.
just put it back.
yeah. Like, I didn't even
The
see
whole
this shit.
time
I didn't
you
even see
asked,
This
I
wasn't
put
for
it
me to
back.
see.
I seen it and
Nah.
I'm not responded.
I went through phone one time. I did it because I was being petty. Shorty went through my phone, and I was pissed. I'm like, bro, stop going through my phone. I kept telling you, don't go through my phone. So
Yeah.
since she went through my phone, I grabbed her phone. I went through it, and like you say,
So
people
what?
bypass
So
it.
you don't want your like wife or like
My
you should be-
theory
it should
is-
be
Don't
an
go through my
open
phone.
This is
place.
my
It's like
theory.
a-
This is my theory.
Don't
My
touch
phone is
my
your
phone.
phone.
No.
What?
It's not because
It's
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 not.
called an iPhone
This is
for
Your
a reason.
phone is your phone. My phone.
Is your phone his phone?
She just said that. She said you can go through his
Yeah.
phone all
You
you
can
want.
go through my phone
but this
all
is-
you want.
The reason I
What
don't
do you-
like that is because I think if you're in a relationship, relationships are based off of trust. If you do not have trust, you do not have a
Oh,
relationship.
believe
So
it.
if you
Also,
are if
okay,
you're going
sorry,
through a
right.
phone, that means you have some sort of signal of not trusting this person.
Mhm.
Which-
And if you want to go sneaky about it, I don't respect it. That's why I'm like, if you feel a type of way,
Just
if you don't
ask me.
trust me, say to my face.
But
"Do you
why
wanna see
is
my
it in the
phone?"
phone to begin with though? If you're being a cheater and you're cheating on me, we don't need to be in this relationship.
He didn't
Like-
say cheat.
But
Yeah, I didn't say
but I'm
anything
saying
about
he's coming
cheating.
from a different space. He's coming
He
from a
just
space of-
saying just
If
he's
you
not a
if
person
you're
that's doing that.
100%, if
you're
you're
clean.
100% clean,
Mm-hmm.
I would have no intuition to go through your phone.
You saying that until you.
I'm telling you as a person that is an advocate for going through phones. I only go through it when I
Advocate
feel
is
like
crazy.
So
if
do
I
you
feel
be
like
in
I need to.
do you be in full-fledged
through the-
relationships when you do this,
run
or
through
do
a
you
phone
like
and
go
I've
back.
through
only
phones?
been in
So
so I haven't been in that many relationships.
I thought about this.
I was gonna-
maybe
when I
I'm
asked her,
confused
one
because
of
of
this
that.
question
I haven't.
said
I haven't either.
She wasn't exclusive yet, but went through a phone, right?
Yeah.
That was your way to figure
But
out
this
if
is my
you
thing.
wanted to
What
be
is the
exclusive.
things that trigger you to go through a phone? And it's not like trying to,
Behavior.
but I'm like, what
Behavior.
changes? Because that's.
I pick up on like you not acting the same. And
But what it? But like, what would be?
men tell on themselves when they're not being like.
Yeah, niggas just start acting.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Like the attention.
Yeah,
like,
the attention.
But okay,
they
so
get mad at little stuff that you're doing for no
that's
reason.
valid.
Like you know when they're starting to hate
I
you.
would
now it's
say
comparison.
Like you hate your girlfriend.
Niggas be
Right,
thinking
'cause
like
my other girl goes, like, she do this.
No,
Yeah,
fact.
like, I'm pissed.
Getting on my
I'm
nerves.
pissed. You're getting on my nerves.
Nah,
God,
yeah.
You didn't do this.
Nah, that's
Goddamn.
That's legit.
Why you bitching so much?
That's
You ain't
legit.
never worried about me bitching before.
Yeah,
Shit.
That's
exactly.
legit.
That's real.
Nah, that's legit.
Y'all ever
real.
watch Power
That's
when
real.
Ghost was like, I just lost the love of my life. Like, he
Yeah.
hated her.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
That shit's
He be
crazy.
having the love of his life, and it's not
She
you.
not
I wouldn't say he hated her. He loved her.
No.
Ghost definitely loved Tasha at one point, bro.
At
He
one
wasn't that-
point.
exactly.
She's talking about
But-
when
And
when
then
he lost the love of
But
her
he
life.
lost. But you got to realize, even in Power, if you watch,
Imagine your husband
But
or
she-
your wife telling you, I just lost
But
the
she
love
did
of my
things.
life.
But she did things that.
No,
led,
Tasha was
wait, you got to
foul.
think about it. She did
was
things
foul.
that led him to
She
that.
was
like,
foul.
Women forget this.
Nah,
Women-
Shorty
women
was
really,
foul.
Women really forget.
We
this.
talking about
Not-
Power specifically.
Nah, but this happens to a
Tasha
lot.
was foul.
This
was
happens to a
foul.
lot of men too, though, because the real what led Ghost to Angela was Ghost wanted to get out the game, but Tasha wanted him to stay in
Right,
the game.
right,
He was trying
right,
to leave.
right.
So everything that she was doing from then going forward, Ghost
Good take.
He
Ghost
only,
grew up.
okay, so he was in love with Tasha. What changed was when Angela came back into his life. He saw her, and he was all
Before
the
he-
feelings started rushing back.
But even before he saw her, though, he had already said he was trying to get. He was
trying to
creating
get
a
out the
plan.
game.
Before he met.
And
before he
Tasha was
ran to
like
Angela,
willing them back in.
Yeah, he wanted to get out the game
I don't
before
think that's
Angela
her
came
fault.
around.
That's not something to make you stop loving somebody.
But no, you got to think about it like this: their relationship started before episode 1 of Power. Ghost didn't just hit episode 1 and decide
You're
let me
right.
get out the game. So he was obviously doing that was the purpose of the club was to wash the money, get out the game.
Right.
So he's been having this plan to get out. She doesn't want out.
But do you
So at
see? I still agree with that. But I feel like they should have just separated in general.
But it wasn't. It's not
That's
that
fair.
simple when you got kids.
Like
involved.
if you really want to, it is that simple. Because that's a toxic household to
It's-
be in. Look
it
how
is,
they.
it's not that simple.
My whole thing
DDG,
about like if you want to
DDG.
do that,
Are you trying to raise?
DDG.
Are you trying to raise a healthy child,
DDG.
or are you trying to
I'm not.
do what's best
I'll
for you?
tell you right now.
You got to choose
This
one.
might be my hyper independence talking. I'm not staying with somebody just because some kids. I'm not doing that.
Okay, we get
Because that is
Right.
not like a safe environment. I mean, that's not a. I don't know. That
That's why I
environment is
asked.
not great for the kid.
You got to
either.
choose one. Are you?
Because
are you
like they're
wanting to
not.
raise a
I
healthy
feel like the
child, or
best
you-
way for a kid to be raised in a healthy like style, I guess, is that they see love in the household. If you don't really like me for real, they not gonna see affection. It's no point in us being together. We probably gonna be sleeping separately. You'd hate me. You're coming home late. You're doing whatever you want. They don't see a great example of what a relationship should be.
But
So we might as well just separate.
we still skipping over the fact of the man that you chose to marry. You choosing to marry him means you chose to follow his lead for the most part.
Okay.
So if the person that you chose to follow his lead is saying, let's take these steps, I'm trying to change our lives. I'm trying to move from this. This is what's feeding us right now, but I think we can live off of this. So this person's trying to move to something new. Now, at that point, if the man that you chose to marry, you chose to follow, is saying, let's move over here, you should follow.
I don't
But
think
if you
that's
don't,
fair to say. That's like,
and then if you don't want to follow, then that's not on him. To
you know,
leave.
I
That's
don't
you
think it's
should
fair.
leave.
I don't think it's fair because I feel like you introduced her to the lifestyle to begin with. You
True.
can't. It's not her fault
That's
that
a
she
great
falls
point.
in love with that
That's a great
lifestyle.
point.
She
You're right.
loves that lifestyle. So like,
That's a
if
great
she
point.
don't want to leave it,
That's
that's
a
your
great
feel like
fault.
as a
You
man,
introduced
that's a
her
great
to
Listen,
point.
but this-
That's
listen.
a great
So
point.
it's
Yes,
like-
it's a great point.
I didn't think
It's
about
just
that.
like you
Why did she fall
introducing a
for
girl
that?
to a strip club, right? And she goes to the strip club, she making hella money, and she like, oh, I love this. Like, I got
Yep.
hella money. Just because you want her to leave, that means like she probably like, nah. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
your
making the
lifestyle
most
is
money
big,
I've
bro. As a
ever-
This is
man,
what
like
I'm
if you're a
saying.
captain
Fair.
of a ship, your
Yeah.
lifestyle is your ship.
Yeah.
It is for sure.
So if you change your ship,
So you change the course.
You
change
where
the
you're
course.
going.
Like,
But this is the
can't,
thing
like,
that
she
when a
could've
captain,
done that.
okay, that's cool. But when a captain
saying
of the
she
ship
should follow.
changes course,
She
he
should
says
follow.
about ship, the whole crew, everything
follow.
that they do is to about ship.
I
If they
don't- I don't
if
think
that crew doesn't about ship, what do they
That's
do?
fair
They
too.
walk the
I'm on
plank.
the fence.
That's
I'm
fair
on the
too.
we ain't
fence.
say pirates though, nigga.
But that's what I'm saying is he's the captain of the household.
I see what
It's
he's saying.
right. But now the captain says, "Look, I had this yacht, but now we're going to this boat," and the girl got to decide, "Do I want to
Do I
go
wanna
onto
go
this
with
boat?"
him?
Well, or not.
Because
If
she
you
didn't,
choose,
she
you
didn't
don't-
agree to that life to begin with.
She was
She
fucking with
wanted,
the yacht.
she
She
like
was
this.
fucking with the
She
yacht,
like
bro.
this.
But
She
she
wanted
agreed
Yeah.
to it though.
She was
the yacht is what she signed up to and agreed to.
That's what
and now
she signed
you're
up
trying to
for.
make her change.
I'm trying to get you on this airplane. He went. He put on the yacht.
And
we're rolling
honestly,
on the
I
skis.
blame him again because at that point that you realized she didn't want to follow you, you should have let that go immediately. Regardless.
All right, but then okay, now.
I feel like if everybody navigated life like that and ended things that they aren't happy with,
it'll be a better place.
It'll be a better place.
I agree.
It don't always. Everybody
it
trying
ain't
to say
always,
that. It don't always work like
I'm
that.
not saying that it has
Because then what happens is
nothing's perfect. But it's like you as a person,
you can't quit every time you're unhappy.
You can't. But also, I feel like that's a big life change. We're not just talking about you want to move to a different house or another state. It's like you want me to stop this money flow and make way less than what I
don't know. If all of us quit when we was unhappy, ain't none of us would be saying here.
Who said you was making way less?
I just feel like that's not a fair argument.
I mean, I get. I see both
you're
sides,
to,
but it's
this
like
is the thing. You're following. You chose him to be the leader, right? She chose Ghost. She followed Ghost. The goal was to Ghost put you on his lifestyle. The reason why he put you on his lifestyle because he saw the money, the flow, right?
Yeah.
So what he's saying is, you followed me into this lifestyle. Thank you. I appreciate it. We built this thing, this huge drug cartel. We built this, right?
Okay.
All right, we're flowing on the yacht. Now look, I brought you here. Now I'm trying to take us somewhere else, and we're going from this yacht to the what's the thing the president fly on? Air Force One.
Okay.
He did.
What is it?
I was thinking yacht and boat at the same time, but my bad. Hey.
No, you know the funniest part is that you kept talking.
Yeah,
like
you just keep it going. Because when you mess up, you just keep it flowing, bro. When you mess up, you just keep going. I don't. You just keep going.
Yeah.
Nah, Dre just the dickhead, bro. As I was saying, though.
My fault.
I put you on this yacht. We're leaving this yacht, and I have a plan for us to go to Air Force One. You might not see the plan right now, but I'm telling you, we going to Air Force One.
Yeah.
So, do you follow or do you stay right here?
Do you understand that it's going to always be up to the woman whether or not she want to follow? If she
You're
don't
right.
want to follow,
because
then it's like when you realize she don't want to follow, you gotta cut it off.
Exactly.
You're right.
I agree.
You can't just stay with somebody.
I'm about to cut your beard, bro.
I agree.
You're right.
She has a point.
She has a
You should
point.
keep talking.
She has a
Stop
point.
talking. I think she should keep talking.
Yeah.
I can second.
Very relevant. To,
retweet
a lot of things right now.
Retweet.
I really
Retweet.
feel like you can't really that's her choice. If she want to leave, and she don't want to be with you, that's your you realize that she not following or y'all don't align on the same goals. Bye.
Yeah, once you can choose a captain, but once the captain changed who he is, she don't got to stick to what he She don't, bro.
I mean, it's just I get what you're saying. Like, a man is supposed to lead. You should lead. But, if it doesn't work for what I want in my life, too, because, if I don't want that, then, I mean, naturally, you would think that's smarter. I think because given the situation, you think she's dumb for not wanting to get out. It's he's trying to make it safer, but, you can't be mad that she fell in love with something that you introduced her to.
Yes, so he was working on, even with her staying or not, he was still working to go to Air Force One. At that point, it should be her that leaves, not because it's you're up under his wing. You followed him into this game. So if you wanted to stay in this game, you don't stay up underneath this person because he's still leading the ship.
And then also y'all said we're still talking about Tasha with
Power, yeah.
Y'all said she did a lot of foul things, but don't forget that he was already talking to Angela before, and then when she started talking to other men, he killed him or he ruined that situation for them. And it's you can't.
He didn't kill the driver.
He killed the black guy, didn't he?
The driver. But that wasn't because he was fucking on Tasha though.
It was.
It was because
it was. He did kill him because of her. He was so mad about that. He killed.
Get in the camera, bro. You over talking?
Yeah, you over talking. He ain't in the camera.
He did. He killed him because of that. And I feel like you can't even dish out what you giving out. So you should have just left her alone.
But it was her. She had PPM. Poor pussy management.
Yeah.
The thing was,
I was like, what's
you went to the driver?
She was no, not the driver. It's the other nigga he killed.
He was
like a lawyer. He was like a lawyer.
Black.
He was in the. It was a part of something, and this nigga he had dirt on them type. It was some shit like that, and she ended up fucking him.
Yeah, I remember
and how to have a relationship. So it was like,
agreed.
That's poor pussy management.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's fair, but I think Ghost was pissed at the fact that she was even doing that too. Like
that has a part to play in it, but
And
as far as who it was, had a bigger.
I think it was what bruh did and caused the problems that he caused as being that lawyer.
But Angela knew stuff too.
Of course she did.
She knew a lot of stuff. He just trusted her, and it's like it's not fair for you to trust somebody and I can trust. He wasn't bothering them. He just knew stuff, and it's like you just can't take what you dish out, and that's fair.
That's true. That's part of the game. That's part of the game. That's part of.
That's what it was.
Y'all could have just parted ways a long time ago. Now people dead, and
most men can't take what they dish out.
That's
exactly.
very true.
I'm probably in that
I've
boat.
always stated
I
that.
agree with that.
Can't take that.
Y'all. I think because y'all are very simple, and it's like if you feel like you're doing everything right, and then somebody do something, it's like, oh nah.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
Y'all are better at cutting people off too. Like we're like
I think
actually I take that back. Y'all are not better at cutting people off.
Not when it comes to
I feel like when
relationships.
it comes to disrespect, if it comes to disrespect, y'all cut them off.
I think men are better at cutting
actually. I think when
women
it comes to
off.
relationships, women more so than men
way better
in the
Exactly.
relationship.
When
men
men
are more
are
likely.
Women are better at cutting women.
In
Yeah.
love,
Out of everybody here right now, how many relationships have y'all gotten walked away from, and how many relationships have y'all walked?
We're different.
but it depends on
We not the general.
Yeah, I don't want.
We're not the
I
like-
feel you.
We're not the
No,
general.
no, like in general,
asking a question.
most divorces are women led.
Right.
Most relationship ends
Right.
are because women,
Women,
and it's not
exactly.
because men are less likely to do that. We're able to deal with more bullshit. Like we ain't
We
fucking with
okay
you,
the
but we
pain.
still fuck with you. So we'll like keep you
Yeah.
around type shit. Shorty like, oh,
'Cause
we ain't fucking with that. I need to cut that.
We're
off.
so taught that we're
It's a
so
little
taught
different.
like struggle.
Y'all know how
Like my
many-
dad always says, life is struggle.
I feel like divorces are women led because women get to that point.
I agree. I'm not
But
saying it's wrong. I
they
think women
all-
are more
A
likely
lot
to
of
cut
women
it.
in marriages put up with a lot.
I agree.
of stuff.
I agree.
Like, and that marriage title is the reason why they be like, well, we're married and we're we can work through this. Like I feel like women are more, and I feel like y'all won't cut it off. Y'all will just get what y'all want from that situation.
Exactly.
Do you on
Exactly.
the side.
That's why.
That's
I'm not-
exactly-
I'm saying. I'm not
Right. That's
justifying
exactly.
it.
Like,
That's exactly what.
Like,
That's
when I
fine
say
at all,
cut off,
though.
I mean like mentally. Like this ain't your woman. You just
Right.
like,
You
I'ma
feel
be
like
You're
men.
right.
You
That's
feel
what
like
it
is.
men
Yeah.
are.
That's what
You
it
think
is.
men are better?
Yeah.
Men are better at
women are more
tolerating shit to
emotional.
get what they want.
Yeah.
Women ain't gonna tolerate that.
They
shit.
not.
They just gonna get out of
They gonna
there.
get up out.
Yeah, they just gonna. get
Okay,
out
wait.
of there.
So the proposition is that men are better at cutting.
Tolerating. No, she said men are better. I said women more likely lead the endings of relationships,
is
and I
just
think that's
statistic-
because men tolerate bullshit to get what they want. Women ain't
Right.
gonna tolerate bullshit to get what they want
And you're saying
most of the time.
I'm basically saying that in a sense. Like I feel like
That's
if we're talking about divorces, I feel like a woman probably tolerated a lot leading up to that point
That's
because she's
fair.
emotionally led with that. Like she's like, I love this man. I'm letting him
Mm-hmm.
slide for a lot of things. And she has to do it because a man not gonna file for divorce. He's just gonna be like,
He just
doing
gonna
what
fuck
wanna do.
off.
He
Yeah,
gonna
he
do
just
what he
gonna
want to
fuck
do.
off.
I think,
But
I
like
think this
mentally,
is-
he's already checked out of that relationship.
I agree.
I think that's because
I think this is general because I think there are a lot of from my personal
it's
experience.
perks for a woman to be married.
There's benefits for a woman to be married. That's number one. But then number two is also I've heard like, or at least in my opinion, dumb things where women will divorce for like on some, oh he's boring, or on some like at least in my opinion there wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? Like
There's no substance behind it.
accumulation
Also,
behind
though,
the divorce.
With divorces, what men provide to women in relationships and what women tend to provide men in relationships when they divorce, what men provide can be enforced by law.
Yeah.
What women typically provide won't
that's a
be
good
enforced
point.
by law.
That's a good
They
point.
get away with it.
So they might keep those same benefits of marriage out of the relationship, while
That's a
men will
good
not
point.
keep the same relationship.
So you're essentially saying that they would be incentivized to be
I'm just saying women
do
tend to do it
incentivize
more
divorce.
often. there's a reason for it, but
because
yeah.
I
I feel like there's
also-
some incentivization.
I think people
Yeah.
when they sometimes they already don't be compatible, and
Yeah.
women want a ring so bad that they like will
I
ignore all the
swear.
red flags or
Yeah.
like ignore that they're not compatible until they actually get into marriage,
That's true.
Yeah.
and it's like
I heard a comedian say
that's what I
that
was
they
gonna
were
say
saying
to what you said as far as women dealing with more. I mean, men deal with more bullshit and tolerate more bullshit than women do. And I don't.
it
I don't
depends.
agree
I'm
with that all
talking
the way.
more so just to like get what they want. I think when it comes to relationships,
Bruh, how
woman's
many
woman's biggest fear is to be alone. So they're more likely to be in a relationship that they don't necessarily like, so they're in a relationship. Men's biggest fear is to be with the wrong person. So it's going to take them longer to commit, and that's where the disconnect comes from.
That's very true.
It do take me a long ass time.
How many
to
people
commit.
are in relation? How many women are in relationships because of the lifestyle that it provides, though?
I mean, that's the shit. That's the shit.
That's
That's
what I'm
the
saying,
shit.
though. So
I don't
they
think that's.
deal
I
with
don't,
they tolerate
They tolerate
all the
it
because
they're getting what they want.
They getting what they want, just
Yeah.
like a man.
Right.
Like you said.
Everybody
That's
getting
why
what
I
they
said it's-
want.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be
but
there.
when it comes to leaving relationships,
Comes down-
women were more likely to
To leave.
leave a relationship.
And
than
I don't think he disagreeing with
and
that.
and I agree, but
Yeah.
it filters back to what he said too, because they're more incentivized.
I
They're
agree.
going to come out on
Right.
top.
I agree.
And-
As
agree
soon
with
as
that as
they,
well.
as
I
soon
agree
as
with
they
that as
stop
well.
getting what they want,
Right.
like women, like if they feel like the lifestyle stop or you're not loving them a certain way, like I don't know. That's
I feel like women can get, like you said, to your point, when they leave, they can get enough of what they was already having to justify them leaving. Because it's like they can get the income.
Yeah, the
get
protect to provide, they'll still kind of get
They'll
the
still
provide
kinda get
after.
that,
The men,
right.
the love and affection, the sweetness and all that, they ain't
Right.
gonna get none of that after
Yeah.
post-divorce.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna get none
But
of that.
like you said, they're
Yeah.
going to get enough, incentives.
Women are
to
more
leave.
incentivized too, but I also think even outside of marriage and just like relationships, women cut ties faster than men do.
Yeah,
Generally.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
statistically
Generally.
accurate.
Yeah, that's
yeah, I feel that.
I
I feel like a man is not like I'm gonna
Yeah.
break up with you.
yeah.
Yeah,
the
Niggas not
niggas gonna let
breaking
that
up.
shit tie. You
Yeah,
let a nigga
yeah.
drag your ass along.
Right.
He gonna
Right.
do. He
He
gonna
finna
let
drag
you.
your
Niggas
ass
not
along
breaking
for
up with
years,
shit.
bro.
He,
Yeah.
they don't do the break.
He gonna keep fucking with you, bro.
Like,
Yeah, bro.
they just gonna be.
They just gonna do their own
No.
thing also
Yeah.
on the
Niggas
side.
not
And then
breaking
you're
up.
gonna be so emotionally hurt that that's
Yeah.
when a woman is like, okay, I
Yeah.
gotta,
Exactly.
I gotta stop talking to this man.
Exactly. That's all I'm trying to say.
Niggas not breaking up, bro.
Yeah.
I'll sit on that. I think women cheat because they're lacking somewhere.
Yeah.
Their man is lacking
I
somewhere.
Yeah,
agree,
exactly.
But I don't think
That's
they're
what- that's
necessarily
basically what I'm
getting
saying.
that from a new source.
That's
No,
their
they do.
ideology. They
That's
think
what
they're
they
going to
do.
get it from another. That's
If
why they
I'm
typically.
cheating-
Maybe in their mind.
Like,
but in
let's
real
say-
life.
Yeah, I'm not
Let's say a
saying it's
man-
the right decision, but I'm
That's
saying
not right.
typically
Yeah.
when men cheat or when women cheat is because their man or their situation
They're
they feel
missing
they're
something.
lacking.
Exactly.
Men may
I
do
agree
it and
with
have
that.
everything in the fucking world and still might.
I
not-
agree with
Yeah,
that. I agree with that
exactly.
too.
No,
Like,
that's exactly what
what
I'm
it
saying.
is.
Like a man can literally just be out and see somebody, and that, let's say that girl is like all up pushing up on him. and
All
he
that
don't
in
have
the
the
bag of
discipline.
He
He's gonna take that for sure.
No,
not all men, but I'm just saying he will. He will.
It's probably
He would like
all niggas might be going. I ain't gonna lie.
90% are taking it and like
99.
and they're not. It's not that they love their girl any less,
hurt you?
but
Oh my gosh.
I'm just being 1,000. We talking general.
99.
so do
General,
y'all feel like y'all
niggas
lack
are
discipline?
going.
Y'all lack discipline?
I don't.
No,
don't
I'm 1,000% disciplined. Honestly,
So you can-
I think
if a
I was
girl-
ultra loyal. In
If
my
a
last
girl
relationship.
is like all over you, she look good and she like she
And there's no way you can be caught.
There's, bro, I've
Lie on the
I've
camera.
had that.
Lie on the
No,
camera.
no,
It's
bro, I'm
crazy.
keeping that. Bro, I'm keeping that high.
I'm
No,
on the camera.
I'm in a relationship. I'm not going. I swear to God.
the smacks in
So,
unison
like,
is
You
crazy.
think
Everybody
I'm
says-
gonna lie about this? I have no reason to lie.
So you in a relationship.
Bro, I'm telling you.
You on the
when I
other
tell you-
side of the country.
Bro, listen, when I tell you I was nigga, I went out the country when I was in a relationship.
But-
Nigga, when I was with y'all in Rome, I slept in the crib when y'all niggas went out at 2:00 in the morning.
You did do that one day.
Y'all,
Yeah,
y'all,
what you
y'all
talking
had
about?
Some, y'all
Hold
had
up,
some
that didn't. But that was.
vacation
But no. That don't.
Hold on,
But
wait,
you're right,
y'all
you're right,
met
but hold
some
on,
girls
hold on.
overseas. Okay,
Wait.
also,
Wait.
I'm-
Yeah,
I
Wait.
didn't do shit when I was in a
But hold on.
One person
on.
at a time,
No,
please.
that don't even because technically Blaine left us, and so he was probably gassed by the time we got back. Blaine left us and we had a whole day without the guys. Like he left us at like 7:00 in the morning. It was just
So he
gone.
basically
so niggas
trying-
don't know what he did.
He's trying to give a pass. He's trying to get a
pass.
pass when really he was already not there.
He was there.
He like,
we got
he's
back,
trying to act like he
Listen, he
he's
didn't
trying to
have
act
an
like he made the
opportunity.
conscious decision. Like I'm leaving.
No,
I'm not going.
Y'all not giving me
By the
my-
time-
He did
He's
try
not
to do
thorough.
that.
By the
He's trying
time-
to do that. He's
By
trying
the
to
time
do
we
that.
got back,
I
he
see
was
what he
in the
said.
bed sleep. He literally went and toured the whole like
Nigga,
Rome
I was-
Jewish ghetto.
No, the day
Listen,
every
you
day
weren't.
without us.
Let's just say you
The day
weren't
you went to
pressed
the
to do
Vatican.
it. But if you
Bro.
were in a situation
That's the
where
day
you
you went to
already
the
there,
Vatican.
I don't think you.
By the day,
That was the day
that
we
was
went
the
to
next
the Vatican.
day. That was the
No.
next
But
day.
also, though, that's not the
They-
situation
what
we're
y'all-
talking about.
I literally was like, bro, I'm going.
These are different situations,
No,
though, because
no.
that point, it's not like you had some fine shit pressed up on you trying to
Yeah,
get right.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's what
You
we
didn't
trying to
make
tell
the-
you.
You ain't had
No,
that.
the point is, if
But
you
nigga-
if you didn't have the conscious decision to say you weren't there where you saw the person physically and you said no.
No, yeah, exactly. That's not how that went.
I got you, Blaine. I got you, Blaine.
Okay.
Yes,
In
that
Rome?
happened.
It did
But
happen?
that happened.
It happened one night in
That
Amsterdam.
happened
It was
in
in
Amsterdam,
Amsterdam.
and it happened in
Amsterdam.
Ibiza.
Was she? Did
Amsterdam.
she actually look good? Like, was she his type?
No.
It was not necessarily his type.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the way that she looked, my nigga would have went. But the thing is, he was loyal. Listen,
He would've
I-
went.
Hey, no, you're right.
I'ma
He's
keep
right.
it
He's right.
Hey,
Keep it high.
hey, we got-
That did happen. That did
Hey, we gotta
happen.
clip this.
My nigga, bruh, he ended up, he left us one morning to go, can I say this?
Nigga, do you?
Blaine said he's standing 10 toes.
He left us one morning and left us in the hotel room, wherever we was at. I think we was at, where we was at? Rome?
Rome.
We was in Rome, bro. We was in Rome.
And he went to go pick flowers for his girl.
Yeah, you can say
He went to go pick flowers for his girl because it was a a tulip field or
tulips.
something?
That's
Yeah,
so
And that's his girl.
nice.
That's his girl's favorite. He went to the
Okay.
tulip field, went to go pick them
Okay.
fresh,
He
and
did
then
do that.
came back. So he was thinking about his girl the whole time.
Tulip
you know what I'm
seeds,
saying?
goddamn
I
it.
feel that. Okay.
Real nigga.
Okay.
Give it up give it up for Blaine.
Yeah.
Give it up for Blaine, this bitch. That's a real
Blaine,
nigga.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
So
nigga
my
said,
next-
I'll
I got
never
you,
be a
bro.
good nigga again.
I got you.
I'm
bro.
not gonna lie.
That's so funny. My next question then is that do y'all think that y'all encourage each other to do bad
Yes.
decisions?
No.
No.
To do bad
Like-
decisions?
I'm gonna
Like,
tell you about
listen.
our.
Stop
No.
doing
tell you
that.
about
Okay, wait, hold on.
I was
hold
too
on.
fast.
Shit.
I was too
Wait,
fast.
hold on.
No, one thing about our
Now
group
let her
is-
go.
Wait, hold on.
Let
Let
her
me
go.
finish.
People in this
I
room.
feel like I'm asking in a sense of like, do y'all feel like y'all put y'all friends in a bad situation to where they
I
know?
actually don't. I
Nah,
think
we
it's the
don't.
opposite.
Niggas
we
put people in
we actually
positions to
tell-
be great.
We actually be on each other. Each
Yeah.
other.
With
ass.
girls though.
Right.
Not with
Yeah.
women. We be on
I
niggas'
agree.
ass.
Okay.
Like,
Ass.
man, you know you're not supposed to be out here, but you got a girlfriend.
I think-
They be doing that all the time. You shouldn't
I
be
will
doing that.
say-
They're like, you can come, but they check you
So
when you're
y'all
doing
check
something.
each other.
I
Yeah, you
think-
can come, but they check you when you're doing something.
Until
you drop your nuts and act like you big dog.
No. Until your girl get the being on her shit. If she on
She
her
on that
shit,
bullshit.
and
She on
now
some
she
bitch
done
shit.
fucked it over for because we
Right.
was no advocate.
Right,
We was
right,
the
right.
Now
advocate.
you're
But
like,
now I'm like, nigga, I'm
Yeah.
Not your
anytime
advocate
I
no
got a
more.
chance for my nigga to be around. Some,
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm putting
Men
him
are
on.
typically advocates. We just do it in the asshole
Yeah.
way. Like,
Yeah,
you see
they
with your
do
girl, you're
asshole.
going to be like, nah, you got a girl, nigga. Stay your
Yeah,
ass
Right,
out.
right, right.
I was
And
wrong.
then,
Whole
Yeah,
time,
like,
whole time I was with
yeah.
my shorty. I will say,
Niggas was on his ass.
I feel niggas was very supportive. Honestly,
Yeah. For
I would say
I
that.
think-
If you
I
finna
think-
do it right.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. I think niggas
Yeah.
was like,
You ain't gotta be doing
If I
that.
slept
Yeah.
in, nigga would be like, yeah, nigga, sleep in. Like
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, don't go.
Like,
don't
we didn't
go
want
out
you.
with
We
us.
didn't want you
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
out.
Don't be out with us.
You be assholes about it, but
Yeah.
niggas definitely
Yeah.
hold
Like-
you
like-
accountable.
yeah.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Someone
They
will
hold
send
you
a plan,
accountable.
and it'll be like, no married niggas.
Right.
Oh, me? Oh, me? No.
No,
Be
you can't
married,
come.
yeah, be
Yeah.
married,
And I-
don't
and I
slide.
literally,
bro.
like, that's
Yeah.
literally there was 2 days where one night I spent by myself, and then there was another day I just spent that day by myself because they was just with nothing but women.
Mhm.
So I would
Dang.
just went off to do my own shit.
Yeah.
Like that was the day I went to
You
Vatican
did
City.
do that. You did do
In
that.
Rome, I went to Vatican City, and they was like at the beach was like a whole bunch of fine
That's
shit.
fair.
And so you know,
I feel like a girl's trip
I
wouldn't
think-
go like that though, because like women can't be by
that's true.
themselves.
That's
It's
fair.
different. Yeah, he can go roam the streets. by
I literally,
himself.
bro.
But we don't encourage girls. They do what they want to do.
Please
But
don't
me and
go
my
out with your
girlfriends, like, we
friends.
don't do that. But I also feel like it's hard for women too, because when we go out, likely there's gonna be some
Whole bunch of niggas.
No, they trying y'all.
section.
They trying y'all.
But also
Everywhere y'all
he's
go.
gonna have a section. So like, let's say my friend's like, "Hey, you want to come with me out?" And then we in a section with another guy, and it's like, I should not be in this section with these people, but where am I go?
It's
Am
a
I gonna
different. It's a
be-
different. It's a
different.
different.
Like,
game.
that's-
Yeah, it's like, where am I?
I could
gonna go?
literally
Explain
just
that.
leave.
I've
Like,
been trying to explain it like though it's different because it's like when y'all go and be in a section, y'all are going to join somebody else's section for
Exactly.
the most part. Now there's times where women y'all do get y'all own section,
Eh.
do y'all thing, but that don't happen.
I ain't
too
buying
often.
no section.
9 times out of 10,
They not
another
paying.
man's paid for this section.
Right, right.
Either he's there or not, it was paid for.
9 out of 10.
It usually
But-
be like, I know this guy that got a section
Right.
here.
But this
Right.
exactly. So like
But
at that point,
your
you're
woman
putting
shouldn't
yourself.
be going to that, in
But-
my opinion.
Exactly, but this is the difference though. If a guy got a section and I'm going out with the guys, 9 times out of 10, we got a section, and then if the other girls are coming in, you don't have to be a part of that. It's like,
Yeah.
like you,
Yeah.
like guys be like, "Hey, bro," like they'll pull you to the side to say something, and so like that's like a huge like difference. Like if I'm going out with the guys, I go out, kick it.
Yeah. I don't do. Me
Completely
and my
different
friends
thing.
don't do sections anymore anyway.
We, I
Like,
don't
we
think
not-
we've ever done really.
We don't
like,
go
big
out to no
sections.
clubs.
We did it like twice.
Twice.
But what if she's with
Hold
a?
on, y'all. What'd you say?
What would you say? You said your girl can be in other
another nigga section? Fuck no.
Y'all don't
Exactly,
want. Y'all
fuck
don't want
no.
no. Y'all don't want no girl. Y'all would be mad if your girl.
Bro,
was
y'all
not
are
her
cat.
friend.
D-West.
Quit playing.
If your shorty
I'm just asking hypothetical
getting drinks
situation.
from another nigga like.
But this is but
You're
this
crazy.
like
You're crazy.
driving to another
I'm
girl.
asking you. That's what's going on.
That's a whole nother
So
question.
like, if her
But
friend
this
wanted to
is-
go for her birthday and some guy was paying for her section,
She
you
can
would be
stay
mad.
at the fucking house.
You want her to
We
miss
could
her
go do
friend's
something.
birthday?
It's completely different.
Let's
That's what I'm
go do
saying.
something.
It's different.
Y'all
I don't
want-
come in the
Y'all
room. It's
could go to the
different.
dinner. Go to the dinner.
Right.
Cause y'all going to dinner first.
Y'all
Right?
want her to
dinner,
miss.
right?
Y'all want her to miss the section.
So
with
y'all
her?
just went.
Actually,
Girl, it's a section.
Y'all ain't go to the dinner.
Okay.
You acting like
I
this a trip out the country. It's about to go stand on some fucking couches and listen to music and goddamn get fucking alcohol poured in your mouth.
I'm not
Right.
in the game of telling people.
Fuck all that.
I don't tell people what
But
to
you're
do.
gonna tell me how I need to treat you.
I mean, that's
I only agree with that
that's
if
different too.
you
that's
are
different.
considerate.
What you mean?
Like he said, he don't like telling people what to do, and I feel like I don't know.
I
If
would let you
she
know.
try to
So
tell
you-
you,
I would
the
be
same
very
way, Wes.
honest.
I'm the same way.
If
I don't
she-
like
if
telling
she's
people what
trying
to
to
do.
tell you what to do, then it's like
That's not happening.
So you would rather
she
her-
gonna be mad about something
It's-
that you're doing, and you gonna be like,
She can say,
If I'm in that situation, she's with her friends, and they say I'm going to this nigga section for her birthday. Am I gonna like it? No. Am I gonna tell her not to? No,
Thank you.
because I'm
I'd
not
rather
gonna
she just
control
not
her.
tell
Thank
me.
you.
If
I'ma-
that's what
I'ma
you gonna
give
do, don't
her-
she
tell
can't
me.
be mad if
I'm
you
a-
go get a section with your friends and y'all bring girls.
That's-
That's what I'm saying. I'm not a
It's
hit. Like if you
expected.
finna do that,
it's a,
different.
like it's a.
No,
I'm just gonna
That's a
I'm just gonna
given.
pay
No,
attention.
different.
I
I'm just gonna
wish
pay
my
That's what I'm
nigga
just saying.
would go to a club, spend $700 on a section for some other.
We're not.
women.
We're
Hell no.
first of all, we're splitting it.
It's, yeah.
So it's not gonna
It
be
doesn't
700
matter.
feet.
It's
That's
very
your
rare that
money.
it's
It's not gonna be
very rare.
You might as
$7.
well have taken her on a date if you
You
gonna
funny
invite her.
as-
Your
Taking her
So,
on a date.
Tell me, would you want a nigga? Would you be dating a nigga that go to a section and be in there with only 6-7 niggas in his section?
No, I wouldn't like.
You would
that.
leave him, right?
All right, so which one you want? Which one you want?
Don't go to the club.
Don't go to.
That's what we asking though.
All right.
Like
He said.
okay, but
He said y'all had a dinner
I'm
before.
saying-
Why you gotta go to the club?
But no, well, you're right. But
You ain't gotta
like
go to the club.
sometimes
You don't gotta
girls
go to the
also
club.
don't disclose that they're about to have.
Guys
sex
don't
with
either
their
have the
friend.
time. We usually get.
It's
if-
not a-
be
it's
real
not a
with
battle
you.
I'm
With
trying to
us, if we
fight.
do something, we
It's
planned it
stupid.
last second. I don't think
I
we've
get
ever
what y'all
planned
are
something.
saying.
A lot of
like,
things happen in the club.
Me personally,
bruh.
now I would not go to a section. I don't.
You can't
like
control
section
shit. If she's
culture
finna do
anyway.
something,
I-
she's
I-
finna do
I-
That's
something.
why I
If she
said
does-
if you gonna do it, you just
If
might
you're-
as well not
listen,
tell me
if
that's
it's a-
what's going on.
Yeah.
If it's a woman that's gonna do something
She
like
gonna
that,
do that
she's gonna
shit.
do it
She gonna
regardless.
do it.
Section
There's
There's no,
or
there's
not,
no.
bruh.
That's why I said
That's why I don't
there
control
is no
it.
control.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
let her do
Do what the
she
fuck
do.
you want to do. I'm gonna pay attention. I'm gonna move accordingly.
If I find
Yeah,
out, then I
exactly.
find out. If
Literally.
I don't, I
Okay,
don't.
so what's your moving accordingly? Let's say Shorty go to another nigga section, and you know, like you
First
see her
off,
story.
wait, it wasn't
Niggas
another
is
nigga
by her,
section.
talking to her, whatever.
she gonna put that on her story.
I'm just saying, what's your next move?
If what? What am I seeing?
You see something that is offering resistance to y'all's relationship.
Something egregious.
I see her. I see her acting greasy in the section.
Then I ask her about
Let's
it.
say
I'm gonna
she-
call her out on that,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then I'm probably gonna do worse.
Okay.
I ain't gonna do all
We
This
that.
is your
get a get
girlfriend.
back.
That's your
Why
girlfriend.
What do you
He's
think?
childish.
I'ma just
It's your
ask
girlfriend.
you.
This is my girlfriend.
Mhm.
No
I'm probably just gonna
girlfriend
end this
wanna
shit,
go
bro.
to
I'm gonna
the-
do my own thing, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna do me, bro.
Box
I'm
with
a
two
double
guys.
upper. You do me, I'm gonna
It's
do
a
double.
round.
It's a round.
I'm
It's
just
a-
do
it's
double.
a
Yeah, there's not much to
round.
talk about. Cause it's like if you finna do that, the reason I don't like
So
to
nigga, you
control
not that
people.
different from me.
No, because I'm not gonna control the shorty. Because I want you to move how you want to move, and that needs to agree with
No
me.
one's saying
if you want to move how you want to move, and I don't fuck with that, then just do that.
So
what if
only
she-
only difference between me and you is that I will vocalize it.
I'm about to
I
say
guess
'cause
so.
what if you
If she tells me, hey, it's my friend's birthday, it's my roommate's birthday, her boyfriend and on all of his friends, they got a section, blah blah blah. I'll be like, hey, personally, me, I don't feel comfortable with you going. I'm gonna say it in the nicest manner that I'm not
straight.
fucking with that.
You're straight.
But I'm
straight.
saying,
And
so
if she
He is
goes,
straight.
giving
You're
her
straight
out.
over
He's strict
there.
as hell.
It's
He's
get
straight.
back.
You're
you giving her,
boy is
you're
straight.
giving her an out because
Get
now
back.
you saying.
But that's
no,
that,
but I'm
he's
saying-
but that's how
Bro,
he moved.
we literally, but listen, we just explained
what?
that when niggas was in Rome and y'all was going out and shit, I did not go. Because
I'm not
I was
playing
like,
that game.
I was literally at my hand.
Okay,
I was
what
like,
about?
I'm not playing
if
that
a guy
game.
buy her a drink when she
Huh?
out too? If a guy buy her a drink while she
I
out,
tell
Don't
her to
accept
bring
it.
me a to go.
Don't
drink.
accept it.
Don't
I
accept
tell
it.
her to tell that nigga.
Nah, I'm not like that either. If a nigga want to buy you a drink, buy you a drink. You can
saying.
get drunk, and you
Yeah.
gonna come suck
But
this
man,
dick.
we had this conversation. We had
Like, what the fuck?
That's-
No.
I agree with D West.
No.
I agree with D West.
No,
100%.
listen, we had this
I
conversation.
don't care
before.
about
So
that.
y'all
More
want-
the more at bats, bro. A nigga,
I agree,
the
but
more
if she
at bats
finna
a
do
nigga
that,
get
she
with your
finna
girl,
do it.
the
If
no
she-
at bats a nigga you get with your girl, bro, the higher
If
probability
she's
that
finna
she
cheat,
gonna
she's
go.
going
It's
to
going to
fucking
happen
cheat
regardless.
already, bro.
For a
she's
drink?
going-
Y'all
There's
think
no
she gonna go 'cause
controlling
he
it.
bought her a drink?
There's no
but the
controlling.
You'd
beauty-
be surprised.
You don't understand?
Don't do that.
Are you?
Don't do that.
I would not go with no drink.
I ain't
but
saying you,
know,
but I know you know a couple
people-
that.
I know you know some girls that's done it before.
I'm not saying y'all wrong.
Hey, we just ain't got history. We know.
Come on, God.
No,
I'm not
Come on
saying
now.
y'all wrong. I know how
What
men
is
operate.
nigga just need a
I know how
panther and
men
some
operate.
numbers, and he getting busy.
Y'all ain't go-
Exactly.
Stop playing, Blake.
I know how men
Right.
operate, bro. It's just like I'm not finna tell you what to do because I would look at you crazy as
Exactly.
fuck if you tell me what to do.
You feel me?
So like
So if
I'm
you-
not finna tell you what to
It's,
do.
it's not a different thing, bro.
It's
It's
different.
mutual, bro. So if you expect to be at that strict with your girl, you gotta expect her to.
She
be
gonna
that
do the
strict
same
with you.
fucking
gonna do
shit
the
with
same
you,
thing.
bro.
I don't have no.
But
I don't
this-
have any.
Because listen, Blaine.
It's not about
Listen.
you. It's about her.
Yeah.
We're talking about if you tell your girl she can't go to a section, don't get mad at her when she tell you don't go on a guy's trip.
Because that's equivalent.
It's
bro.
the same shit.
it's
She
equivalent.
gonna look at that the same shit, bro.
Okay.
with your girl.
Wait.
You
saying-
can't.
You saying the equivalent?
She will look
If
at
I
it as
say-
the equivalent. Yes.
Yes, that's how
Me
she's
going
gonna
on
do
the
it.
trip.
Yes.
with the guys.
Yes.
She's gonna.
And
that-
look,
But I'm
it's
telling
like-
you, I'm just telling you in the last relationship I was in.
That's one
That-
scenario.
that was
but
not-
continue.
That's
Right.
one.
I'm just
woman.
saying that was not her.
That's one
equivalent.
scenario. We're
We're
talking
not
generally
really-
speaking.
We're not
Generally
really
speaking.
saying like women are all gonna do this, but when it happens,
It's
you can't be
normally
mad.
Yeah, you can't get mad when she start
Because
checking you
if
when you check
if you
her.
telling her she can't go to a section with her friend for her birthday and they end up in a section with some dudes,
Yeah, you finna.
you can't
That's
go
the
to
beginning
no
of
guys trip.
toxicity. That's
Your
the beginning
friend-
of a
if all
toxic
your
ass
friends are
relationship.
all
Yeah.
your friends are single.
You're outside the
Hell
country
no.
with the guys, bro.
Literally.
I said, nigga, as long as I ain't gotta know what you doing, you feel me? It's
I'm just-
you doing like
It's-
you say,
it's futile.
But she gotta be knowing to handle herself correctly.
Move
Yeah.
correctly.
Right.
And move accordingly.
Right.
Yeah, you
Right.
The
gotta
thing
know
is,
her.
but the thing is, that's what I'm saying. You also, it's a double-edged sword because now if she tell you she about to go to a section with some niggas X, Y, and Z, and then you do get a glimpse or somebody tell you that she was on some foul play, horseplay.
Now you know.
Horseplay.
And then she come back and you find me and you having a conversation with her, and then she say,
that horseplay.
and then she say, I'm just saying, and then she be like, well, I thought you was cool with me going to the section.
Right.
Well, I wasn't
Yeah.
cool with that.
I wasn't.
But that's
Well,
I mean-
I said I didn't remember. I said I
It's
didn't
the
say
actions,
she did
bro.
not. She could not do it.
Yes,
All
she
I said,
did.
No,
I said
yo,
the,
girl.
all I said is I set the precedent where I said I'm not comfortable.
You know how that? Let me tell you how that's manipulative.
Do you?
It is.
Let me
very
tell you how that's
manipulative. Very
manipulative.
manipulative.
You
It
gonna
is.
tell her that
It
she
is.
gonna think
It
about
is.
that for the rest of the
It
night.
is.
You know that.
I do.
I don't want to go
I
out. You
do.
literally ruined her whole night because now it's like she want to go hang with her
Yeah,
friends.
I'm
but
not
she-
that type.
She feeling
I don't
like
wanna
you-
manipulate your
Yeah.
girl, bro.
My goal is never to
Have fun, baby. You gonna prove
Prove
yourself.
liquor, then that is a good reason not to let her go. To
Literally.
That's
that's a valid reason.
Or-
That's a good
Or
reason for you
To
not
avoid it, be
leave.
like, hey, I'm giving you some money. Don't take no
Huh?
section. No,
That's
take
play it
no
too.
money,
That's play it
nobody
too.
else.
That's
Here's
play it
some
too.
drinks.
That's
I've
what you.
had-
That's
I've had
how
a guy
you
do
should
that.
move.
He's like-
I'm not gonna lie to you.
He's like, here's
That's
some
how you
drinks.
supposed to move.
When I
That's
get
how you
there,
supposed
that's
to
how
move.
I would move.
But
when I
I'm
get
saying,
there.
like,
I'm
you
not
ain't
there
gotta
yet.
drink nothing in that
I like that.
section.
I
Go
fuck
get
with
your
that.
own bottle
Yeah.
or go
Here's
get your own
300.
drink.
Don't accept no drinks from niggas
Exactly.
if you finna move like
If
that.
you gonna move
That's
like
how you
that,
should
just
move.
say
I fuck with that.
That's how it should
That's.
be.
I don't think y'all realize that's not gonna change shit.
It is.
It will.
It
It will
will.
change everything.
It
Now
will.
she
Because,
can.
hold on, first of all,
reason
that,
This is what we mean
That's
by
a
you're so
flex.
pessimistic.
No,
that's a
listen,
flex
listen.
and it
tell
also
him no.
sends
She got
a
her own
message.
My man paid for my drinks
She
tonight.
got her-
I'm good.
Listen,
Listen,
if
hear
she
me out.
got her own money,
It sends the
say
message
this is a
to the other
section.
guys though. Like,
she got her own money, and I'm still sitting next to the nigga that I'm attracted to that I know got status and money. Nigga, me
You're
having my
assuming,
own-
you're assuming
Nigga,
that
that's
your
it.
girl,
No,
you're
you're
automatically
having-
assuming
he
that your
having my
girl
own-
wants
listen,
these
listen,
niggas,
me
bro.
having my own drink, bro, is not gonna finna do.
But no, this
No.
is the difference. This is the difference.
I don't
This is-
agree.
But listen,
Okay,
this is the
first of
difference.
all,
This is the
Blaine,
difference.
I feel like that's not a fair statement. You acting like she can't meet nobody attractive going to the grocery
That's what's
store.
That's a
gonna
fact. That's a
Like
fact.
she can meet an
You sound
attractive
very-
man anywhere. You
Yeah,
cannot
you're
ignorant
control.
right now. I'm not gonna.
I feel like it's plenty
bad
of people
take.
that look good
It's a bad
all
take.
everywhere. Like you
That's true.
saying
This
she
is
in
the
a
difference.
section that don't make a difference.
I
I
agree.
feel like if you give her money and she like, okay,
That's
I'm
what-
good. I don't need to drink nothing. Then they know, like, oh, she got a nigga. I'm gonna leave her alone. How many guys?
Literally.
Some guys won't care, but I'm saying at least you know in that situation, like she's
I think
taken
most
care
niggas
of.
don't care.
If she
But
goes with your
I think your
money,
point
it's a
is
different
valid.
story.
But they know she already stiff. Men hate stiff women.
I'm about to say,
So
if
she
she
like,
your
it's
girl
like,
for
I'm
real,
good
she
on
gonna
the
hold it
drink. You
down,
mean
bro.
to
And if
tell
she
me
ain't, she'll
passing
prove
up a
it.
bottle that I just paid for? for, oh, I don't want to talk to you anyway. Like they don't like that stuff.
It's valid.
So
And
I
men
feel
don't
like
a lot of men get nervous when women start buying their own shit. Cause
Yeah.
what do I bring? A lot of guys,
Yeah.
they be like, what do I bring to the table?
They
You
want to
gotta
feel
really
like
be
they
big
providing
step in the
something for you.
Because she like, like, and mentally what's gonna happen is she thinking, oh, my man gave me this money. I don't gotta accept no drinks from nobody. I don't gotta do this. I got the money to buy the drinks. I got the money to get my girl something to drink
Yeah.
too. So she's naturally, her mind is gonna be like, fuck everybody else.
Exactly.
Keep it 100.
Just
Keep
gave
it
me
100. A satisfied woman is gonna easier contain herself
Exactly.
in
But
a
if she going
section
there with her own
than a
money,
satisfied
if she
man.
going
But
there with her
it
own money,
goes
she
back to
definitely gonna take
whatever's
it.
lacking. If a woman feel like your relationship lacking, she might go for this
Right.
dude
I'm
that's
speaking.
paying.
I'm
Right.
speaking in general.
Right.
Like I said, in my last relationship, she was probably the most ultra loyal person I've dated. But I generally, when I see how some of my female friends move, or just females in general, or just women in general, like some of them do be moving greasy.
In your last relationship, did you ever have to tell your girl not to go to the club?
Never.
Exactly, and that's the point.
But we're
You didn't
speaking. We're speaking generally.
Okay, even if you speak generally.
I just told you my last
Yeah.
woman was the most ultra
That-
loyal person I've ever dated.
That's what I'm getting at, though. Like, generally,
You gotta know your
speaking,
girl.
You gotta know your girl. But generally speaking, though, it's like,
Yeah, I
if
never
you
had to
gotta
do.
tell
I never had
her-
to do, like, to preface. I never had to do shit like that.
if you
The
got
last girl,
but if you gotta tell her not to do those,
She
things,
probably
it-
shouldn't be
it's
with
a
her to
problem.
begin with.
if
If you're insecure and
if I
like,
feel
oh, I
like
don't
I
want you
gotta
going
think
there
about
because I
it-
feel like you finna
I
do
feel
X,
like
Y,
you do
Z.
this,
That's
you
fair.
You shouldn't even be with her to begin with,
If
bro.
you gotta tell her to do certain
Yeah.
things, you shouldn't be there.
You should
Now,
trust
Well,
your.
if that's the case, y'all saying that, then shit, going through somebody's phone, nigga, you shouldn't
a-
be with them.
it-
I agree. That brings me
agree.
back to my
He-
statement.
he-
he
Don't
did say that.
fucking go
He
against
did
that.
say that.
He
He
was
said
consistent.
that.
He was consistent
like,
with that.
the
He was-
worst.
Yeah.
He
I
did
ain't gonna
say
lie,
that, yeah.
To be honest with you, the worst thing I've ever done in a relationship, like, I've cheated before. I've done some shit. No bullshit. The worst thing I've done is go through the motherfucking phone, and I only did it once, and that was out of spite.
Okay, you know why I feel like
I felt terrible after.
I
that
feel
shit.
like the main reason why, cause like, okay, I said my intuition tell me stuff. I can't just be like, I'm breaking up with you on my intuition. Niggas will gaslight you and be like,
true.
where's the proof? I literally have had
That's-
screenshots
that's
before,
true.
and
That
niggas will be
gaslighting?
like, that wasn't me, or what you mean? Or
Okay, that's
show me.
gaslighting.
That's
But
AI.
That's
gaslighting
definitely
if he tells you
gaslighting.
where's-
That is
where's the-
gaslighting.
That's definitely
Nigga
gaslighting.
said
He
that's
was-
AI.
This is AI. This is not me.
That's definitely
Hey,
gaslighting.
Hey, GPT gave you that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good
So
one.
like, who sent that? Or that's not me. You gotta actually have physical proof. That's the only
I mean,
reason I'm an advocate for going.
But
like,
that's how it should be. You shouldn't step to anybody off of say, oh, you did this off of an intuition.
okay. And so if I ask you and you ain't gonna tell me the truth, now I gotta find the
If
proof
you
for
about to
myself.
break up with someone and you just know you need that evidence,
That's
I'm
when
not
you
really
do
mad
it.
at it.
Exactly,
if
that's
you
what
finna
I'm
do that.
saying.
It's
Like,
not, but
it's
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 like,
not. I don't. I'm
yeah.
not saying that. Okay, I'm like waking up one day like, let's go through his phone.
Some
Like,
girls
it's
might
not
do that. Like every other week. Oh, he checked this week.
Let me
No,
check
no,
this
I'm
Let
not
me
like
check
that.
the
I'm
next
not like
week.
that. It's
Yeah.
literally purely if I feel like, and then if I see something every single time, like.
Mhm.
And I'm not talking about
But it's
little
the thing, though.
nitpicking. It's like little engaging with, like something that I know that you wouldn't like.
Mhm.
I have a problem with that,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna
Personally,
keep looking. It's
I feel like if you're willing to go through the phone, if you're going to take that drastic measure and do that, then you should leave.
you should. If you find something,
But
you should.
that doesn't
It doesn't
ha-
always
finding
happen.
or not
No,
finding.
I was gonna say
It's-
she
it doesn't
added-
always
if
happen.
you find
But this is the
something.
thing though, finding or not finding, you should leave because you've broken the trust barrier. Because
No.
like in this world nowadays, nothing's private. Very few things are private, especially if you live with that person.
But why is the stuff in the phone in the first place?
It's not about it being in the phone or not in the phone.
I,
It's the
I
fact-
would I would feel bad if I went through a phone and it was completely clean. I would feel bad
But
in
that's-
that case. But if I go through it and I see something there, it's like, what am I?
I'm
like,
not attacking
Your privacy is like not even the question
right.
right now.
And
It's
that's-
the fact that you have something in your phone that you're hiding.
100%.
Oh, what if I'm going years and years? I'm dedicating all this time to you, and you are cheating on me, and I wouldn't have known that unless I went through your
Unless you
phone.
went through the phone, and that's what I'm saying. So if you have the emotions that strong, your intuition has told you to go through this man's phone. So if your intuition is telling you to go through the phone, that means he's given you cues that he's done something. He's
No,
broken
it's
your
a gut feeling. He didn't do anything. I just was like.
But you said
shit.
you said
he didn't act. He wasn't even at the house when I did it.
But that's what you
I was
told
just
us
like,
though. You said the reason why you go through is because he did something.
No, he
to-
said, "What's the indicator of like?" Or somebody said, "What's the indicator of like reasons why you would go?"
Yeah,
through
that's what
somebody?"
I asked her. I was like,
In
why
this
would you do it?
particular case, I went through his phone because we had gotten into an argument, and he, you know,
So
I
there's
was
a
like,
reason.
well, let me see what he, you know,
There's a reason
it's
why
something-
he's tripping about
something
this.
telling me to look through it. He didn't like treat me a different way, but we had gotten into an argument, and I woke up with that feeling like, okay, I need to go through this right now. It doesn't happen every argument.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
get
like
that.
every argument I'm like, let me look through the phone. It was
I
just
get
like a gut feeling like, oh, I remembered that I had the password. I'm about to go look. And lo and behold, literally at the time that I'm looking, I literally see the recent DMs, and it's like,
Your intuition was right.
It was right.
And so this is and what I'm saying. Is,
I've never been wrong in that.
Women intuition be
this
strong.
But wait. This is what I'm saying though. If your intuition is that right, your intuition is strong. You're saying you batting 1,000. You're batting 1,000%.
Yeah.
So you
she shouldn't
know.
be there.
But that's the
She just looking
point.
for
That's the point.
confirmation
If
with
I
her.
say,
But that's what I'm saying.
it's like you need to.
She don't
She
want
said,
that
but she
way.
said,
Yeah,
she said she stayed though.
No,
There's been times
in
when
this
you went
case,
through the
in this case, that was the last
She
straw.
didn't say that. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
she-
this
no,
was the last straw.
on
But I'm
that
saying
one, but
that
in
some
other cases,
people.
you
No.
stayed,
In
right?
other
She
places,
never said that.
I never.
Yeah, I was
no.
gonna say
did?
she
So-
ain't
No,
she never
I'm
said
saying
that.
like the other cases. He asked me, "Have I gone through somebody that we were not exclusive?" And it's like, yeah, I've gone through somebody.
Yeah, I asked that.
We already
Yeah.
not exclusive, so
Right.
shit. I mean, if
Yeah.
we're exclusive, I just not be exclusive with you. I'll talk to other people. But if we're actually in a relationship and I see that, it's like, okay, nah, like everything went downhill. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say,
it
oh,
should.
I
That's how it
instantly
goes.
broke up with him at that very second. We argued about it a little bit. It went downhill. All the situations happened, and we just
Y'all cut
parted
ties.
ways. Yeah, because it was like it was not gonna be the same. Like
That's usually how it goes.
I think that what I will agree with is that you should leave because you're not going to trust him from that time.
You're
forward.
never
Agree.
trust him.
You're always
That's
going to
agreed.
think that he's going to
Agreed.
have something there. So yes, you should leave because it's going to be toxic for both of y'all. You're going to be mad thinking about like, oh, who he texting, and if you feel like you got to keep doing it, then yes, leave. I agree.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, for
Yeah,
sure.
I agree. You should leave. You shouldn't just stay because then it's like you
You ain't
gonna
gonna trust that
always-
person
You don't
again
trust him at
anyway.
all.
So
That's the
does
base
so
of relationships, bro.
Yeah.
does the
Yeah.
women do the
So-
women that stay, do they get any credit or no
Credit for what?
for trying to make the relationship work or actually
No,
loving her?
you don't get credit.
I was just asking.
Cause I feel like some guys just gonna be better at it next time. If you keep looking and they keep doing it, they just gonna find a way to. They gonna delete it. They gonna delete the recently
You caught me this
deleted.
time this way.
Yeah, you won't catch me
Right.
again.
Right.
Like you know how
I'll
many
be better
guys
next time.
I know what to change now.
they go out. Like you know how many guys go out and they don't post.
Facts.
You never
Blaming
know.
the niggas.
You'll
Oh
never
yeah,
know.
I know. I know a few.
Are they in the
you.
room with us? Like, y'all don't post.
I post.
See,
I know.
Y'all won't-
I get
Y'all
flack.
won't post
Listen,
a thing.
Me and him get flack for posting everything. So I ain't one of
Yeah,
them.
and they like,
I
hold
post
on.
everything.
I'm just too lazy.
That's funny.
I gotta pull my.
Nah, y'all done had a whole night with women in the section.
Right,
Y'all
right,
done went there.
That nigga
Nobody
take a
would
picture
ever
of like a
know.
coffee cup.
Hey, we talking about. Hey, it's only. Hey, it's two niggas in here like
That is good.
niggas
They
make you think they went
gonna
on.
post
Hey,
they gonna post the most
hey, no.
unread. I think that's mine.
listen,
Is it?
Yeah.
niggas make you think they went on a retreat.
I think.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah, you gonna
God,
be
that's
like-
hilarious.
Status first
That's what I'm
class.
saying, like, guys-
First class.
Face
Guys
ass.
do not post. You be checking all the friends pages. Nobody posting nothing.
Nobody.
Nobody
nothing.
posting a thing.
They just live in the moment. That's
No. But
Real. They living in the moment.
they not trying to
Not
get
record
caught
every
up.
detail ain't really living in the moment.
See, I learned my lesson. Or just posting your close friends.
Okay, but wait.
I
What
don't
if
know.
he's a
Sometimes I
person
just
that
forget to
doesn't
post.
just that he's not big on like social media? Like he just doesn't post.
I know when somebody's truthfully not big on social media.
So
I know
what are the
somebody-
keys? What are the key? What makes you think you know?
He posts every other thing else, and then when he go out,
Alright,
he
so
not
this
posting
person,
that.
This person ain't posting nothing since 4 years or like.
Okay, then I wouldn't. I'm
You wouldn't
cool.
trip.
You
But I
would
would-
never be a subject of that because you don't post. At
Yeah.
all,
That's
ever.
the thing I've been.
Yeah.
So like,
I've been a
if
subject
you
of that.
didn't
That's
post,
what-
that
why-
shows the intellect of.
if you don't post, like, and that's not your personality, I'm not gonna fault you for it. I'll just
sure.
find it on your friends page. I'm going to the friends if I want to see.
Been
it.
there, done that.
Like
Check the friends.
some friend is gonna want to show everybody he got bottles coming to this section.
best-
I'm gonna go see and I'm gonna scan it.
And two niggas get flack
Yeah.
for it. nigga.
Flag.
Oh, you know another thing women do? They go to the stories of the actual place you at. You know, restaurants have stories. They're posting.
I ain't gonna lie.
They gonna find your
posting.
pinky toe.
They
in
gonna
the
find
picture.
you in a section.
Your
talking
earlobe.
to
That's
girls.
my nigga.
Yeah.
How your body shape,
Yeah.
I know that's you.
I
can
know
tell
the
by
back of your head.
bro?
Your girl gonna
Hey,
know you by
as
your
much
phone.
as you saying that didn't happen to us.
That's a
That
good
was-
one.
Crystal.
I didn't know that one. That was a good one.
That happened to us.
I didn't know about that one.
Appreciate that.
happened,
Hey,
like-
said that happened.
That happened. That's
We
there's
already
having.
know.
I'm
but-
telling you.
Hey, that was your arm.
That's your arm right
They
there.
checking the
I know,
local-
I
I
know
know
this
checking the
tattoo.
local
I know your
stories now.
wrist. Yeah.
They checking the local
stories is
looking for
crazy.
your earlobe. In the
Yeah.
So the local story is crazy.
Y'all go out of town, y'all not safe. Them restaurants and them.
And they can tell you that. They can tell that they know that out of towners.
We found out.
Exactly. And
We
then
found out we
like,
wasn't
first of
safe.
all, y'all tell the girls what y'all doing for the day. Y'all like, oh.
Right.
Y'all try to play it off like, oh yeah, we going out later. We going to some place called this. Okay, now I know where you going. I'm gonna look at this later. Like it's easy.
I can't say that for
Everybody blame the videographer, but sometimes niggas don't check the person that was letting everybody know.
Exactly. They talk too much. Yeah.
Niggas do be talking
They
Too
do talk
much,
too much.
running their mouth.
Good for that. Good for that.
Good for that.
Good for that.
Good for that. Good for that.
But what I do know is, I'm about to say, nigga,
I got your tongue ready.
Now nigga ain't got nothing to say.
Cat don't know what talk. What I was gonna say was, majority of the times when we do stuff, we usually don't like have a plan. Like we usually figure like we'll have a set plan of the main event. And
But
everything else be on the fly.
if you're trying to be sneaky, you gonna let the girl know something because she gonna ask. She gonna be like, "Oh, y'all texting?"
Well, that's the
like,
thing.
"Oh,
So
what
if
are you
she
doing
asks,
now?"
yes, that conversation should be held. But if there's no questions asked, the first thing that comes to somebody's mind when you're making plans isn't, "Oh, let me hit my girl."
Yeah, I mean,
Is that the first thing that comes to your mind? Like you and your girls, you're out, y'all decide to go to the belt line.
I call him anytime. I would call him anytime between the downtime. Oh yeah, we just did this and we about to do this. Like simple updates. I feel like men do that too. You talk to them, they got some downtime, they charging their phone, they gonna be like, yeah, we went here today.
Have y'all updated?
I don't like that update.
You be randomly FaceTiming your dude? Like when he like just
Randomly?
like in the middle of the night, like 10 p.m. Would you just FaceTime?
Randomly?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we were probably already
That's-
on the
that should-
phone
that
at
should be
10
red
o'clock.
flag.
Yeah,
If he's not out.
I'm not with
I
the
agree
mama
with that.
checkup
Like,
shit.
nope.
If
Yeah,
I'm
It's
out,
not. It's
I'm
not
gonna
like
live
a
my
check
life.
in. It's more like,
That's
hey,
a
what y'all been doing today? Like y'all out of town. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
if you
we
ask,
went-
That's
but
different.
we did this excursion today. Like that's what I'm saying.
I'm not finna
throughout
update you
the day.
every 3 to 6 hours or something if I'm out. doing
Yeah.
my
Do
thing.
y'all like talking on the phone a lot? Like,
No, fuck no.
Y'all don't?
No, I ain't gonna lie. I
I ain't gonna lie.
I
like
do.
talking.
I
I'm a
love being on
I'm
the
a phone talker,
phone.
but
I
this
was
is the
gonna
thing
say,
though.
I do.
When
I
I
do.
get
I can be
active-
on the phone and be doing something.
This
I
nigga
get-
hood be on the
when I
phone
get active,
24/7, bro.
I'm like that too. But when I get active, I don't want to talk like
It
because I'm doing shit. So it's like when I'm like super
I'm
active,
out-
if I'm doing something
Yeah,
that
yeah,
takes
yeah.
more than 50% of my brain capacity,
Yeah.
to do, then I don't want to.
Yeah, I can be at home working and I can be on FaceTime.
but work.
I'm not
takes-
like
Yeah.
that.
I can
don't
do that
wanna
with
be
I
work.
can
on
do
I can be on the phone.
It
it's
depends
not
on
a
what I'm doing. I need-
requirement, but
I
I
need my
like being on the
solitude,
phone.
bro.
Yeah, like I need
can be on the phone.
just
Like I said, it
sometimes I need to
depends.
Just shut the fuck
I need
up,
my
like,
solitude.
I like being on
I
the
don't want to be on the phone with you.
Y'all some phone
24
talking
fucking
ass.
Y'all don't
hours.
like
no,
that?
but not-
I'm
not
me, though.
cool.
It ain't
I don't
like, I
mind
be on the
being
phone.
It
I
ain't
fall
even
asleep.
talking.
I
though.
be on the phone. I like.
Now, I
But
don't
it ain't
mind
even-
being on the phone.
It ain't
with
even
you.
just straight
I
talking. though.
told you I'm a
Sometimes
yapper.
shit will be just silent,
Yeah,
and they letting you
silent.
doing your thing.
Yeah.
But
Why
calling
do you
me
wanna be on
about
the phone
every
with
little
doing that?
thing, bro?
Bruh,
It's the present. It's the
women,
energy.
bro, women
It's
be
the-
like
It's
that.
childish,
I don't
isn't
like
it? That's
that.
like
just
middle
let it
school,
go.
high
No.
school.
Man, oh, you gonna fall
Falling
asleep on the phone?
phone.
No, bro.
Okay, yeah.
no.
Fall asleep on the phone. I don't like.
And we ain't got nothing to talk about. Why
It
we
ain't-
just looking at each other on the screen?
Exactly,
No,
bro.
bro.
Because I want to.
It's not.
I want to be.
like-
If they
included.
just
You wanna
want,
be
yeah,
included?
I know.
wanna
That's
be
what I'm
included.
saying. Yeah, like
It's
what's
been
wrong
your
with
pre-
that?
you
It's
ain't gotta
nothing
like
wrong
it,
with
nigga.
that.
I don't.
It
It's
floats my
nothing
boat.
wrong with
I'm not
that.
big
It
on the
sink
phone.
my
I'm
ship.
on the
That
phone.
shit sink my
It
ship.
sinks my ship.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
it
Nah,
float
facts.
my
He
boat.
said that's
Hey, it float my boat.
facts.
It float my
It
boat.
doesn't float
It
mine.
float
Because,
mine.
like,
That's
Oh, my
crazy.
boat.
I'm comfortable with
Ooh,
it,
yeah,
personally.
cool.
Nah,
We could
fuck
be on the
I
phone.
know
Because
y'all got that.
If you call and I tell you, you like, oh, Dre, what you doing? I'm like, I'm on the game. I'm on the headset talking to my homies. And you like, oh, okay. And then you just keep starting to have a conversation.
I feel
I
like
already
that's
told you
different.
I'm doing
I feel like
some
that's
shit.
No, y'all be
That's
on the
it.
game all day though.
I don't
At
be
what
on
point
it
you
all
gonna
day.
talk
I
to
don't be on the
somebody?
I don't
That's
be on it
true.
all day. Like, I'll sit there and have a convo with you.
Niggas
here
will be
and
on the
there.
game all day.
But I'm not trying
Yeah.
to sit
Not
on the
niggas.
phone all the time. I like to just
don't
sit
think
there
any
and
of
just
us-
shut the fuck up
Does anybody
sometimes and not
play?
be on the phone.
I don't play
I
video
mean,
games.
I played, but not all day.
These two.
Nigga, I've been playing video games
Everybody,
since.
how y'all feel about posting your significant other?
I will not be doing that again.
I was
I
gonna
feel
say-
like
Why-
I feel
why-
like
I would
that's
never do it
bullshit.
again.
Is that?
I'm not doing
If
it.
I'm
that
deep
hiding?
enough with you, I'll put you on my IG.
Is that
If she
hiding?
The
my
people
wife-
that say
I'm going.
why
I'm
not?
damn
post
near
my
gonna
wife.
pop out
agree with
with a ring. Before
I'll
y'all
post my
see
wife.
And I agree with you.
I agree with
like
the
you said,
ring.
fiance.
If
I've
I'm
never-
deep
I've
enough,
never really-
if I'm deep enough, you can be on my IG, baby.
I'm not secretive though. Like you're gonna know I talked to somebody, but you probably
Right.
won't know who. It
Who?
is.
How would they
Yeah,
know?
like,
Bro,
so-
Okay.
Who?
Should be.
Who matters?
Unless you
so
see
much,
me
I
out with
promise.
him. It's not a secret. It's the fact that I don't have to broadcast you on my page.
I agree with that.
Like,
It
so
all
when did
depends
that
on where
shit
we
become a
at. If I'm
requirement?
looking at this girl, like, nah, this is my
Also,
wife.
people are so damn nosy.
You
You'll
getting
be
posted.
surprised at when
Facts.
people realize when you stop posting somebody, when you
Facts.
come off your
They gonna check on
page.
you.
They know, and then
Facts.
you wondering why random people trying to circle back and
Man.
say,
Low key
"Why?"
to me, that's a good thing. Cause if you in it, they gonna see you in it, and when you ain't, that shit gone. They gonna know you ain't in no more. What's up, baby? More people
Nah.
come in.
People keeping too many
It's-
tabs.
I
on you,
don't
bro.
like
Soon as
that.
you
Bro,
archive the picture.
It's so many.
She gonna
That was
see
my
it.
first time. That was my first time trying to like. I was trying to, I guess, do the right thing, posting this shit, and it's like, bro,
not the right
so
thing.
many motherfuckers clock you.
Clock
I
it,
didn't.
bro.
I didn't even know
I seen you.
I posted my
That
ex. I didn't feel bad about it.
that would. That would, I mean,
I don't regret. I don't regret it either.
I'm not saying I regret it. I just know now I probably won't do it again because I would rather.
I'd
what
do it
I've had
again.
before.
I feel like if I post you, I'll post you on my story. Like
Nice.
you'll see something.
Nah, yeah,
don't
that's
But
what I
that can go
did.
away in
But
24 hours.
people still.
I don't think I've ever put anybody on my actual Instagram.
That's crazy.
I have.
No,
Your
me
actual
neither.
page?
Me neither.
Like you gotta be that important.
I put somebody
Like,
on
I've
your story.
done it.
Even on your story,
have?
people clock you.
He do that type.
I mean,
Yeah,
also,
D-West like that, though.
have you ever
If I'm
heard?
if I'm infatuated with you, like I gotta be looking at
Have
you.
you
like,
also heard that like women still like they target men that already
they do.
like
It
wedding
doesn't
rings?
matter.
Oh, we
It
know
doesn't
that.
matter. It
Yeah,
doesn't
It's like
matter
they're
at
gonna
all.
do it.
We know that.
That's
for
why I
And
don't
it's
care
like
about
that's why I'm like I don't really care if you post me, please, because I don't need no.
It
woman
doesn't matter. If
like-
anything, if a girl see you got a girl, it makes
Right.
you more eligible.
yeah,
more
they want
attractive.
they
Because
want
they
to
be like, he can lock it down. Maybe he can lock it down with
Yeah.
You get more
Yeah.
women if you post your
relationship.
girl.
And
Yeah,
I'm just not
you
afraid
do.
of that shit
That's what I'm
personally.
like-
If I'm looking at you that deeply,
You are very
you can
blunt
be on
too.
my IG.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
very
like-
blunt. So I feel like I mean, some people don't want to deal with that.
yeah, I
though.
get
like,
that. Some people are more secretive of their relationship.
I've heard people say
Secret is the
disrespectful
wrong
things.
word.
Or
Private.
private, sure,
Yeah,
private,
some
sure,
people-
whatever.
Private is fair.
Whatever.
I mean,
Private
when,
until it's
and when I,
permanent, bro. That's the African
But
way.
it's not even permanent when you got a ring on there.
I mean, it's a little more permanent.
I
That's
guess.
what I
in the
say.
game, like,
In my opinion, a ring doesn't mean anything.
It means a
Really?
little bit.
if I'm willing,
So that's gonna be your reason.
Something.
That's
oh,
such
I'm
a
glad we
terrible
having this
mindset.
conversation.
such a
I
terrible
want to
mindset.
hear this.
That's a
because
terrible mindset,
Bro, a
bro.
ring does
Okay.
not
Ring
come on.
You know what?
Bro,
You know what?
I think a ring means something.
That's a problem.
This episode gonna show your
because That's
pessimism.
also gonna be
Yeah.
like that means you one of the type that's like you've been together with this girl for 10 years and you like I'm not marrying her yet.
No,
Yeah.
that's
He
no,
believes
that's
in
not true
common
at
law.
all.
Common.
So I don't even think it's pessimistic. I just think it's realistic. That,
It's pretty pessimistic.
It's pessimistic,
bro,
It's pretty
being-
pessimistic.
So what's your time frame for marriage? I would like to know
Marriage?
this.
I think for me, if I were, and I'm not focused on that right now,
Oh,
but
God.
I think
That's valid.
in a normal setting,
I don't like normal.
But see, you
Okay,
got a
traditional.
relationship, so
I hate the
he-
word.
How long does it take?
I-
to be
I was
in
in
a
a relationship.
marriage?
I would
You
say,
got a relationship. so-
yeah,
Okay,
you got a
I want to know all
Okay, let me
stages.
go.
Like, how long do you think is
I
enough
feel
time
like
to
I
make
feel like
somebody
three.
your
I feel like 3 to
girlfriend?
4 years is fair.
Girlfriend, then
It also
Marriage.
depends on your age. and
From
where
my-
you're at.
time
yeah.
frames,
Because
bro.
like I
3 to
can see
4
myself
years.
being it. Like let's say I get to my mid-30s and I'm not with no one. If I find the right person, I might be ready to marry in a year and a half.
Exactly.
But today it might take me
Right.
3 years to get ready. 3
Right.
or 4
Why?
years. Like
I said
Because
3 to
of
4
where
because of
I'm
years.
where you at in
Where
life,
I'm at.
Yeah.
you feel like
But I
you're
gotta-
ready to commit.
mean-
if you feel like you've done enough in your
Man,
life.
I
They
agree
change
if it's
more when they
actually
get
something
married.
that you're going through, but I think a
Yeah.
lot of guys be like, "Oh, I got time to do that. Like, I'm not really
Got time to do
looking
what?
it
What you mean?
to marry her."
I don't think because if you found the one you want as a man, you
I
probably
don't.
gonna.
Yeah, I don't.
There's a lot of guys that feel more comfortable with like having a kid with somebody and not actually putting.
That's a
ring on
red
somebody.
flag. That's a red
And
I
flag.
just
it's
think
like-
that's their mindset.
It's some people, huh?
That's a problem.
I just think that's their mindset.
Because like kids are permanent. You
Yeah,
can't,
right.
like,
Exactly.
If you're
Exactly.
willing to have a kid with this person,
You
then
might as well
should
marry them.
them.
I
They're gonna
agree
be
with
in your
that.
life for a long
I
time.
agree with
Yeah.
My th-
Like
For
you
me-
you should lead with wanting to marry them. I
I
know that
agree.
certain situations happen
I agree.
differently. Like every situation isn't perfect, but you should, if you are doing it, there's no right way, but if you're doing it that way, I would assume that you would want to marry this person.
I agree.
I think time frames suck just because it's all based off of maturity levels. So if you're not in a space where you can truly be committed to this person, then why are you even looking at marriage? Like, I understand you're dating this person, you're trying to get to know each other better, that's your girlfriend, all that type of stuff. But it's like, if you're not ready for that, if like as a man, if you're not ready, you know when you're ready.
Yeah.
Guys, like every man,
They know when they want to do.
you
Yeah,
know
they
when
know when they wanna
you
lie.
know when you're ready
I'm
to
trying
marry
to-
somebody.
Signing up to be a father and to provide and to lead a home is
It's a
not really
lot.
something and that
that men look forward to
enticing,
as
like,
well.
I'm
I mean,
looking
it's,
forward to
but
that,
it,
like,
but it shouldn't be something that
Yeah,
you
you got to
don't
be
look
won
forward
over for that.
to. I don't think I mean, I wouldn't say I don't look forward to being a dad. Like, I do look forward to being a father. I do look forward to being a married man. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you're not mature enough, if you know, like you said, discipline. A lot of men like discipline. People don't want to use the word discipline, but discipline is a good word to use.
Date then at that point.
At that point, yeah, you probably
because I feel like you can't wait until you're dating somebody to tell them you got a lot going on or you're not.
It's not.
Or like you said earlier,
like if she
start off with that.
Yeah, lead with that because it's like everybody not on that same mindset. If a woman wants to be married in 3 years and you're like, oh nah, like.
I need
4 or 5 years for me. And
that's why I said 3 to 4. True intentions and cut quick.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to understand.
Hire fast, fire fast.
You're supposed to fire fast.
Y'all saying it's pessimistic.
Hire fast, fire fast.
That me saying a ring doesn't mean anything.
Yes, that is
very pessimistic.
I mean,
bro, do y'all understand, bro? There's people in my family because of the Bible. They won't get a divorce, but they live on the opposite side of their home.
I mean, I understand.
They have a ring,
but the statements you make are just crazy.
Yeah, that's a.
Like
I said a ring. All I said a ring. I said a ring doesn't mean anything. It does not.
I want to hear what you got.
I hear what you're saying. Like you're basically trying to say, but you're not saying it right. That's what they're saying. It's like,
his delivery.
You're basically saying that like. A ring doesn't mean that it's a perfect marriage. Like something can be going. It's same as like posting somebody. I could be posting a nigga all day. He could be beating me. I could be. You can see me out here happy with him when you're in the street, and then we can be going home and he's cheating on me 24/7. Everything it's about perception, but also like I don't think a ring means nothing. Like it does
crazy.
The ring is what symbolizes the marriage.
Yeah, it symbolizes marriage. Like people know that you're married if you have a ring on your left
that's
hand.
The purpose of it.
Because
everybody walking around with no ring, that means every girl be tried.
That is piss poor.
You're just basically saying that just because somebody's married doesn't mean it's all golden. We get that. You said they don't want to divorce. That's fair. That's situations like that exist more than they don't.
But I agree. The most marriages fail. Yes.
I want my
that
wife
mean
to
that
have
a ring means nothing? That's crazy.
I'm okay with my
some
wife.
people the ring means everything.
Well, in my opinion, I feel like that's an obvious hyperbole. I'm not saying every single relationship with a ring means nothing.
You just said a ring means nothing.
Yeah, exact words.
But people speak in exaggeration.
Bro,
all the
we know
time.
Blaine is an extremist, bro. He didn't mean it like that.
But the people listening don't know Blaine.
You're right.
I think you kind
They're
of.
gonna think
I
we're
think
pessimistic
if you're
right
gonna
now.
leave
Fuck,
with that,
watch
just
this
kind of
episode,
give
bro.
some
saving
context.
you right now.
Literally, bro.
Yeah.
Or you kind of got to give an explanation, like.
We promise he's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
Right. Full disclaimer.
I promise
He's not a bad guy.
He just don't know how to really get his feelings
Yeah.
out, bro. He means well. He doesn't
His
get it out
delivery
well.
is just piss poor.
He's not that bad, man. I promise
doesn't
you.
come
And
out
you know,
correctly.
I actually love to hear that y'all like correct him. Or, like,
Facts.
say
I'm
this.
telling you, we
Like,
get
y'all
very
give
corrective.
it, yeah.
And this is why we say, like, when we
See
go
our
out,
group chat?
if the guys go out and if they see somebody doing some dumb shit, niggas go call you out.
Niggas
Yeah.
hold people very
Yeah.
accountable. Like, you're not gonna get away
If
with
you do that
That's
dumb
fair.
shit, it's on you.
And
just
he
know.
taking it well too. Like he just like
because we used to this.
This is every day.
This
Going
every day.
Yeah.
Bruh, you get caught out on your bullshit in this
all
group.
the time.
Be honest with
Yeah.
you,
I
can't
still
go-
don't think it's bullshit. I see y'all point, but
bro. You dig your whole.
So
dick,
you
bro.
standing on it. You feel like
I'm not saying
Blaine
a
Cannon,
Does
a
a
ring
ring
doesn't mean
mean
shit.
Zero. Like
So what does a ring mean to you?
I think there's a symbolization of commitment,
Okay.
but
Very
And that's nothing.
I'm not saying it's nothing.
You just did.
bro. The
Okay,
ring.
let me.
So you
Okay,
taking your
let me
statement
land.
back. Say I'm taking my statement
He
back.
pulling the hood.
He don't want to do it. He trying to
He
say
ain't pulling the hood right now.
he loves standing on business.
No,
I'm
Nah,
gonna tell you.
nah,
He's
nah,
like,
nah.
he don't-
He ain't pulling the hood because if it was hood, we would have been a whole other conversation.
Oh God, we'd have been talking about something else.
Right. We would have been fucking
we would have been a whole other conversation.
How we get here?
Right.
We were talking about a ring.
No, facts.
Go ahead, stand on business,
Okay,
man.
okay. Listen, a nigga speaking in exaggeration and hyperbole
Mm.
is
Dr.
the
Seuss.
number zero.
Mm.
No, there's a meaning. There's a meaning to it.
But
Yes.
his words.
this
He's
dick away
choosing the
from
word.
he don't
But-
want to
No
say
more
it.
dreams. He's choosing his
But-
words carefully.
In my experience in speaking in general, I think that the specific individuals in the relationship matter more than just the ring.
I agree.
I could agree.
Okay,
For sure.
that's
There you
fair.
go.
Gym members.
There you
That's
go.
so
not
much
going to the
better.
gym.
Look at that delivery.
that's
Give it
so
up, my
much
nigga
better.
Blaine, bro.
That was better.
Give it up,
That
my
was
nigga
better.
Blaine, bro.
That was good.
That's respectable.
That was
You
good.
know what I'm
I
saying?
love that. That was good.
That's
The way you
respectable.
said
I
it,
love the
yeah.
growth.
So you could have just said that.
I'm
Instead of
sorry.
that.
No.
Everybody would agree with
There
what
you
you
go.
just
Okay,
said.
my bad.
We would have been on a whole other topic right
Yeah.
now. New question.
I told you
my
my
fault.
boy
That's my
delivery
Good
just
shit, bro.
Yeah.
too nasty.
Good shit, bro. Got to
Shit.
pull them
Oh,
teeth
wow.
out.
my boy was straining for that.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not saying it means
Right.
nothing.
This is
My
not
bad.
It's just not zero.
Bro, I said,
Yeah,
they ain't
yeah,
come
no,
out.
that's what you
Yeah,
just said.
I think that's disrespectful to say.
I think it depends on how you say it. I mean, if you move your neck and all that extra shit,
That's what I'm
then yeah,
saying.
but
That's how most people do it, though.
Delivery
Yeah.
is everything.
maybe the most people you do.
When
I was
people
gonna say, I
say
don't think
agree
most
to-
people do.
I don't think so. I don't.
Most of the
agree
time,
with that.
I hear, "Oh, we can agree to disagree." It's
like I said,
to be an
I think
asshole.
it's a personal thing.
Yeah, that's a PP.
Okay.
It's a PP, my boy.
right here. I'm gonna stand on business. I'm
They
right.
stand on,
I'm
he started
right.
to stand on
I'm
business.
right.
Hey,
Right.
no, I will say I was talking to Seth the other day, and I was like, I'm similar to D West in that way. That like
What?
gonna stand on business.
No,
But I also will
actually
change my
had-
opinion
no,
if you prove me wrong.
True.
No,
You
me.
wanna change
He
your
won't
opinion.
change his
He
opinion.
won't change
Me
his
and Blaine had a back and forth on Instagram about politics.
Yeah,
We did, and that's probably the worst conversation to have with somebody.
Yeah.
but
he
I
was
told
standing
them
on-
though.
It was actually pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. I did not.
Nah,
like
I
it.
knew you was pissed.
I was pissed as fuck.
But I asked you.
I ain't gonna lie.
I asked you to have the conversation.
It was more like the delivery. Like it kind of felt like most of the like
That's
shit
all-
you were
that's all
saying was
Blaine's
more
problems.
asshole-ish and rather than like actual valid points. I felt like
That's where blame falls into a
you
lot.
also don't lead
Blaine
with
does that a
emotion.
lot.
I feel like you don't care about the emotional side of it. You're like logic.
He
Like,
is.
You're more
I would say I
logic.
don't care, but you're right.
You lead with logic,
So
and
you
it's
lead
like
with
that's fair. But I feel like that was like that's I don't want to even say it wasn't that deep to me, the whole topic, but it was just like when I hear that, when I talking to people and they like, okay, you ain't gonna understand my side.
But
anyway.
I knew you felt away, but I did. Well, I tried to ask you for a conversation in person.
Oh yeah, I probably
Yeah, no, you was over with.
closed it.
You was
I
gone.
said,
Nah,
Patient.
you was like,
He had-
he
he
had already had
you didn't
vision.
open that bitch.
But
had
you
the
know,
ick.
honestly, I
Hey,
will
she
say
gave her the ick for sure.
I won't say that most of my energy towards that was only directed towards you. That whole day, I saw a whole bunch of ignorant shit
Yeah.
about politics, and
Right.
it was pissing me off.
That was World War III.
Yeah, and it was
Nah,
like
no.
I was seeing a lot of there was a lot of ignorant people talking about, oh, I'm gonna vote for Trump. He gave me $2,000. Like it's like you're stupid.
Nah,
as
I wasn't
fuck.
saying shit like that.
I know you didn't. I'm saying
Yeah.
like that's mostly where it came
Yo,
from.
emotions was
Yeah,
that.
it was like not you, Blaine. Like that's how I was like, not you on the same page as these people.
Nah, no, but well, I like I said,
Slow down.
my delivery wasn't the greatest. How I wrote it, like even whenever I told D West, he was like, "Well, you kind of he was like the way you wrote it. He was like the way you wrote it.
Yeah.
You was fishing
but
for
yeah.
for an emotional response, and I was like,
Yeah.
Y'all
That's
was on
fair.
that. It
But-
wasn't just you that was on
But
that.
again, whenever I talked to you, I wanted to try to have an in-person conversation. I was like, Crystal. Well, I don't know. You like you said, you probably ain't open that bitch again.
I feel
I was like, Crystal, we can talk about this, and then you ain't never responded.
I feel like we haven't had enough serious conversations. Like knowing y'all has always been on like some like
goofball
goofy
shit,
shit.
yeah.
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 Or like you've asked me
Everybody
about
think go
school a
goofball,
couple
man.
times, but it was not like something serious like that. And I'm not a politic person, but just hearing that, like I can understand other political views, but it's just like golly, like you said, the
Live on
way
the
it was
plate.
written.
But the crazy part is that I was like, I feel like a Kamala or what, if we're speaking on it, I mean, we can clip it or whatever. But at the time, I was like, she did very well in the debate. And I feel like where she had failed at was trying to like have a lot of celebrities involved. And that
was one of her
She
things.
just picked the wrong one.
That wasn't
That was my
her
personal
that wasn't
opinion.
her biggest fault.
I
for
think,
the-
and then
Because
and
what
again-
won Trump was Elon and Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
say celebrity
Yeah,
wasn't bad.
that would've was.
And honestly, and to
I
be
think
completely
the wrong
honest,
run.
and
I think Kamala would have won
to be
if she would have started from
Kamala-
jump.
That's what
To
I
be,
said.
to be
That's what I
completely
said.
honest with you, my dad had the same viewpoint.
Yeah.
And
I
I
said the
went
same
back and
thing.
forth with my dad. I think he don't like nigga shit in general. He don't like that.
But that was,
and I
but
feel
she
like
did some,
that.
she did
And I
some
feel
old
like
nigga shit.
But let her go.
he felt like that was like
That shit
something
felt like a
was
South Park episode.
I
and
felt
so
like
I think
she coulda
was-
won.
She moved it. She tried to do it in a sense of like trying to get in tune with
The culture.
and the culture and the younger kid. I get why she did
And
it,
she
but
got
I also
that. She
didn't
got the
make-
young black woman.
And I don't think that made her less qualified. You know, like I don't think that was enough for
That was
somebody to
my
say I'm not going to
argument.
vote for her or she shouldn't be a
Yeah.
president. I didn't feel like that was a fair argument to make. Could she have taken that out and did a better campaign without that? Absolutely. But I didn't feel like
Yeah, she just wouldn't battle.
It didn't make
Like,
her less qualified.
my
This the
dad-
thing.
Yeah.
She didn't have a good shot because
to
she
win,
let
Yeah.
Joe
to
Biden
win
start.
in America.
Yeah.
I mean,
You need
I ain't
white
gonna
men.
lie.
She
When
already-
Buddy got Joe Rogan on his side, it was
Bro,
over.
She never had a
to
fair
win in
chance,
America.
bro.
she
and
never
like,
had a
people
fair
talk-
chance. That's
It
what I'm
was
saying.
rap,
Like,
bro.
okay, aside from her, if she didn't have Meg Thee Stallion or whatever, she still
She
would
still
have
would've
lost.
lost.
It was people.
Yeah, I was gonna say
people
she
looked
started
at
too
her
late.
and was
Yeah.
like, "This is a black woman.
She
I don't
started
want
too
her."
late
in
this
the-"
campaign run.
And I mean, it was multiple factors that I felt like she did already had a lower hand. They don't want
Yeah.
nobody. They barely
That's
wanted
true.
Obama there, but
Facts.
a woman.
Yeah.
People are like, I don't want no woman leading the country. Then we got this man acting like a bitch.
That
He
shit
literally
gonna
is
be
acting
slow.
like a woman. He going on his emotions. He doing everything out of emotion without caring about
Mhm.
everybody. And I feel like as a president, you do have to have that emotional side
Yeah.
because you're messing with people you probably would never come in contact with because you're rich. You don't know what you're affecting, like the poorer people. You don't care. So I really felt like she didn't have a fair chance because people assumed that she's
She
a
definitely
woman.
didn't have a fair chance.
She didn't.
I think my argument to you at the time was I think I was like, not with Obama. Not only did he win, the nigga like landslided shit.
Yeah.
You know. So in my opinion, I was like, again, but I will say what was not on my mind, and like I only thought about it just now, was the time she had to prepare.
Yeah.
I will
That's
say
why
that.
she-
That
that's why
wasn't
she
on my
lost,
mind.
bro. That's why she
That hasn't
lost.
been on my mind.
I'm keeping
she
real.
was
She
trying
didn't
to,
have no
like,
time
She
to
did
prepare.
when she did the one like the first debate.
Because I
she
forgot
didn't
that
do good, but the
Joe
second-
Biden shit was very sudden.
Yeah, the second debate she did, she whooped Trump's ass. No disrespect.
nigga,
She
all
did
of
her
them.
thing.
She
Yeah.
dog walked
But
that nigga in
she,
all of them.
and she
All of
also
them.
she also had help.
And
They said she-
everything that she is talk or spoke about, like Trump was gonna, he not only did he tell us what he was gonna do, and people still voted for him. She spoke of it from
Yeah.
like an economic
and
standpoint,
how it would affect.
and how it would affect everybody, and people still overlook that
Mhm.
from.
Yeah.
You know, I don't agree with that whole Meg Thee Stallion. I don't like nigga shit either. I
Yeah.
think that was inappropriate for her to like
Yeah, her
be
having her
twerking.
shake ass
She
on
had like
stage.
short out the
Right.
outfit.
It had Quavo on
It's
stage.
the way that
too.
you, I actually said I
Disrespect
agree
the
with you on
niggas.
that point. Like I do not agree that she should have had her there, and if she did, one, you could have changed the lyrics to some political lyrics. That
Yeah.
would have been my first thing. You should not be talking about bounce.
Yeah,
that
her
ass
PR
at
team
a-
sucked.
Yeah,
And then on
her
two,
team sucked.
why
They
are you
fired him and
wearing
hired
that to a
Obama.
political campaign
Yeah,
for
they
a
suck.
lady that's running for office? She got on the
That was
phone,
the
man.
that was the gist of our disagreement. I was because the first I think the first point I made was like she whooped the nigga's ass in all the debates, and I was like, and from my perspective, I was like, I feel she should have led from the intellectual side.
No, she
Yeah.
didn't do good in her first debate. Her first debate wasn't good. It was the second debate, the one when she got on.
I guess what I'm saying is like
she went crazy.
Trump didn't do good either.
Yeah, they. both
What
did
I'm saying
that.
is she won.
She
That's
can't
all
do-
I'm saying.
she
I mean,
didn't
I don't
win
think
that
there's no
first debate.
disagreement. Kamala is a better politician.
Yeah,
She
she
never
is.
better politician.
She
It's
is.
just
And
like
she
sports,
has
though.
she has
It's
It's
like
like sports.
this shit is
That's
high
just a
school.
popular.
You could be a really good player and still not make it to the
It's a
league.
popular-
I
Yeah.
mean,
Everything has to work
or
for
you
her.
can be a very terrible person. People still gonna vote for
The
you.
problem
He,
is
he
high
literally
school, bro.
listed all this stuff that he was gonna do, and people did not believe that he.
But
would do
the
it.
thing is with that too is what I would say is that majority of people rather hear the harsh truth than a sweet lie.
Yeah,
With him, you know
That's
what
true.
you're gonna
You
get.
don't-
you know what you're
That's
gonna
what you
get,
get.
but it's
Let's be
like,
real.
True.
But it's
wasn't
like
even
with
the best-
him,
Trump
it was
wasn't the
like
best Republican.
But after Biden administration, I feel like a lot of people was like, we fed up.
They fed up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I was about to say. Her biggest problems was
It was
one, she
leading
was
from
tied to
Biden. Yeah,
She was tied to Biden, so she-
tied
y'all
to
had
Biden.
to be, y'all had to realize he was handed an economy that was
Yeah.
affected from Trump as
Trump,
well.
yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
another thing that people don't understand. People don't understand
yeah,
politics.
the
They don't
president
understand how
starts 2 years
things
in.
work.
It doesn't-
And
Yeah.
also, I guarantee you, Trump's doing all this stuff. The next president, they're gonna be blaming them for the stuff that
Yeah.
Trump is
Trump
ruining.
did.
Depending on
Yeah.
who the next president is, because
No.
what they're
No,
gonna
They're gonna- I
they're
ain't gonna
gonna
lie.
be like,
They're
they
gonna
don't
all
care.
blame
They're
that
definitely
nigga.
gonna-
They don't
Right.
care.
It's
Unless-
a scapegoat.
unless
But have y'all looked into the terrorists, like the new
Unless
stuff?
they-
that just happened?
Yeah.
Y'all actually understand what happened?
I haven't looked
I ain't gonna
into
lie.
deep.
I
Oh.
just see
I actually-
Solana going
It
to shit.
depends.
I researched it, bro, and actually made notes. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell y'all pretty much he put out 25% tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and 10% on
Mhm.
China.
Mhm.
Pretty much like his whole philosophy is to bring jobs back to the United States. And there's two sides to that. One side is like the jobs you're gonna bring back are gonna be replaced by AI regardless, and the other
be
side,
more expensive.
Exactly. The other side is like a lot of the exports that these countries do, like Canada, Mexico. 76% of their terrorists go to the United States, meaning like the majority of their GDP is based off of
the stuff they charge us.
Are you saying the revenue? The revenue is going to the United States?
No. Their
to
revenue,
China.
like their GDP, which is what gross dollar, whatever,
gross
that means,
domestic,
whatever.
Yeah,
like 19% of it in Canada is made up of the U.S. dollar, the U.S. consumer.
Okay.
And then on the other end, like with Mexico and Canada combined, only 3% of the United States GDP is dependent off of exports to those two countries. So basically, it's like they trying to even it out and now get everybody to the table and redo a lot of these
and
deals.
that's why I said the next president that comes behind Trump is not. There's a chance that they don't get the back. It depends on who wins. So if a Republican wins, what's going to happen is they're going to double. 9 to 10, what they're going to do is they're going to pick somebody that's going to double down on what Trump is doing to potentially correct the cycle.
I don't think.
But it
I
never,
don't think
because
I
you know,
agree.
I think that a lot of the Republicans don't agree with him. They just don't want to go against him.
Yeah.
Because I don't
I
think
agree.
Republicans are, their
That's what I'm
views
saying.
actually aren't terrible.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that they hate, let me tell you, Republicans hate a lot of stuff that Democrats do. And I'm talking about like from pride.
Yeah.
You know, like transgender. They were focused on other issues that they hated about Democrats.
Yep.
That's why they chose the Republicans.
Right.
That's why they stick to one side, because it's like, I don't agree with the transgender stuff.
Yep.
I don't agree with women being able to do all this. Like they don't care about that. They don't like that stuff. So like, forget all of you. They're not even thinking about that. Half of them don't agree with him.
They're leveraging what makes people the most emotional.
Yeah,
they're giving them
exactly.
solutions to that.
And this is, but that's what I'm getting at. The next person that goes into office, it won't be. If it's a Democrat, it's gonna be a really rough time.
You good?
Now you
That's
good?
a phone ring.
It sounds like Christmas bell. Yeah. If it's a Democrat, it's gonna be rough, and they're gonna blame Trump because they're gonna try to correct and change what the Republican administration is doing.
What?
But if it's a Republican, what's gonna happen is I'm not saying they're gonna just do everything that Trump is doing, and I'm not saying that people are just gonna vote him because it's a Republican. They're gonna put the person that they put in won't be like Trump. It's gonna be a more of a true politician, not a businessman.
Exactly.
And because there was three Republicans that was better than Trump. They didn't want the like you said, the pride and all that type of stuff to take over right now. So what was the best thing to do? Get the Republican that's gonna win. If it wasn't Trump, a Republican wouldn't have won.
I also don't think half of the Republicans thought he was actually gonna do the stuff. He didn't. A lot of stuff that he said he was gonna do before, he didn't.
He wrote Obama's coat tag.
He
wrote Obama's coat tag.
This time he went hard.
But he kind of had to.
He actually came in signing shit, and like, I don't think people expected him to actually get that long list of stuff done.
I really feel
he had to do that because he had to.
The nigga stood on business.
He had to change. He had to change what Biden was doing. He had to change what Biden was doing. What going on because
Biden wasn't doing that.
He had to come that hard. If he inherited, because like he's a businessman, what's the number one thing you don't do with a business? You don't change what works. So when Trump went in, he took over what Obama was doing and just didn't change it. Because if he would have changed it, it would have been shit.
I feel like with Trump, I'm not disagreeing the stand-up business aspect, but signing 100+ executive orders, you're not thinking about what you're doing.
Yeah, he's
literally just going in on like he don't understand. He doesn't even really he doesn't understand how tariffs works either. Have you ever heard him like actually?
I think he just found out.
He just found out.
I think he just found out. I ain't gonna lie.
The thing is, he been doing international businesses.
He keeps saying, "Oh, this is like," I don't think he's going to work out the way
he can't explain it well.
He can't explain it well.
His delivery is shit.
Like how y'all niggas try to talk about my delivery.
His delivery is shit for sure.
And,
then he's doing dumb shit like signing away the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf. Yeah. Why is that important? We got
that was a power
school
play. That was an asshole
happening.
Shit.
What's the other one? What's the other one? It's like they got
make Canada part of the United States.
That was
not Canada.
That was hilarious.
It's one that was complaining. I remember Naughty was
the gold card.
The gold card. But that's not. But the gold card isn't a bad idea though, because that's gonna actually be a true revenue generator. And
also, I don't necessarily like the whole deporting immigrants.
Now
like,
I
don't necessarily disagree with the way he's doing.
I was gonna say I don't really.
No, let me tell you, I don't disagree with him deporting people. It's just that he's not. He's going completely crazy about it.
Mhm.
He's not like, because Obama was sending people out
Right.
too. He was getting rid of immigrants,
Yeah.
but he was more strategic. He's like,
'Cause
okay,
Obama's a
you're committing
politician.
crimes. Okay, you gotta go. Like,
But he's a true politician. He's gonna do
they're
the paperwork.
ICE is pulling up at elementary schools. They
Right.
pulling up at the grocery store. They pulling up
The
all
reason
these predominantly.
I don't disagree is because literally you travel too, you know.
Yeah.
But like as we travel, bro, literally they make it so hard for us to get residency and a visa. I'm just like, why America make it so easy for everybody else?
They do.
That's the only reason why I'm like shit. Every country, literally, when you go to France, they hate Americans.
But
we
Yeah.
went to
I'm
Netherlands,
a
they
play
don't
devil's
like Americans.
advocate because when those, like, I know Hispanics for sure.
Mhm.
They're one of my favorite group of people.
Facts.
They're very.
I love them.
Not even take that
I'm from
outside. They are
Texas. I
very
love 'em.
hardworking. Like,
I agree.
if y'all go to these black-owned I've seen it at black-owned restaurants. That's
Yeah,
not
we-
black people
in the
back
back,
there
it's
cooking
not.
food. It's
You right.
it's Hispanics, and they're
Yeah.
so trustworthy. They
That's
don't.
true.
Yeah.
When I do business with Mexican restaurants or like any Hispanic restaurant,
you know you
they
eat good.
paying me on time. One
Mm.
restaurant, he was like, I gave him my price. He was like, no, other creators come in and they do less of a job to you. I'm paying you more. They're very
Damn.
They're much
great
harder
people.
workers for sure.
They're
I-
much harder.
That's not debatable.
And I'm
That's why a
not
lot
saying
of
that
people
all of them are like
easy
that.
shit
There are
and
some
stuff.
that come and commit crimes.
Yeah.
They should go. But
Right.
like, if
Americans
people are
ain't like that
actively
because we're
work-
spoiled. They come
Yeah.
from a place where they know that they're privileged to even be able to
Exactly.
work.
I don't
They're,
think-
they're
that's not
privileged to
debatable.
live because they
Yeah.
got them.
I
cars.
mean,
They're
and then when
running
you go to their
crazy.
countries, they're very respectful to you. Like even aside from the whole like getting residency and all that stuff, like they are more nice to us than
We
Americans are. Like
I agree.
they get you everything you need. Think about an Airbnb host. Like they're very respectful.
That's
They're
true.
responsive. Like if they are from there, that is, because there are some Airbnb hosts that
That's
buy
not from
that-
there.
Yeah,
and they be
And it's
disrespectful as hell.
they're like some of the kindest people ever, and I just don't feel like that's the best way to go about it. Like just kicking everybody out, separating families and all that stuff, especially
agree.
if you're not doing.
I
that.
don't
Yeah,
disagree.
that's
I agree
true.
with you on
That's
that
fair.
one. I completely agree with that one. But I think the reason why he's doing like that's because he's not a politician. He's a businessman.
Business.
He's
Yeah.
when you go and take over a business and you trying to
You just flip
you
stuff
flip
out.
everything.
Yeah.
You fire.
Yeah.
Elon Musk literally just showed us that he did that with Twitter. He fired more than half of the workforce.
Yeah.
Like the hire fast, fire faster. That's an American mentality, American
is.
business mentality. So what Trump is doing is just being true to himself by doing what he
Every
does.
company does that too.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's a
Yeah.
business thing. Obama, he's not a businessman. He's a politician. So the way he went about it, to be quiet and be smooth
Yeah.
with it,
Right.
politicians are people that move in the dark and they move behind closed doors, quiet and smooth. They like
Yeah.
the
Shadow
black
assassin.
force. You feel
Yeah,
me? They're like,
exactly.
and that's why those type of like forces they report to politicians. If you even think about that, like the army and all that, that's a business. The forces that are like Green Berets and what's the Delta
Special
Force,
forces.
yeah, special
Yeah.
forces. They don't run like a business. They are ran like a government.
Yeah.
Should be ran.
Yeah, special forces they run completely different from the rest of the military.
They don't
for
report.
sure.
They don't report to the same people. They report directly like with the president. Normally, the president should be a politician.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do background
I feel
tests on
like,
people like
though-
that to even see if they're the type to talk about
Yeah.
their
Oh,
life.
Yeah,
I
for
also
sure.
feel
That's why
like-
Delta Force don't have nobody from Delta Force is on YouTube speaking on Delta Force. The only people
Yeah.
speaking on military stuff are the low level SEAls.
Mhm.
The high level SEAls, like the
Well,
real-
there's this one black sniper
yeah,
with
that's what I'm talking about.
dreads.
He's a SEAL. He's not Delta Force. Different
I
thing,
also
bro.
feel like our problems with the political shit started once we created political parties. Because George Washington said that the demise of our country would start once we created political parties. Because
Damn.
when he was the president, and like the first 2 or 3 were presidents, they didn't have no political parties. It was just everybody wanted to be the president of the United States and wanted to be the best for the country.
Mhm.
And then once they started creating them different parties, niggas started having different ideals. And then,
It
once
splits.
that started happening, that starts to split the niggas down the middle.
It splits.
I'm not mad at that take. I've also heard George Washington was a shit human being.
No, he was for sure,
Yeah,
but
I thought it was-
Yeah.
he dropped that quote.
Yes, Liz.
Yeah. He might have had some bars though.
Wasn't he the one with the fake teeth?
Yeah,
That's what
Yeah.
I've heard.
Slave
The
teeth.
what
Slave
he
Use
used to
slave
use.
teeth.
slave teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had his slave's teeth.
Yeah, and as
That's
kids, they tried to tell us
crazy.
they was wooden teeth. Like, nah,
Yeah.
that don't even
I
sound
didn't
right.
even know that. I
Yeah.
never. I didn't.
They did used to say wooden teeth.
They used to say wooden. yeah.
I would never paid
I
attention
didn't
to
know that. He
that.
took
Me
teeth
either.
from slaves.
Slaves
He
teeth.
did.
It was,
Yeah, I heard
yeah. So
that.
he basically
I
had
heard
a set
one
of
story.
dentures, but they were slave teeth.
I heard one story. It was like in India say he's like, I'm an excellent marksman. He said he shot bruh 7 times and he lived. He said said one of them, he shot him and he said, I need to meet the person that is, what's it called, touched by God or something like that. I heard he's a different type of general, right? But he don't, shit that he gets hit, he don't fall from. That's what made him, I think he was president for longer than 4 years too. Or longer than 8. George Washington?
Did something special?
Washington was president for more than 4 years.
He was longer than 8.
He almost did 12. I
was gonna say he did like 12 or 16 years.
Hell no, I can't.
I think he did, and then who else did more than
Teddy.
2 terms?
Roosevelt.
It wasn't Teddy. It was Woodrow. Woodrow Wilson. He was
Woodrow
president during the World War II.
Probably was Wilson then. Shit.
So he did more than 2 terms.
That's why they got rid of the
That's
term.
the
Learn something new every day.
I know, right?
Hey,
It was like AFK or
hey, did something crazy? Did something crazy happen today?
Roosevelt. It was
Today?
I just took like a quick little peek at the market.
Just how it's dumping. It's shit just dumping, bro. We in that time period.
It's dumping. It's gonna dump.
I'm like, what the?
It's gonna dump to the damn.
Yeah, shit dumping bad.
I was assuming, but damn, I ain't think I was gonna be this right, honestly.
Yeah.
It's gonna dump to damn.
Bro, cause look what I got. This I ain't touched it, bro. I ain't touched this chart since.
This is the time the next generation millionaires.
Bro, I haven't touched this
It
chart.
is.
I'm talking about like
this
3
time
months.
right now.
Yeah. Sorry, Crystal.
Nah, we could end this. We've been going for 4 hours. Bro. Anybody got some closing statements before I get? No. Hold on. You gotta give a little
Lock in.
Tell 'em
Where-
to follow you
Scary
at.
About to
time.
say, where can we find you? What you got to say for the people? Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years?
Y'all said okay.
Those are your 3 questions.
I'm on Instagram, TikTok, not Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. So TikTok is Chris Atlanta _ I never changed that name. Instagram is ATL.Hotspots. YouTube, I think, is ATL.Hotspots. And then Facebook is my actual name because I don't know how to.
I don't even have.
And you can follow her here.
Yeah.
Ugly.
Say love.
We appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank y'all for having me.
You our first female guest.
Oh, really?
Shout out to the first woman to make the pod, man. Shout out to the first
That's
one.
good.
I appreciate you coming.
You set the bar high.
No, you
Yeah,
did.
Thank
You
you.
set the
Hopefully
bar.
they're as fun as me.
Right.